so
It's literally
it should work out fucking great.
Oh, you're going
100 episodes to get there.
Yeah.
I think it's 100 episodes to get to YouTube.
live on YouTube. The whole thing is live on YouTube.
It's
Yeah.
live on YouTube and then
Okay.
it saves it.
So essentially, so that camera served, or originally was going to serve a purpose to just record.
We're live on YouTube.
And then I take that, edit it, and put it on YouTube.
Let me tell Instagram.
The fucking pandemic happened, and we're like, shit, well, what can we do to kind of, I don't know, be a little bit different?
Hey,
so that's when we
everybody.
started the live stream on Twitch and stuff.
We're going live on YouTube.
So I bought another little device that
motoring.
allowed us
Press
to use
on.
that camera
Scotty
so I could
Savati.
record as
worry.
we initially
Young man.
intended, and then stream it as well using
Check
that
it
same
out.
camera. And now we quickly learned that, oh shit, if we just use YouTube, I don't have to worry about recording it and editing after the fact. We'll just use that live stream. It's done. It's up there. It's saved. And
But what if you wanted to edit something out, like you were libelous to something?
we'll just delete it. yeah.
Delete
Then
the whole file or delete?
I'd probably delete the whole file from YouTube and then need to, edit that actual file.
What's our YouTube name? Is it /Revival Motoring? Chris Saunders in the house.
Yeah.
Dobbins
Did
might
you-
want to call in too, by the way.
Oh, okay, cool.
Isn't there a thing where you can like pay to have your question answered?
There is.
You guys
yeah,
should do it
'cause
for like a nickel.
That's
Yeah. Throw us a dime.
1 penny.
Someone paid, what was it there? 4 or 5 people paid me like $15 when I fucking eat on camera. So
Yo, yeah. We've had our, somebody bought a shawarma a couple times.
I mean, you see those YouTubers, they get all these, what do they got, presents or
yeah,
people send them
Presents?
stuff all the time.
We can
Whatever
get
they want.
presents?
I'll open them, look at them.
Shows that we're
What am I doing wrong?
that.
I want to log into YouTube as not my normal YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. 'Cause
Shug,
mine.
who, Revival Motoring. Session expired. Sounds good. Hey, everybody in the chat room. I can't respond to anything, so. Hold on, I'm about to. Okay, so now it should be on YouTube.
Oh, there we go.
As that, let's go. Sign in the chat. Open a web browser. OBS can't chat. That's a total pain. And it's still logging me in as my other name.
Scott, you were able to escape from
Mm-hmm.
from work.
Mm-hmm.
Begged them to come up here.
Bravo, bravo.
I put in some serious hours yesterday, so everything was
Yeah.
done.
Everything was good.
How do I sign in to YouTube as somebody else?
You guys still crazy?
Yes, but they came to. They're trying to say everything's settling off or evening out, but I ain't seeing that.
You tell me you have numbers that dispute that?
That's not what the numbers say. Oh, wow. My YouTube suggestions suck under this name. All right. That's going to be a pain in the ass.
Somebody already asked how much for ASMR shawarma.
ASMR.
Corey's getting paid, son.
The video of
Yeah.
Yeah, $15, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Send it over. You need my PayPal? I'll let you know.
I'm gonna give away a secret right now. The shawarma place is really like some Italian place, but they also have shawarma.
It's not
But that's been
Italian.
discussed before.
It
That's
has?
not- yeah, that's-
okay.
Get at it. Those guys are
I thought it was
all,
like doesn't it say
those
like
guys are-
calzone
well-
shop or something?
Yeah,
it's called
Mike's
Mike's
Calzones.
Calzones.
There
But
you
those
go.
guys aren't
Okay.
from Italy.
Yeah.
Those guys are from shawarma country, man.
They are there.
Yeah, they're just doing that. They're just selling calzones to college kids, man. They're not.
Yeah, because
They ain't
they're
trying to fool anybody.
what's the name of their
Eastside Pocket.
Eastside
Eastside
Pockets
Pockets
is
is
their,
their other-
second place, like 2 or 3 stores down.
Oh, and that's where the shawarma comes from.
Well,
It doesn't
no,
have
no,
much-
no.
that
They
one's
just can't
all
fit
falafel
shawarma
and
in
like
Eastside
all that
Pockets.
stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they expanded.
I was forced to try shawarma in Amsterdam, and it was delicious.
You were
And then-
forced?
Well, I wasn't forced, but I don't eat outside of my comfort zone.
No sauces.
No sauces?
Are you not a
Plain,
sauce
please.
man?
No,
I asked for cheese on my
sauces.
shawarma, queso, and the whole place, like, everybody dropped their glasses
Yeah.
and forks and everything else.
I got
Like,
one rule. I won't eat any fucking thing that comes out of the ocean. Everything else, I'll give a shot.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to seafood.
Yeah.
I don't fuck
I just don't fucking
Really?
like it.
Don't fuck with
cheese is
seafood?
for me's.
Cheese is for
Cheese
you.
makes everything better.
It can be a sauce, right?
That's as saucy as
Yeah.
I get.
Shout to everyone in the chat room. Young Ben is out at a freaking convenience store right now getting us all candy because we're children, and we sent the one kid that.
Yeah, $15 isn't bad to watch me eat. So
Why? Can,
someone said $15, not bad.
is that we have to put the foot cam back on or the
Yeah,
crotch cam?
The crotch cam.
Does the sound work on YouTube?
Coke du jour. Jesus.
Let me put
What
this
was
on.
that first sound?
With the
Coke
boys
du
of
jour.
That was the
summer.
name of my buddy's thing.
Oh,
Revival motoring. Live. With the boys of summer.
We're definitely the voice of
You
summer.
brought your Nürburgring notes?
Get over there.
I've got them.
Oh, my
All right.
I made some other notes too.
They're
you
all
need,
up
man.
here?
all right, sick.
Yeah.
I have some Porsche stuff too. I think I'm
I
gonna.
didn't do any homework.
No, don't worry
Oh my
about
God.
it.
Good.
It's the first time we went. You never gave me the questions either.
You've been
Oh
doing
yeah,
homework
yeah,
your whole
no.
Like
life.
off the cuff.
That one was purely natural interview. This is just going to be,
We're just gonna
we'll get
barrage you
into
with
the
questions.
the nerd shit, the stuff that you live and breathe, essentially.
Is there a main topic tonight?
You
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, you
Main topic:
Main
Brett
focus-
Sloan.
No. Focus on Scott.
Nope.
No.
No, truly, no.
Scott didn't want to be on mic.
I figured.
Well, I
sold
don't want
you
to
out,
take away
dog.
from Brett's appearance here. It's big time in us. Right
I
now.
truly figured. Is our camera off? I think
No, I'm looking at
I'm
it.
watching, baby.
Is it not off? But is it?
It looks fine, man. Revival Motoring
straight?
sign's dead center.
Do I look good? Or
You
no?
look perfect, buddy.
Okay.
We'll just talk about whoever drives a SEMA as a daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SEMA
yeah.
cars a daily.
Oh, and Brett, you're gonna have to make love to that mic.
It's better.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fucking
that's
perfect. You can also just
Yeah,
you know,
just
you
lay
can-
back and just.
you can
like,
rap on it, you can
slide
hold it up,
Yeah.
you know,
And
whatever
that-
whatever's
It
comfortable.
will adjust higher.
Oh, that's what I want.
Yes, right here.
Nothing other.
What did I
You don't get a
want?
fancy swing stand, unfortunately. We only had money in the budget for 4.
That should be better.
Hey everybody, welcome to Free Party. I think a lot of our guys, a
Is that better?
lot of our normal Free
Oh, yeah,
Partiers
yeah,
aren't
there
here
you
because
go.
we have switched platforms.
Woodchuck the gray squirrel. Come in, gray squirrel.
I just put it on
Gotcha.
the old YouTubes. As
How's the
well.
owl doing?
Not YouTubes.
Oh, we got baby owls.
You got baby owls?
last night.
Has anyone hooed
3
at
of
them?
them. No, but it was very entertaining, and me and my wife were.
Oh, we should have put up a
Loving it up.
ransom note.
It was great.
Yeah.
What is our
you gotta
YouTube?
shoot me a
I don't
picture of the
know
baby owls.
It was last night, like right before dark, and we
Oh.
were using the binoculars from in the house.
Is it YouTube/Revival Motoring?
I'm gonna share this to
Revival motoring.
Facebook now. I believe so. Yeah, if you just search Revival Motoring.
You guys sound really good at that. Them there internets.
You like the internets?
We sound good on the internet?
No, you're good at the internets.
Oh, well,
Oh yeah, we're getting all right.
I just text you Sam's number if you want to bring him in at one point.
Okay.
I don't know.
we
I
got
should-
plenty of time. I believe.
Yeah, no, he's yeah, California time. He's still working.
Does he hate me for that car he bought from me, or what do you think?
And let's ask him live.
Yes.
Did
Let's
he
do
buy
it.
that R from you?
Yeah.
He sure did.
Oh man,
I gave him a smoking deal.
did you really? Should have
I
hooked your
guess.
boy up.
You weren't into it.
I don't know.
I'm
I mean, what are those
suddenly
things?
into
Realistically, what do they go for?
Who knows?
4 or
There's-
5 grand.
Every car is different.
$5
I
grand,
found one
buddy?
for
I would
5
give you
grand.
5 grand.
I found
There's-
one for 5. It was a fucking basket case. It was like 5 grand. Like,
Like they're all over the map. Like it's like a Porsche. Could be, woo, or it could be whoa.
could be
Average what?
low.
12 and a half,
What?
15? 12 and a half to 15?
Sam's was not 5 digits because I'm a nice guy.
Are you kidding me, bro? I would have
Jesus,
bought
for
that.
not 5 digits, I would have came down and fucking picked it up.
We
Yeah,
would have. Yeah, we
Jesus.
would have sorted something out real
Yeah.
quick.
This guy. It
It
was,
was
6
1 penny
digits.
less than 5 digits.
All right.
All right, all right. It was 6 digits.
Um.
Oh, young Ben in the house.
Wow.
Oh.
Record time.
Hey, do they have
Record time.
Magnum ice cream pops over there?
Diet stroke.
Dude, I'm thinking about
Swedish
it.
fish.
Swedish fish.
This is for my new Porsche game, the Diet Coke.
No pretzels? I haven't heard you mention on pretzels.
We
in a
haven't
while.
had pretzels
Twix?
in a long time. We haven't anybody in from the Western Mass to give them to us.
Twix.
These are left. I want to right.
Wanna
Did you
switch?
get right?
More
No.
Swedish fish.
I got it right.
Did you get it right? Thanks.
He
sir.
shouted him
I
out
don't like the
first,
way
and
the
I was
left
like,
tastes.
I get it.
Wow, there's no more see-through bag. What kind of baloney is that?
How many Twix did we get in there?
We got 2.
Give me another Twix. What happened to the peanut M&Ms?
What do you mean? I gave you one. It's right there.
Son of a bitch.
His hours are reset
I
once
paid
again.
$27 and didn't even get peanut M&Ms?
Yeah, where's the change?
Damn. I mean, you take a couple bucks, man. You still got a 20.
A
Give
dollar
the-
left?
Give the
What
Josh
was
to
it?
order shawarma. Yeah, we'll just
I don't
put it
need
to the
I don't
fun.
need it. Thank you, Ben.
What is it?
Thank you, Ben.
AMSR? ASR?
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
ASMR. I don't know what it actually
Yeah,
stands
me
for.
neither.
So you really do put them in the other room?
Yeah, yeah. Ben, can we get a mic check on your voice?
Yeah.
There it is.
All right, thank you.
You should put him on a voice box like Gary Delabate in the back.
You definitely need
Talk
headphones.
box.
Josh, don't we have a 100-foot headphone cable?
No.
Perfect. Ben, not yet. If you want to address Ben, you have to scream.
Ben?
Yeah.
just checking.
He could watch us on YouTube. It'd be about 3-second delay.
I think
It's really quite easy to hear in the other room.
Yeah, it's actually not.
I think eventually we're gonna have Ben actually do stuff to benefit the podcast, like monitor the chat and stuff. But
Young Ben, can you shut our door, please? Actually, Corey, can you shut our door? It'd probably be a little easier. I don't know.
I'll make Corey do it.
Does anybody come in here for anything? Is it part of the business?
Yeah,
No,
did you lock
no,
that
it's
back door,
bizarre.
or how does that even go?
So the actually, Young Ben, did you lock the metal door, the man door?
Oh no, I'll be right back.
Yeah, just do that just in case.
About to reset it again.
Oh
Yeah.
God, Twitch is so good.
It's
Never
we,
Twitch in a long
Brett,
time.
you better set that alarm even though you're indoors.
I don't have the keys on. Oh yeah, I do.
I left him
Yeah.
in there the whole time at Tobias's. I didn't even take him out.
Do you guys go to Toby's?
Yeah.
What's Toby up to?
Why didn't Toby come?
Had to drop off a tool.
is he cutting his grass with the scissors?
I said the same thing. I didn't want to walk on it. I
So when Brett went to get out of the truck
How
at
good
his
is his
house,
grass?
he's like, I can't stand on the
fucking
grass.
great,
So
right?
how am I going to get out?
I'll tell you what. I love that fucking guy. I was thinking we should probably had him on too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that today.
I was trying to get him to come down.
Have him come hang out again.
Text him.
He was
He
like,
can hang out in Young Ben's room.
Brett was trying to, no, I'm not taking away now.
I think
Fucking dick.
I love
once
him.
we all start munching on shit, I think we're good to go.
Once
guys
we're
ready
all
to start
chewing,
partying?
I'm probably not
eating
gonna
on mic.
not gonna eat my Swedish fish the entire.
I mean, I said on
Alright, let me
on
get
Instagram that we're on whatever we are now, YouTube's. So, I mean, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. I don't know how else to communicate with the fucking world. Out exclusive. Okay, let me make sure my stuff's working.
I love it.
Where's the
Spot on.
Eagle.
Oh, eagle.
There we go.
Young bro.
Do you
We're
call
good.
that the ham horn? Because that's what I've always.
The ham, that one.
That's the ham horn.
I was called the
It's a rap-
ringtone horn.
The rap horn.
Rap horn.
Right, but I thought they called it the ham horn.
I like
Rappers.
ham horn.
Never heard of a ham
Is
horn.
that just the Undertaker noise? That's
That,
all I
every
think.
time Young Ben hits a rock. Young Ben can't hear it though.
Well, you can. Right?
No,
How could he hear it?
because that's just through.
That's just through headphones.
You can hear us because we're just talking, but
We gotta put the big speaker in there again. I told you once, let's say it again. If I said it once, I've said it a million times. We need a 1,000-watt speaker blasting a Young Ben in there.
then we just need. We can put them out in the garage if we really wanted to.
Do whatever we want. Oh. All right. I mean, yeah. Rocks.
I think it'll be good to go shortly.
Young bro.
Rocks.
The legend.
Pastor Jesus.
The soundboard is
Live
very
with the
important.
boys of summer.
Yeah, you gotta make sure all the sounds are working.
Yeah. That's working.
Oh,
All right,
we're ready to
good.
party. I'm ready to
That's the one I
snap
care
this,
about.
snap into a Snickers. Tell you that much right now.
All right. Young Ben, you good?
Yeah.
You got any news or anything?
No.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy.
On par.
High energy.
Oh, actually, Young Ben,
Yeah.
that notepad that's on the side of you,
Yes.
I want you to take notes this entire episode
High energy.
because once we're done, we're going to have you take those notes and we're going to film a 1-minute compilation of everything we talked about
Yeah, that's true.
in
Yeah.
front of the news update backdrop.
Yeah.
You're going to film it, actually.
Bullet points.
Sorry to say, but you're about to become an internet celebrity.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Because
And we're
of
only going to
your-
do
High
it.
energy.
It's one shot, no repeats,
Everybody knows the rules.
1 minute, and we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna go terribly.
Shoot to kill, baby.
That's
Come
what
on,
we're hoping
Ben.
for.
That's the goal.
That's what the boys want.
I think, let me hit record on that. Actually, Corey, can you hit record on that too? Because that's a good backup just
Now
in
let 'em know
case.
where the button is.
Yeah, just in case we really fuck things up.
Richard. I think we're like saving to YouTube now.
We should be, yeah. I think.
Yeah, the stream should instantly upload after you finish it.
Okay.
Did we get anything from Yukon Daddy on that soundboard?
Yukon Daddy?
We should be good, man.
I don't know who Yukon Daddy is. Maybe Podcast Daddy's right here.
Just on the screen, there should
I
be a little
love
red,
it.
red dot.
Yeah, red dot.
Okay, we're good. Perfect.
Gotta prime those things.
You gotta prime them, man. You can't just let them float out there in the breeze, you know? You gotta prime them. Let's party.
Any questions before we get rolling?
Have you listened to the podcast
I was going to
before?
say, if you've listened,
I think the first one, but it doesn't even exist anymore.
what?
We'll get into that on air.
Oh, okay.
Because his is MIA.
Yeah, it is.
No way, really?
Yeah, it is.
Yours is missing?
I just went back to reference what number it was, and it's not there.
I think it's 2 or 3.
Yeah.
In my research or preparing to be on today, I was looking and I was like, or not today, the other day.
That's very interesting. Hang on a second.
Josh
checked.
is now going to prove that we're all stupid.
No,
No,
I
I
just
It's
I
just
checked-
on the next page.
No, but I'm also having issues with the last 2 episodes. I wasn't able to listen to it on my office computer. I don't know whether because it's not the new OS. but
Well, I just
wasn't-
checked on Pocket Cast, which is what I listen to everything on,
So
and it's
the
not
la-
there either.
Yeah, it's weird. So the last 2 I've listened to on my phone and just plugged it through the.
Have you talked to your IT guy?
Let me ask him. All right, yeah.
No, it ain't working.
Yeah.
Of course.
Says we're
it's-
fine.
That's weird, man. I don't know.
it will spin like it's trying to download it and then it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
It doesn't even give me a preview. Like
What happened? What do you?
It just stops. Big Truth is first.
Stops at 3, huh?
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
And I thought it was just because they only allow you like 100 or something like that. Because you can't listen to like every single Rogan.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Can?
should be
Oh,
able
it's
to.
Yeah, right back
yeah.
to the beginning of time.
Really?
Yeah.
I started at number 1.
No, you
I did
didn't.
not know this.
No, nobody did.
Let me see. I'm just.
But I know I've
I
seen
tried
Anthony
that with the
Bourdain's,
smoking
which
tire.
is Anthony Bourdain's is way back there, and I
Yeah.
listen to that like once a year.
Well, Pocket Cast
It's
now
really
gives
fucking
you
good.
the.
Anthony Bourdain, Rogan, sick.
You can now
Fucking
search
weird.
on Pocket Cast. Oh yeah, which is huge for Rogan because
Giant shout out to the podcast because every time I try to find something on Rogan, even if I know what episode it is, I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm scrolling
He's
for
fucking
the
But
long
isn't he
time.
going to Spotify?
He is.
Yeah, fuck. Just as I figured out how to fix it, Brett comes in and ruins it.
He is. Yeah.
He's going to Spotify.
I still have not
Wait,
downloaded.
Snickers are 2 little bars now?
Some of them.
The Kings, right? Is that the bigger one?
Yeah, what the fuck?
So that's super
It's
weird
twice
Okay,
the
they're
cost.
great.
because it's showing
Racking up that bill.
on my Libsyn that they're posted.
Oh, do we have anything from JR and FCP on the soundbot? Oh, UConn, UConn, University of Connecticut, Daddy.
Oh, UConn. Right.
we tried.
yeah,
Our
Daddy-
soundboard couldn't handle it.
Daddy of the week. No, we gotta. JR is gonna come hang out again, and we're gonna make sure we record some stuff with him. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that because it shows
Well, it was
that
much
it's
funnier when
posted.
we thought you took it down for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I thought it was
no
all
way.
the early stuff that you did.
When you
No
took
way.
Brett's episode and chucked it in the trash.
That's because part of my thing is like I want people to hear from the very beginning, and hear like how things kind of develop.
Wow, that's bullshit, bro. I didn't. Is that
No,
why
I
you
get it.
agreed to come back?
Exactly.
Just
I got to prove myself.
So, yeah, no, you should have reached out to me. I'd have been mad.
I've been listening since the Brett episode.
Oh man,
Brett turned
What
me
a brick.
on.
I
period.
did.
yeah, I'm gonna.
I thought it was the air conditioned seats that
because
did it.
that is just not acceptable. Yeah, we gotta fix that. Now I'm all.
He had
now
a blasting on the whole
I could
entire-
never buy another new car without that. I mean, oh
No,
my
you
God.
gotta have it now,
I
dude.
mean,
I had him
Wow.
on all the things, the adaptive steering, like everything. I was trying to press this button.
he's reaching over like, dude, I'm driving. What are you doing?
Just hold on. Just hold on.
Yeah.
It's the fifth point of the belt.
You're gonna like this.
It's the
little
submarine
stress
strap.
relief.
It's called the submarine strap. Don't worry about it.
If you're ready
I'm
to
gonna find
switch
it down here.
switch that thing, I think we can
Switch one thing.
from the pre-party screen to the
Pre-party to revival logo screen. Let's hammer it.
daddy screen. I should have made a celebratory sound. I didn't, but I should have made a
There it is.
celebratory
You definitely
sound.
should have, man.
Put it in.
Welcome, everybody. I am Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Chuck Hu
Holla.
and Corey.si.
Hello.
This is our 100th episode, which is absolutely
Wow.
like
Wow.
I can't even. It's awesome. It's cool. Yeah.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun
We'll-
happening in this room.
We'll get into that.
That's why we had to repaint.
Yeah.
White's easier on the eyes. We'll get into all that stuff shortly. We are also joined by Brett Sloan
Hello.
and good friend Scott.
Hi.
They're gonna they're gonna let's just say they're deep in the scene, and we're gonna pick their brains, talk about some stuff, and really no main topic this week. Just have them here, have fun, hang out, and see what happens. So thank you, everybody who is listening to this. Thank you, everybody who's watching us currently on our YouTube stream. If you notice, we made the switch from Twitch to YouTube because it just makes more sense.
No more Twitch.
Now we don't have to upload to YouTube for 4 hours every time after we broadcast live to Twitch.
Saves me a little work, and it just leads everybody to one channel, which is obviously much easier. So
It's a funny misstep on our part from the beginning.
didn't even think
It's
of it.
Excellent misstep.
Can you blame somebody?
No, we were all like, yeah, Twitch,
Yeah,
let's
Twitch,
go,
let's
go.
do it. Yeah.
Didn't Twitch just update their copyright stuff to the same as YouTube? So you might as well just go to YouTube.
I don't,
Did they? I don't know.
Yeah,
You know,
saw some
the interesting
angry
thing was,
people.
if you want to know the real story behind Twitch, I wanted to start doing DJ sets, so I figured out how to do Twitch because Twitch doesn't pull you down for playing copyrighted music right away, which YouTube did. And then I found out how easy Twitch was, and I was like, shit, I could get the boys on this. We could do Twitch uploads. So we're going to see how we like the tubes, which will never be demonetized because we can't stop using profanity all the fucking time. And we're going to go from there.
I was raised in Fall River, Massachusetts.
Fall River kid.
It's just like Charisse, profanity, and Fox Body Mustang.
That's it, man.
That's pretty much it.
And those meat pies from the place on the north end there.
The Lebanese place.
Oh, the meat pies.
The meat pies. Sam's Bakery.
Sam's Bakery.
Shout out to
Big
Sam's
shout.
Bakery. So this episode is brought to you by us, Revival Motoring. Visit our website. We have some features posted up there on our blog, which you can read, check out, and then you can also get up to date with our YouTube videos, our interview series, and of course the podcast itself. There are links to our podcast, and we have links to our other show, Talking Motorcycles, so we want you to check that out. But visit revivalmotoring.com.
Am I reading all mine?
This is all you. I mean, 100 episodes. We can't start changing things now.
I can't wait, baby. I saw a SEMA car today.
We'll talk about.
And
We have a SEMA car under our lights right now.
And I asked myself, is that car full bolt on? Does it still feel like it's missing something? Welcome to the wonderful world of custom machining. Need a pro to show you the ropes? Dennis at FF Metalworks is the man for you. FF Metalworks is a full-blown machine shop that can make your dreams come true. Catch can not snazzy enough? Sick of that shitty coolant overflow bottle? How about you make those bitches out of titanium? That's right. Any type of metal you want for your custom project is possible. Need to spice it up in the bedroom? FF Metalworks is a strict don't-ask policy. Just send them the policy, Jesus. Just send them the specs. Great way to take your build from full bolt-on to custom monster or SEMA build to custom monster is a completely custom shift knob. Dennis worked with yours truly, Chuck Hume, to come up with an absolutely ridiculous titanium and purple heartwood shift knob for my car, the Nurple. He's also working with Corey's knob.
He worked my knob pretty good.
And Josh's knob.
Still working my knob.
And these guys are both thinking about having their knobs worked on.
And he's sending.
Dennis.
He's going to send us a box of knobs.
He's going to send us a whole box of knobs.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of knob content pretty soon.
Oh, are we going to have the old knob in the box trick?
Knob in the box.
Yeah. Knob in the
That's
popcorn.
exactly what's going to happen.
Also, this just in, FF Metalworks now produces custom knobs for your Ultra Hot Boy CEA shifter. Get rid of the bolt on top and show the world you're a custom dude now. Trying to spice it up even further? FF Metalworks can do intake manifolds, valve covers, cans, bottles, you name it. Dennis works hand in hand to create your perfect piece. Ready to step your game up? Reach out to FF Metalworks today on Insta or ffmetalworks.ca where you can reach out via email.
Canada.
All those prices now in USD because it looks cheaper. So get on there, check it out, hit up Dennis, and get your custom knobs going.
I'm going to get a catch can from him. Got to reach out to him.
Are you getting that catch can done?
Yep.
SEMA spec.
Yeah, you got to tell him it's
Full
SEMA
carbon
spec.
fiber.
For what vehicle?
Might not old ways.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
need something. Yeah. So eventually,
awesome.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta get some dimensions because they don't make anything for the breather valve that comes off the. So yeah, I gotta give them measurements and hopefully work that out.
Dennis from FF Metalworks just out there touching everybody.
Yeah.
Knobs.
He's got giant nuts, too.
Did you see those things?
Yeah.
Oh, those nuts were
That was
magic.
the biggest set of nuts I've ever seen in my life.
In a while.
Yeah.
In a while.
Well, never mind.
Rest in peace. Josh, are your wheels not John Blaze enough? Are you tired of having the same old finish as all the other hot boys? Does your multi-piece wheel not get you laid like it used to? It's probably time to give those babies a refinish, and I've got just a guy for you. Nick at MR1 Wheel Refinishing. He's not a simple powder coater, painter, first-time wheel taker, reparter. No, this man is a wheel enthusiast. A lot of quick-fix boys are just applying makeup to your wheel, and just like in the club, when the lights come on, you see the true beast. MR1 is a full-service wheel refinish and repair shop. We're talking about full-blown machine shop, polishing, powder coating, tumbling equipment. And here's a testimony of one of our happy customers. Hi, I'm Chuck Hu, and my AC Type 2s were powder coated by famous blind recording artist Stevie Wonder. He tried, but those babies weren't my Sharia Moore. Nick went through them, and not only did he unfuck my wheels, but he made them better than new. Now these beautiful wheels make me realize what a turd my project car actually is. Thanks, Nick. That's right, kids. Get your wheels glammed up so you can realize what a turd your project car actually is. Reach out to Nick at MR1 Wheels now. Sorry, Junior, Nick only works on Ford's multi-piece wheels, so you got to start saving up. Also, currently booked until September, so you might want to get your name on that schedule. I know Corey had a little visit from the MR1 Wheel Ferry, and we'll talk about that in a little bit.
We got him back, baby.
It's going to be a callback.
It's going to be a callback. That's all I got, man.
Okay, cool. Then we can get into the
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
callbacks.
Callbacks.
So first and foremost, I wrote a bit of a callback, and that's just a giant thank you to everybody. So as Chuck often says, we still can't believe people listen to us.
Nope.
We have sat down with guests from all over the world, friends, some strangers that for the first time we've ever chatted with have been at our podcast table. We have made connections with listeners and formed great friendships. We can't thank everyone who listens enough. We have had multiple people reach out to express how us doing this show helps them. How we provide a break from our current global issues. That means a lot, being able to do this show, and it's just as important to us knowing that the people who support us, you know, that's our payoff. That's really what it is. It's what drives us and pushes us to continue. This is truly just the beginning, so cheers to everybody out there, to many hundreds more. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. Still don't believe anyone listens to this.
Yeah.
I still think we do this every week and no one listens.
It's just like a cry for help to the galaxy.
We're just talking to ourselves.
I mean, yeah,
You should keep it that way.
I was going to say
because
that's
what keeps it.
that's part of the deal is like, because I, you know, if nobody listens, be like, well, fuck, I want to go talk to the boys for a little
Well, if
while.
I wasn't here on a Wednesday night talking to you guys, I'd just be talking to myself. So at least I get somewhere to put it
It
out.
just pans out.
Yeah.
Just works out for
I'm
the best.
silent all week. But I get here.
Yeah. You got to save it up, man.
Yeah.
Just save it up.
Raging bull. I also had another quick small callback, and that's the fact that we released another YouTube video on Project Stinkbug.
So that was in my YouTube content.
Once you're done, well, we can recover it. Once you're done,
That's a cheap one to write up. buddy.
yeah, we'll just plug that this whole episode. Once you're done listening to us on the live stream, go feel free to check that out. So that is that. And I had another small callback, but I figured, you know, let the boys chime in.
What do you got? Anything good?
Well,
there?
boys, I know last time we had a podcast, I talked about how I, like a hero, repaired the CV boot on my Honda.
With electrical tape and saran wrap?
No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually
okay,
kind of
yeah.
fixed it.
Yep.
Kind of, as we're getting to the rest of the story. So I took the wife in it. We went up to Home Depot, which is one of the only places I take my Acti.
Someone told me Lowe's is for skirts.
Lowe's is for skirts.
Home Depot's for the men. Lowe's is for skirts.
Who told you that?
It's more expensive.
Yeah,
That's about
yeah.
it.
Professor Miller.
Yeah, he's probably right. Anyway, so obviously I'm a man.
Yeah,
I went
so
to
you go
Home
to
Depot
Depot.
and that thing, and my wife's like, I can hear like it sounds like there's a ping pong ball like bouncing around on the side of the car. I was like, uh-oh.
That's one of the ball bearings just having their
Sounds
way.
like I didn't do a great job repairing it. So I got back to the garage after that, put her up, and I could literally just like jingle the axle back and forth, so it didn't seat. So I got to do the axle again, and now I'm even better at it.
I'm interested how you were able to bolt everything back together without the axle seated.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Did you explore it at all or just hammer it home?
No, I just hammered it home. Because I was like, well, it's definitely, the axle's definitely seated because I bolted the whole thing back together.
Yeah.
He put it
Turns out
back
no.
together finger tight. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like they tell me.
Yeah.
Dude. I don't know, but I can share with everybody that you do not need to take the brakes off to do an axle on Honda Acting. God bless.
I know
Good luck
there's
with
a
that
mass
knowledge.
amount of people out there.
Yeah, the one other guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a pain in the ass. I had to do it all over again, but I think I could do one fast, and I got to do another boot in the back. So we'll find out this weekend.
I mean, now you're 3 times in, right? Is
Yeah,
that-
plus I got to do one on my side by side. I'm on a lot of CV boots. I
is
should have bought that stupid
that tool.
fucking thing.
I'm saying
I
that
know.
tool, like you know, it's
Everybody
nice.
convinced me
It's
it was
not
too
too
much
late.
money. $200 isn't looking that bad right now.
It's not too late.
We just gave him.
Well, you
I
get a special tool?
I gave him the inner tie rod tool.
No.
No, this
Does
is the CV boot. Like it's like a clamp, and then it
It's P
opens
pneumatic.
up the CV boot, like stretches it out, and you can just slide it over the CV end and decompress
I
it.
heard you guys talking about that tool, and I'm like, Wow, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
We should all go in on one.
Yeah, I mean, if we can
Seriously, like
all split it
Yeah.
up, I
Yeah.
mean,
Freight got one?
Dorman, there's a bunch of people that make it, but it's all around $200 for it.
we could have you powder coat it and
Yeah, we
Yeah.
part
never
of
lose
rose
it.
gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, powder coating is easy. So
Yeah.
I mean,
You're obsessed
Just-
with that wrench. You've been handling it for the last 20 minutes
man.
nonstop.
It's like Dennis with knobs.
I
Yeah.
saw it glowing when I came in. and
Yeah,
it's just,
yeah.
It's gorgeous.
just be happy I'm handling this, not something else.
Is that rose gold?
It is rose gold.
I knew it.
Some
Yep.
hot boy wanted his bolts
Maybe should be
done
swinging around
rose
your
gold.
neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's very tight.
Yeah.
I got more callbacks for Corey. You want to do one? What do you got?
No, just a quick callback. I picked up my wheels for the
Oh.
Polo. I can't put them on,
No, you
but
can't. You can put them next to the car though.
they look great. They came out fantastic. They're exactly what I wanted. They're non-hot boy. Scott can maybe attest. Maybe OEM spec, OEM plus.
Definitely OEM spec with the ditch finder tires.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
the
yeah.
old
all
ditch
about
finder
the
stuff.
ditch
Everyone
finder
seems to think the
tires.
tires are going to be a bit of an issue.
Could you tell everybody what size the tires are on this car?
165, 45, 15.
And it's on the front of a Polo with a 1.8T and no diff.
No diff.
All right. Well, I mean, if nobody else sees a problem with that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's got double factory horsepower. It's fucking amazing.
It's 50, 60 something more. I don't know.
Oh, it's gonna be
180
awesome.
never lose, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Ain't gonna lose though.
You're going to be
Shit.
losing tires, but they're cheap.
That's fine. I mean, 34 change, 35 change, whatever it was a tire. I
Worth
don't know,
it.
man.
Worth
They-
it.
They
Worth
got here
it-
in 2 days.
worth
Be
it
all
just
right.
for the entertainment alone.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like I said, if they're that bad, we'll just boil them off and I'll buy it.
yeah, make it happen. Yeah. Fun little half hour.
Young Ben.
YB.
Can you go to our Twitch on your phone and tell people that we're on YouTube?
Yeah, people honor Twitch.
Yeah,
yeah.
Kyle Belcher just signed in and said he was sitting on the Twitch for 45 minutes looking like John Travolta in the gift.
Okay.
just have a look, man. That's fucking amazing.
I already uninstalled the app, so I'm out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. It's
Hard
changed
out.
size
Hard
that
out.
hard, man. Damn.
Well, I mean, the only time I used it was for this, so I mean,
GTFO.
yeah.
yeah, sometimes you got to bail. You got to bail when the bailing's good.
Yeah, we gotta let everyone know when we switch over to OnlyFans.
Oh, man, that's going to be it. That's going to be
Soon
it.
enough.
Yeah.
Desperate times. Another small little callback is I was recently on the Big Truth podcast.
Oh, we're gonna talk about this.
Are we? Okay. So, well, yeah, that'll be a callback. We'll get into it more.
Yeah.
That's all I got for callback.
Oh, I
Okay.
can't wait for that one.
Yeah, everyone go listen, have a listen.
It's
Josh
out right
was
now?
on there.
It's out now?
Yeah, it's out
just
right
came
now.
out today.
It's
wish I knew.
fantastic. Where'd you record that?
At Shop Ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have it set up like this?
No, we were talking about that though. That's what he's striving to do. Matter of fact, I was thinking about it after the whole deal. I'm like, man, I should just tell him, like, set it up in the corner because it'd be cool at the shop. It'd be really cool at the shop. So, I will gladly help him along with that because it's cool. It's a cool podcast, and there's a lot, like, for me to be on that show with him and know like who else has been on that thing. It still like blows my mind. I'm just like, holy shit, lead singers from hardcore bands that I'd listened to over the years, and it's just like, fuck, I'm on this show. It's just like weird to me still. So
You're a big deal, Josh.
I
It's
don't
for
think
sure,
so.
man. It's for sure.
The podcast daddy ends as soon as I walk out that threshold. So
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Podcast Daddy, he repped us. It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Podcast
It,
guy's doing it
You
right.
could be a podcast consultant.
we could, yeah,
Kind of is already.
we're getting there. No, we're still winging it. 100 episodes in,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, yeah.
Seat of our pants.
Full wing. So I got my 2-year-old son. My son just turned 2.
Yep.
I got him a giant Power Wheels for his birthday because I'm that guy. He needs a couple pillows to
That's
drive
pretty
it.
standard. I mean,
It's pretty sick, man. It's Power Wheels Dune Runner. If you're a guy, if you got kids,
let me Google that. Power
you
Wheels
get
Dune Runner.
the Dune Extreme, whatever their Dune thing is,
Okay.
right?
You didn't get him into the GT3? The little...
No, this is why, because the Dune thing doesn't have a dash. So like, I drove that thing into my garage the other day. The weight limit's 135 pounds. I can attest it does much more than that. Wow.
This
It's
thing
sick.
is cool.
Yes, exactly. And they love it. So, obviously, because I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's it. It's green, too. Oh, it's sick,
It's
dude.
side by side? That's
Oh,
sick.
man.
Side by side, 2 speeds. So,
Two
Beca-
speeds.
2 speeds, slow and
Wow.
fast. Because I can't let anything stay normal, I immediately found out how to wire up Makita 18-volt batteries to it.
When is it getting the lawnmower motor?
That's next. So if you take a Makita 18-volt battery, I'm going to tell you how to do it. You take a Makita 18-volt battery. You take there's a little slide top you can put on that turns it into a USB charger. You take the leads to the USB.
Yeah.
You put them to wires. You put that wire into a Power Wheels adapter and plug it in. Now, instead of the 10-hour Power Wheels charge battery that I had when I was a kid, they've got a Makita battery that outputs almost twice the power. That is lithium-ion and charges in 30 minutes, and it doubles the speed.
Yeah. How long until it burns down?
It doesn't. It won't burn down.
It won't?
However, it is... My daughter learned about oversteer almost immediately.
Yeah. Does it do wheelies?
Plastic tires, it can't because it's so long, but like, I mean, most kids drive these on like yards. We're driving through my ATV paths.
Yeah.
I mean, she's climbing up hills that like, no way I thought this thing was going to make it up the hill. And she gets to the top and it just tail ends all over the place. Oh, it's so sick. So,
You got to stud out those tires. Get a little more grip action.
yeah, I'm going to put screws in them.
Yeah.
That's going to be
But-
great. She runs her brother's
so-
foot over.
Yeah.
You open the box when you buy it. You assemble it. How long before you logged into like YouTube or Googled how to make this faster?
I logged in
Before you even bought it? On the way
right
home from
after I placed
store?
the order.
Okay.
I logged in and figured out how to do it.
There you go.
I didn't actually hardwire anything because I don't trust myself. So Etsy, some guy had it for like $60. Had the thing ready to go. I'm like, this is how you use Etsy. Dude, quick shipping. I got it there in 2 days. It's got an inline fuse, which you know I wouldn't have done. Yeah, total fucking insanity.
Inline fuse. Okay, so then it won't actually burn down.
No, it would have burned
It
down
won't
if I
burn
did
your
it.
kid at all. That's great.
Yeah.
And then Kinder, who was helping me, risking his life, putting a fan up in my garage, came by. I was like, dude, why don't you string them together? Put a 36 volt. My buddy's got one. It can't never get traction. I was like, well, that's exactly why I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But it's, it scared her day one. She did a little Tokyo drift into a hard braking. But we're going to get her a helmet.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's your daughter driving it now because a 2-year-old is not so much.
In slow mode, he'll drive it, but he's going to have pillows behind him. He literally just sits there and just gets pimped around. I mean,
he just lamps.
He loves it.
He
He
rides
loves it,
shotgun?
dude. It's
He
crazy.
rides
Yeah, he's
shotgun?
riding shotgun right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
He lamps.
he's just cold lamping, man.
Yeah, just straight chilling.
So if you got a Power Wheels and you're not doing this, you're fucking up.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, 1/10 the charge time. Come on.
Yeah,
And it gives you an excuse to have way more Makita batteries.
I was gonna say have like 6 of those things. Keep
Dude,
them busy for like
6. I got more than 6 Makita batteries, buddy.
keep them busy for like 2 hours straight.
Hot lapping it.
Yeah. So
What are they,
it's,
4 amp? What are they?
6.
6 amp? Wow,
6
those,
amps.
those are big batteries.
Those are the
yeah.
big boys.
We
Still
get
half
some-
the size of the other thing.
Yeah, you can get them in 8. You can get them in 15 amp hour as well.
Really?
Really?
Fuck.
Makita's
Well,
50?
I don't know about Makita.
6 is
Milwaukee.
as big as I could find. Milwaukee's the bigger volt.
Yeah.
Milwaukee?
Oh, I believe Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's like the
18
river.
volt. Yeah, there's 18 volt Milwaukee.
Jeez, I thought
as
it was
well.
big dog with a fucking.
I thought I was
4
knocking out a
amp
park
hour,
with a
18
5.
Oh yeah.
Josh,
yeah,
you're
no.
talking about volts or amps?
Well, the amp
'Cause it
hour
ain't
of
the
the
volts,
battery.
it's
So
the amps that'll get you.
the voltage. Oh yeah. We
You know
don't
them
wanna- we don't want to mess with that.
Yeah.
But there's still 18 volt, and then I believe at work we have. I think there's one that's a half. It's like 1.5 amp hour. Then there's 3, 5, 8, and I think it goes up to 12 or 15. It's
Wow.
like, and this is a battery that's like this.
It's gotta
tall.
be big
Oh
if
yeah,
it's,
yeah. This thing you don't want to put it on a drill. By
I
any
can't
means.
feel my wrist. I
Yeah,
only put in
yeah.
one
Good way to
screw.
pump the biceps up, though, on
Yeah,
the job.
exactly,
You don't want to
exactly.
look soft out there.
No.
That's for goddamn sure. Also, I rented a 12-inch chipper this weekend. That's a lot of chipper.
It's a lot of chipper. You got a lot of stuff done in your woods.
Oh, crazy amount of stuff done in my woods. There's not a twig left on the property. I literally just fed trees into it, and it would just mash it. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. It was bigger than my side-by-side. My side-by-side weighs 1,400 pounds. I was pulling around the yard with that thing. The chipper weighed 2,500 pounds. It was a 3-liter 5-cylinder turbo diesel chipper. And it was, I'll tell you what, I might have talked shit about 5 cylinders before, but I found the perfect place for them.
Does it sound cool like a 5-cylinder?
When you rev it up, it chipped best at 2,800 RPM. When you take
low.
it all the way up, man, whew, you engage that clutch.
What's all the way up?
2,800 RPM.
Oh, so you're like 2,800 is like end of the road.
It's a diesel.
Expect a little more out of it. Maybe
I'll
47,
write a letter
50?
to John
Yeah.
Deere.
Yeah.
But my God, I mean, a big shout to Kinder again, who had to pull me up my hill with it. It was like, there's no way I was getting that thing up the hill.
In the ridge line, right?
Yeah, he ridgelined
He
to my
swears by
to
the
my
ridge line.
Polaris. We get a lot of shit talkers about ridge lines out here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you got to stop. Ridge lines are serious business, man.
It's one of my favorite little.
Yeah,
you know,
I've never had
it'd
an
be a very
issue with
versatile
such.
piece of kit, if you will.
It's a man's truck.
Yeah.
That's a Home Depot guy's truck.
Yeah.
No, but thank God he was there, man. My next plan was just to circle the yard and blast the hill full speed, which definitely will lead to something breaking.
And you were going to include, like, attach the wood chipper while you blast the hill?
I mean, how else would I get the wood chipper up?
No, it doesn't.
You
You
have
leave
to.
it.
No, I could have. No, I could have given it. That would have been fine. But shout to Kinder anyway for
Think
rescuing
the
me.
Acti could have pulled it up?
The Acti couldn't pull the. It weighs less
itself
than the
up.
side by side, dude. It's got less horsepower.
Well,
So yeah, that was me. 12-inch chipper, serious business. My neighbor came over and was like, "Hey, did you buy that thing?" And it was like, "It's bigger than my car." No, what am I gonna do with that thing? I mean, I think I should now, but I mean, serious business.
you should have
It's like
told
one
him,
of the
yeah.
Register that thing? Get a plate on it?
It had a plate, dude.
Yes.
The guy's like, "Hey, just fill it up with gas when you're done with it." I was like, I can't bring this anywhere. Like, so I got a 5-gallon gas tank to fill it up,
Yeah.
and that was like a third of the tank.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I had to
big
make a
thing.
couple trips. Yeah.
How many hours do you use it?
They listen to this podcast.
Oh,
8. Well, they didn't want to come pick it up on Sunday because they don't work on Sunday. Obviously, I didn't use it on Sunday.
right. Yeah.
Wouldn't dare.
Is it the one that is it like the super loud one that your whole neighborhood can't hear anything? Is it that loud?
I don't know because we started shipping about 7:30 in the morning.
Oh my!
So I don't know if the neighborhood heard it.
I didn't notice anything.
Ben's my neighbor. He didn't even hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't notice anything.
Must not have been that big then.
Yeah, should have got a bigger chipper. Yeah, fuck, I forgot. The neighbor's right over there. Ben, you got any callbacks there, buddy?
No.
You graduated.
You graduated from
yeah,
high school,
fuck,
man.
man.
Jesus.
Yeah. Everyone say congratulations to Ben.
Congrats,
for graduating
congrats
high
to Ben.
school.
Ben graduated from high school. He's now here on his own accord.
Yeah.
God bless him.
He no longer actually needs us?
No, but we need him.
Yeah.
To
Yep.
stay hip with all the YouTube people that we ask him about and he doesn't watch anyway.
With his one-word answers.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be time full of high energy.
So
That's what Ben brings to the table.
to tie in young Ben, so we got a new sign everyone can see.
Oh, we got a new sign. It's so good.
Shouts
If you're not listening, you can see it.
Yeah, Mickett, Garrett, and the whole crew at Mystic Scenic Studio.
Yep.
Garrett said that we should have young Ben pick a color every single week and explain to us why he picked that color
For the sign?
for the sign.
We'll start
wow.
next week.
We'll start next week.
Yeah.
But Ben, I anticipate lengthy answers.
Okay.
So we get a different color and why you go with that
Different
color.
reasoning.
Yeah. It can be based on mood, weather, what you ate that day.
Yeah, Ben, you get
Yeah.
to pick the color, man. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Can we make that thing change colors?
Oh,
We
yeah.
can, yeah.
As like with the lights and stuff?
Yeah, there's a whole controller on the
Come
side.
on.
Touch.
Oh boy!
Jesus, here we go. Josh is
Just
going
show
for
it
it.
off.
Josh is gonna show
Don't
it
fall
off.
out of your chair.
Is that sign crooked? Oh
I'm gonna have
no,
to
I
get
wish
up.
you didn't say that.
Is the sign crooked? No, the camera's definitely crooked.
Is the camera crooked?
No.
I know, but this line's perfect. Whoa.
Oh!
We got
Ooh, oh.
Hey everybody, we got different colors going on here. If you're listening, pink,
Purple nurple.
blue, red. We're going red.
Oh,
And
Oh, green.
I don't know what it's doing now.
Oh, it's in flash mode.
There's
Demo
so many
mode.
different modes.
Okay,
Hold
we're
on.
going flash mode. Everybody,
it looks like the outside of a strip club.
everybody on YouTube thinks the sign's crooked, because I think it actually is.
We got a level.
I think the camera's crooked.
Yeah.
I think the camera's crooked.
That would mean this table's crooked, which
No,
has
that's
got to be
definitely
impossible.
crooked. That's definitely crooked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we had to move a lot of things.
Oh.
So we
All
can
right.
go over there and change that at some point.
Party on.
Do I like that? I don't know if I like that thing maneuvering behind us.
It's a
I'll leave it. I'll leave it.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
fine.
leave, see what
That's fine.
happens.
Skip
My
over
only other
it.
callback was Josh on the Chophead podcast. I'm like 45 minutes in.
Yep.
Listen, truth, if you want to sit down and talk conspiracy theories,
Oh,
I'm your man. We can talk aliens. We can talk, deep state, whatever the fuck you want to talk.
Oh,
I am
deep
your
state.
man. I got to meet this guy.
we had a discussion off mic.
Probably for the best.
And
And that's why that podcast was able to be
we
released.
had a discussion off mic about that stuff.
Yeah.
And Truth has some awesome guests coming up. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Can we bring Truth here?
We can, absolutely.
Oh, that'd
Matter
be
of fact,
so
we can
cool.
bring Truth here and the absolutely absurd motorcycles that he builds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. And we might even try to have an event at some point.
Wait,
if
this
that's ever allowed
podcast
again.
is about conspiracy theories or motorcycles?
Truth is basically Truth owns a company called Chop-Ahead.
Okay.
And they build from the ground up, custom choppers. They do Harley
I got you,
stuff
buddy.
to Triumphs in particular is
That's why I'm
really
here.
where they started. But then it's also now a full functioning motorcycle shop and then storefront and all that sort of stuff. So Truth was very big in the New England, Boston, or world hardcore scene in general. So he's very familiar with a lot of those people, and then the motorcycle side, and then he just likes to talk to people who do cool stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a
it's
very
awesome.
Joe Rogan style kind of.
So essentially,
he just kind of moves wherever the conversation goes, and
we were talking about that again after the fact, and it's basically like Rogan style, just with instead of like Rogan being comedy and MMA.
Yeah,
it's motorcycles and
music,
hardcore music. Yeah.
Wait, then where does the conspiracy theory stuff come in?
Listen, man, we're talking about.
We get
I
there.
think that's because.
You guys just.
I think that's
Yeah,
because.
yeah.
No, there's no left turn. It's we open right out the gate with aliens.
Sick.
So yeah,
I was gonna say the first 20, 25 minutes or so.
yeah.
I don't think we talked about.
You're a minute and a half in. We're talking about the new alien
And one more
video.
time, what's it called?
The Big Truth podcast.
Yeah, see?
I don't think anyone
Gotta
out there is
build
going
that
to
thing
tell
up.
Big Truth what he can or can't talk
Yeah.
about.
Big Truth podcast.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just trying to sit down with the man, have a conversation.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be awesome.
No. We literally talked about him coming in. He said anytime you want to have him in,
I'd be sick.
He's
Yeah.
more than down to
Awesome.
come hang out. I was even thinking of trying to connect him and Tom just to talk about different stuff as well.
Oh, two different world of the same people. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. Two different perspectives of kind of the same
world, yeah.
if you will.
I'm out.
Quick little finger tight callback. The skyline, the grill on my Skyline just kept popping out because the clips suck. Zip tied the whole thing back together. It's perfect now.
It's a Volkswagen now.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, the zip ties work so much better. Those factory clips. Nissan, get it together. That's all I got. Actually, not for that. Nissan, get it together just because you generally suck.
Yeah. You got to assemble something better.
Dude,
400Z?
I
What's
bought
going
these
on?
clips. I waited a couple days for them to come in. I get them. I put them in. I'm like, it won't clip in.
Yeah. What about
Tell
you
what,
guys?
man,
Any
1989.
callbacks?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a quick discussion about Gone in 60 Seconds and someone putting it down, or Jalopnik put it down
Yeah,
as like
yeah,
a terrible movie.
Yes.
What a bunch of idiots.
Exactly.
right?
Bunch of
Gone in
idiots.
60 Seconds is awesome. It's a movie. It's awesome.
Yeah,
It ain't
right.
true life, whatever.
You want to be.
I found this button in the wheel well to pop the door open. I just knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want a movie to take you away at the very
Correct.
least for that hour and a half and fucking edge of your seat. Yes,
Dude,
that's
Bobby
exactly.
D getting down a lowrider. I mean,
There's
come
so
on.
many. There's so many. Right.
Oh.
There's so many good quotes.
It's a million great parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, how are you going to be a car guy and hold Gone in 60 Seconds in low regard?
Well, what's funny is like
Angela Jolie, Angelina
Torchinsky
Jolie,
says
fucking dreadlocks.
he's the one who gives it shit, but
Ferrari
like he
mechanic with dreadlocks. I mean, female Ferrari
Ferrari.
mechanic with dreadlocks.
Breaking all
If
boundaries.
that's not a
Yeah.
movie, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see the side movie on just her character.
Yeah, prequel?
The
Gone
prequel.
in
Yeah,
60
the
Seconds prequel because
Going in 30
her and,
seconds.
yeah, finished in 60.
Oh, what was Nicolas Cage's name on it?
That
What was
would
his
be that.
name?
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage. was-
Reigns. What was Nicolas?
Roman. Oh,
Roman Reigns.
Roman.
Vince Reigns?
Something Reigns.
No. What
Riggs?
was Nicolas Cage's character's name? But anyways,
I don't know, we got to
he
Google
supposedly
what's
had
happening right now.
relationship with her before, so you could do a prequel on their
Yeah.
relationship.
Their
That'd be
engagement.
hot. Nick Cage could use the work too.
Yeah. And
Kip Reigns.
Kip
Yes,
Reigns.
Kip
Kip
Reigns.
Reigns.
See, I knew it.
I think my favorite movie of his is 8mm, which is like a real movie about a real weird movie about like snuff films.
You don't like Con Air?
How could you pick only one movie for Nicolas
Oh,
Cage?
Nicolas
I
Cage.
mean,
I just said my favorite.
Boom.
If I
I
had to
just-
pick
how
one,
can you pick one?
Dude,
One.
I just used our internet
8mm.
to bring up Angelina Jolie from Gone in 60 Seconds. I mean, this doesn't get better than this.
Yeah.
I don't think those are really dreadlocks. Oh, there we go.
Wait, so you're saying
There they are.
she didn't really grow those out for the movie?
yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that I can't get any of this to work right. But anyways, there she is. Going to 60 Seconds, Angelina Jolie.
And
I'll
I
watch
want-
it every time it comes on.
Yeah, repeatedly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know
They
how.
rev the engine to blow the cocaine off the floor. I mean, come on.
Dude,
Yeah.
oh,
All-time
so good. It's those
classic.
little details that you forget about.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna watch it again when I get home.
I think Gone in 60 Seconds is better than any Fast and Furious movie. That's for sure.
I would agree.
I'll
Yeah.
give you that. Yep.
Yeah.
Memphis.
Josh
was
Miller.
Nick
I'm
Cage?
Deep thought.
I think I'd have to
I mean,
agree.
National
Yeah.
Treasure.
Dude, Nick Cage was
Corey,
Memphis.
how could
National
you not-
Treasure is great,
Come
but like
on, U.S. history.
They should have
Woo.
they should have started a Gone in 60 Seconds franchise.
They did. It's called
No.
the Eleanor.
Wait,
The
there's
car.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
that-
yeah.
that's
oh
what
yeah,
brought up
yeah.
the whole
Careful, wait, we
conversation.
can't say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, we can. We
Oh,
just
no,
can't
we
make money
can't.
off it.
There
Yeah,
goes the
yeah.
YouTube
No,
feed.
it's just-
We made it a half an hour.
God damn it, Brett.
Good night, guys.
Yeah.
Also, his name was Memphis. Nick Cage's name is
Memphis,
Memphis.
right.
Yeah.
His little brother,
yeah,
who
his
got
brother was
whatever
Kip.
Yeah.
Brains.
And that is from that's from
Memphis.
Kyle. Kyle
Oh, that's
Belcher.
funny.
Thanks, buddy.
And another callback. You guys were discussing pizza. I
Yeah.
mean, you could have pizza every day of the week. You just have a different type of pizza.
Yeah, true.
Italian, deep dish, Greek style with the pan.
fuck a deep dish.
Thin,
Nah,
whatever.
the deep dish,
I'm
like
not-
I'm
the
just-
real Chicago, like the
Corey.
mozzarella stick
No, I
pizza.
never had it.
I'm not picking favorites. I'm
Yeah.
saying you could have pizza every single day.
Different toppings.
I don't think
Of
you're qualified
course.
to talk about pizza, Scott.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Because your favorite pizza is garbage.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
God.
Please,
Damn.
Garbage.
my wife will
It's cardboard.
beat your ass.
What's your favorite pizza?
Hello, the #1 pizza rated in the whole world by every single person, Frank Pepe.
Oh, Frank
He knows
Peepees.
nothing.
And now,
Dude,
Brett, what's
Sally's.
yours?
Sally's all day long.
Where's
Oh,
that?
Sally's
He's
a
a
pizza?
Sally.
Right across the damn street, isn't it?
Down the
It's a
street,
no
same
question.
side.
It's
Is Sally's like, I haven't
not
had
up for dis-
Sally's. I haven't.
I
I gotta
haven't had
go.
it.
all right. Again, I gotta go.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
No way.
We had to go
dude.
down there with the boys, have a pizza off, buddy.
Have a couple pies.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Sally's a pizza, huh?
Regarding that, I forgot we do have another callback from 2.0_Mark4. He was the Domino's guy in the
Yeah.
Ferrari
Ooh.
video.
Big show, man, out there making that
Update.
money.
So this
Update.
is a guy, involved in the pizza biz.
Hell yeah.
He says, just got done listening to the podcast. Thanks again for the shout outs, but I got to weigh in on the pizza subject at the end of the show.
Here we go.
As the
Yes.
resident Zosslinger, small pizzas are useless unless you're under the age of 12.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Also, if anybody orders a plain cheese pizza, I automatically assume they drive a beige Toyota Corolla. And the most exciting thing that happened in their week is that they received somebody else's mail on accident.
Oh, wow. That's,
He said, cheese
That is
pizza,
cool.
get out of here with that Kevin McAllister bullshit.
oh,
This
wow.
guy's out here throwing haymakers.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought that was quite good, and
That's
I'm
good.
glad I get reminded of that.
Next time I'm in Burlington, I'll have to order a.
You have to order that
Oh, oh,
You guys,
Domino's.
you guys got to come to New Haven for the food tour. We got to.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I mean, you got to be starving when you come. My boy Kevin McDorkle, we'll just. Oh, it's the best.
I mean, I'm hungry nonstop, so.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Kevin can put away some food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Terry just commented that Scott is wrong.
Shout out to
Sally's
Terry.
and pizza's the
Oh,
play.
stop it, Terry.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's my
Keep
boy
the comments
T.
coming in, please. Please.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Terry.
Wow.
I'll get my girl, the hostess at Pepe's, will take you out, dude. Her name
I like
is
how
Shug.
mean they are to me.
Yeah, I like how
Yeah.
mean Pepe's are to me as well.
Sally's is even meaner.
Sally's
Yeah.
is
Oh,
worse.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I love it.
They go in, sit
Come
down,
on
shut
down
the
to,
fuck up, order your pizza.
Come on down to freaking
Is Sally's
Pizza
meaner?
Nazi Street,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
New Haven,
Oh, yeah.
Connecticut.
They're salty.
Yeah. All right. Anything else from you guys? Nothing? All right, let's wrap this up.
Young Ben, any more callbacks?
No.
Thanks, buddy.
Cue the boys. News.
Can we record me singing that so I don't have to sing it every time? just think about the other
actually,
day.
we can.
Nah, it'd be terrible.
Oh man, my notes just crapped out.
Uh-oh.
Give me a second. I got to sign back in.
What do you got?
I got some news.
You got some news? Let's hear it, buddy.
Jalopnik sucks for news.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh,
Speaking of Jalopnik, do you want to get into that
Did you-
now?
let's get into that.
Real quick though.
Yeah.
Did you see an article like it was just yesterday about how, people have really expensive car loans and they're not paying the bills during the coronavirus? Oh yeah, you don't say.
Yeah.
No
Like,
shit.
You're gonna make that a freaking article, you dopes?
Yeah, little light on the content. Speaking of Jalopnik and light on content, I read an article the other day from Jalopnik,
Yeah.
which I do read, about the new Lotus Evora, the 2020, which I do like, in a color I like. Car looked great.
It's fucking beautiful.
The three pictures provided, because that's all the pictures that were in the article,
Yeah.
which is fucking crazy, were the best part of the article, because I read it and I was like, Corey, read this article about this 2020 Evora. It is the least useful car review I've ever read. And
He says more about the head unit that's in the car than about the
yeah,
fucking
I know
car
all
itself.
about the Alpine head unit in the car, but he does no driving
Yeah.
impressions. There's three pictures, and even the comments were just like, what is this? How did you even put this out there? And then I'm like, Corey, who is this fucking guy that wrote this? And we look up his other articles. The most recent other articles, hey, I'm now Jalopnik's editor-in-chief.
Oh no.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
And I was like, geez, me and Torch might have some differences on movies,
Yeah.
but he wrote good articles. This fucking guy wrote like a 6-paragraph article about a Lotus that they gave him for a day, and there was nothing.
I'm not convinced it was a day. It must have been 15 to 20 minutes while like.
Yeah.
Dude, I could write a
someone's
better
grabbing
article
a
on
drink.
that
Yeah.
in 15 to 20 minutes on a Lotus.
Was
least
he even
put some
allowed to
passion.
drive it? Did he say
Maybe
he
he didn't
could
get to
drive
drive it.
Yeah, maybe.
He
He
said
said
he
he
got to
did.
drive it
Said he did.
Oh, okay.
Said he
during the
did.
Rona with the mask, but it's just, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it wasn't that good.
Ooh,
Maybe the
that's a good
car.
point.
He
That's a
did,
good
but he's
point.
not even like, hey,
But
the car stinks. He's just like,
express that
yeah,
in
it's
the
a great
article.
car.
I was gonna say, yeah, most of the time, if something isn't that good, they'll just kind of say, "Oh, we're kind of limited to what we can say when we can release that stuff," or depending upon that, they'll, you can work your way around that. But not having any, driving impressions.
I
about-
told Corey to read it just because I didn't want to
Yeah.
be like, am I an asshole?
No.
Exactly.
No. I
I
got
mean,
to the,
I am, but not for that regard.
I got the head unit part, and I was like,
What's
how
going
much
on?
longer can this be? Because we haven't gotten to anything yet, and I'm like 4 paragraphs in, and then I was like,
I
oh,
thought
there's
it just
only
like ended.
yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
Speaking of light on content
Yes.
and not able to say many things,
Yes.
I've officially gotten a comment deleted from Bring a Trailer.
Have you really?
Nice.
They posted a
What's the
picture
car?
on their Instagram of a 2006 STI with 23,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
And like all hyped about it. And I was like, you must be light on content if this is the car you're pushing right now.
Oh, I love that.
It made it like 2 minutes.
No
before I
way.
immediately gone.
and that was that.
Yeah.
Bonhammer.
I just like.
Jeez.
Wow, they deleted it that fast?
So I went to the website. I was like, well, maybe they're like. on
Whatever
auctions
happened
right
to
now.
freedom of the press?
None of that. Oh, I mean, when you get
Wow, I
Instagram, you
didn't know
delete
they
comments.
released it like that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, that's true. I mean, who gives a shit?
Yeah, like, why is that?
There's nothing else better than an STI on Bring a Trailer?
No,
If you don't
that's-
have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. Okay?
Yeah.
No, and then the problem is that no matter how much, I mean, we give them shit all the time, whatever, for, the craze that's going on, but, like, there was a shitload of cars on there that are awesome.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what you put forth? Like,
They're trying to get that Subi robot dick smoking audience to pay attention to
I
Bring a
don't
Trailer.
think
You're
that-
right.
I
Trying
don't
to
think
get
the
those vape
Subaru
boys in there.
Yep.
target audience would really be able to. Oh, it sold for $28,000. Like,
That's how much they were new, wasn't it?
I don't know. No, it's a 2011. I'm sorry, not 2006, 2011.
Wait, it was a 2011? Was
Yeah.
it a hatchback or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the only good thing about those cars.
But I was like, must be let in content.
Was
if
it the
this is the car
Saab
you-
version?
That
Or
was
no,
it.
just kidding.
The Subaru?
The Subaru, yep.
No.
I don't know. Sloan should start taking notes, man. Maybe that's how you get them out there.
Yeah.
Brett loves auction
I did have
sites.
somebody, I did have somebody offer me to trade a Subi for for a GT4 recently,
All right. Hey, you
Yeah,
should
I
have
was
taken it,
Straight
buddy.
up, bro.
Plus cash?
plus vape.
Plus vape. Listen,
I
I
couldn't
got a
even
50-gallon pail of strawberry vape in the trunk.
I couldn't
wasn't
send that
cereal
email without an LOL at the end. Like,
The pair of balls that must be attached to that keyboard.
Yeah.
Like,
He wasn't even throwing in a PS3 or anything?
He was telling me apparently they made
100
some rare
games.
edition. I don't know anything. Was there a special edition that
I mean,
was?
there's a
Was it a new
couple-
one, an S207?
Maybe that was. Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
that
there's
was
that
it.
brand new
Because
one
for some
that's
reason, some people were
super
paying like
limited.
$60,000 for those
There you
junks.
go. There you go. Yeah.
Did you respond?
I'm driving it right now.
yeah.
SEMA build.
It's my new daily, boys. S207. Oh, man. That's
Yeah.
going to be tough. That's going to be tough business. We'll talk about that later.
Speaking of talking some shit,
Yeah.
the Ford COO talking some shit, Bronco versus Jeep.
Oh, yeah?
Now everyone
Ooh.
knows I'm Team Ford, right?
I'm
Yep.
team.
Same.
Team Fox.
I don't know what team I am.
I mean, the
actually.
smart move now is to be Team Jeep in this because they've been doing it for how long?
Yeah, I mean, Jeeps are.
Yeah, but they've been
Jeep
doing it
for
for
off-road.
They've been
Good.
doing it for how long, and they still haven't fixed that whole wobble situation.
After World War II, it was all downhill for Jeep.
Yeah. Once they
So-
got that wheelies out, that was it.
I'm Team Ford. And then I found out that they're doing the split, like, rear hatch, the glass liftgate with the separate hatch that opens up.
Yes.
Kind of like how all Explorers have.
Like
I
my
think.
wife's C60.
well,
Exactly.
no, now because like even it's not there. You can't split the glass.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
When
believe-
did they stop that?
Probably two
Dick,
generations.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I'd
anyway,
say
the
it's
glass
been a
pop the
while.
glass open, hang the boards out the back, maybe
Yeah.
some 2x, whatever you need,
Yep.
From Home Depot.
right? From
Yep.
yeah, because Lowe's is for skirts.
Yep, as we heard.
Oh,
They're bringing it back.
Yeah, I'm stoked on it.
Is it out yet?
No.
So you're a fan?
Of course I'm a fan.
There's no dog in the
Yeah,
fight, but
yeah. Of course
hey,
I'm a
I
fan.
think the Bronco looks cool. I hope it's good. I hope they bring Defender to that battle as well.
Bring the Defender.
Isn't the Defender like 60?
Grand?
Heavy money.
It's
Isn't
talking
it?
a whole different price point at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JD
That's a
Power,
lot of money.
the Land Rover, JD Power last place every year.
Really?
Yeah, no one's gonna
for
beat
a whole
them.
bunch of stuff.
How do we find out how much they pay for JD Power to be number
Well,
one?
they're not paying anything. That's consistency. That's what you want from a
Yeah.
car company.
Right.
Consistently the worst
That's
every
the
year.
one you want to believe
Yeah.
when they tell you something.
That's like Rhode Island's the 50th best state to do business in the country. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you sure? I live in the
Let's-
tax you to death state.
I know.
so hot
I know.
either.
Apparently something's going on over there.
You're the one who moved there.
Come on down.
So now we have to go live to our day trading correspondent, Chuck Hu. Chuck, are you familiar with Tesla stock?
Tesla stock.
Through the fucking roof.
I want to know why. What did it end at?
How's that going?
1,015?
Up another 7%.
Oh, it's up to
What?
1,025.
Trading as high as $1,005 at
What
midday.
happened though that it shot up? Did
It was
something-
China.
They were China.
Yeah.
China.
Yeah.
And they were talking about China.
The Chinese.
The Tesla Semi.
Yes, that is right.
They're getting it first in China, the semi.
China.
I don't know what the
Well,
I don't know what the actual
because it's from
conversation
China.
was. I just know those two bullet points:
I have a
China
qu-
and semi.
I have a question. How many shares do you own, Chuck? Or you don't want to say? You could not say, of course.
No, I got 50 right now.
50 shares?
50 shares.
God dang.
Yeah,
dang,
boy.
dang.
Overall stock up 140% this year.
This year, right? Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, and I bought in for like I think I said
Financial
last
genius.
So when you're coming down to the
Chuck
shop,
Hu.
pick out your car.
time. Oh man, as soon as I retire and can use that money.
Chuck is our
No, I
Field
tell
reporting
everybody
day
I don't do
trader.
anything with stock market. I just like Tesla, and I look at it so much. I was like, shit, I'll put some money in that. At $150.
What did you buy it at? I mean, do you remember?
150.
They just said, yeah.
Oh my
I bought
God.
half at 150.
Scott's
half
like,
at,
no!
Oh my
half at 150, half at 250. I think so, about 200.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Genius. You're a genius.
Nah, not really.
just
So
what
All
you
the
like-
rest of the money,
just
no.
what you like.
I should have put it in vintage Porsches, man. If
if
I
I
learned
bought-
anything, shit.
If I bought stocks of what I like, oh boy.
Yeah.
The Foxy's
not
not
be
doing
good.
stocks anymore, man.
Yeah.
what
Cadillac lounges.
what else do we have for news? I have a couple bits.
Oh, I got some news. Hold on. Oh, where'd it go? Here we go. The 2022. Wow, that's crazy. That's coming up already.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fucked
Vet
up.
Z06.
Oh yeah. Well, Z06 or Z07.
I don't know. Did they add a number now?
My understanding is going to be the Z7.
Well, the Z0X. It's going to have a big dog aerodynamics package.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking.
Hold on. I don't think that's. I think that's going to be optional. I don't think they're
Get different
building
news.
a bunch of shit. They're
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
They-
So we're
they'll
talking
see what they
active
do.
arrow. Active arrow. Big active rear spoiler.
Like DRS, like a Formula One car?
Like
Active arrow?
like the 3000 GT VR4.
Oh,
The
okay.
greatest example of active arrow ever.
It lowers itself?
Forever. And a completely new center mounted exhaust. That's what I read about today.
okay. Because what I was hoping to discuss Corvette wise
Yes.
is that if you want to make a bad decision, there's still about 300 of them left on lots, and that's the C7.
Have you seen them on the road? I haven't seen anything.
Oh, I
not
saw-
a, not
I
a
saw the
C8.
C- I
I
saw one of
haven't,
those, yeah,
I
they
haven't
look
seen any C8s
Oh,
yet.
C7?
C7s, yeah. So there's still about 300 of them in dealerships across the country.
Have you ever
that
seen a
could-
car lose all its value when you drive it off the lot? Go buy a new
So-
C7 today.
You could just,
Are they giving it away?
schmooze in there. I don't know for
Dude,
sure.
how much would they have to give it away for, though?
0% interest loan for 8 years on my
In like 20,
C7
20 grand on the hood?
I pay you.
Let's see.
It's, yeah,
Ooh,
it's
according-
-5 interest.
As reported by Corvette blogger
Ooh.
Matt Beaver. Matt Beaver.
The
Big
beef.
shout to the beef.
Yeah, the beef.
He's a
let's
Corvette
see.
blogger?
There are still 289 units of the 2019 Corvette C7 showing as available in dealerships spread across the country. So if you are not a fan of the new mid-engine layout, there's a good chance you're still able to buy a brand new
There's a
unit
good
in
chance you're an
dealership
asshole.
near you.
I think you should buy one of those, hold on to it for a year, trade it to the guy at Sloan for a turbo. This is a classic. It's got no miles on it,
Right?
goddammit.
Fucking bring a trailer.
Special
we'll take it.
edition.
Yeah.
This is
Special
the
edition.
last one made.
This is the last one
This is
sold.
it. This is it.
I only paid 70 grand.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And I only owe 68,000 on the note.
Yeah, exactly. You guys have picked this up off me, right?
You work this out?
KBB says it's worth 35. Dude, I can't even imagine what those things are worth the second you drive them off the lot, considering the new one is better in every single regard. Every single regard. You just went from... I mean, now it's a mid-engine car that looks fantastic. Not that the C7s look bad, but comparatively, I don't think it holds a candle, man.
It's a different car. It's got
Different
the same
car.
name, but it's
Yeah,
different
supercar
car.
Some
now.
guys have
Super.
white New Balances. Some guys have the Nike white Nikes.
Yeah,
Air
that's
ones,
that is
those
the
little
that
old
is the
man
white
ones.
Nike guys for the
Hang
new
on,
guys.
hang
That's
on.
mid-engine
trying
stuff.
to-
Maybe if you
Some
relate to
guys
the Porsche
have-
guys, maybe it's like the guys that don't want the water cooled stuff and they want to
Air
tight
cooled.
to air cooled stuff. So they want to
Exactly.
do the front engine.
So maybe we
Maybe
should
One
buy
old
them.
guy
Maybe it
has
is gonna be
cut
worth
jean
something.
shorts. The other guy has
Well,
hemmed jean
I-
shorts.
If you think about it, they might be laughing because it would be a bookend car, it'd be the end of the series, so it could be worth more than you expect.
Could be worth doing. It could, yeah. When
Let's trade in that Tesla stock right now.
Yeah. Let's go get one.
Let's go.
When they did pop-up lights, that was a big thing. People were like, "It's sacrilege to have a vet without pop-up lights." And then the C7 came out. It was like, "Yeah, never mind."
I liked the
Still never mind.
the color coded headlights. The headlights that were painted the
Oh,
same
with the same
color
color
as
as
the
the car,
body.
yeah.
That was a heavy look. That was a heavy look.
Yeah, I was a big fan.
Yeah.
I'd color match everything. Wheels, fucking interior, everything. Just make it one color.
Yellow.
Not me, but I get
Yellow, I don't know. Yeah,
Yellow?
green,
Yellow.
blue, red, white. White.
White.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just I wanted to kind of follow up on that C8 thing. It says the active aero, let's see, there will not be a large fixed rear wing offered. Rather, the active aero upgrades are said to be optional extras
Lame.
likely part of the ZO. Oh, okay, wait, never mind. Likely
What,
part of the
Z06?
Z07. Oh, I'm sorry, no. Z07 performance pack.
Oh,
So
the
there's gonna be-
Z07 wasn't that the same as last time? There was a Z06, but the Z07 is the performance pack for the Z06.
I don't, it's
That's
going
not
to be
surprising, though. They
Yeah,
always
it's going
do
to be
stuff
some
like that.
sort
Yeah.
of. So
Active
that might
Aero?
explain.
Yeah.
Explain
like it.
why.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of options, and I think they still hold for whatever that $60,000 mark is. If you want one with nothing, dumbed down with power crank windows and no radio.
That's my favorite thing about the C8. Everywhere. Oh, 59 grand, 59 and change, 59
Never,
and change.
never see one.
How many people bought the $59,000 one?
Right,
0.0.
I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if someone was like,
Some schmo.
yeah,
I would have
like,
bought a
I just
$59,000
want one, and this is all I can afford.
Stretching the budget.
Yeah, I'm going to stretch to that 50. I'm going to get that C8. I'm going to stretch. What about the insurance and property taxes, guys?
That's
People
why they're
don't think
stretching.
about that. People don't think about. They don't even think about paying it 2 months in. What do you mean? They don't think about paying the property taxes
Yeah,
on them.
I saved up enough for
Yeah.
the first payment.
Yeah.
I'll be
Can I
fine.
finance my property taxes and insurance?
Oh man, that's
A
called the
firm
Rhode Island
might do
lease.
it.
A firm, that's
Yeah,
right.
a
Can I
firm
use
might do it.
firm?
Dude, Rhode Island lease.
The
No,
Rhode Island lease.
no word of a lie. My grandpa used to. I'm not gonna say what dealer it was. Used to lease cars, and they would include the tax and registration, property tax in the lease. Nobody
that's-
knows how. You
No,
can't
that's-
do that.
You can do that. You can do that in my state, in New York.
Not
you
in
can.
Rhode Island. You can't. Property tax. Like you're talking your town taxes somehow in the lease.
Oh,
So, also
Well-
citing just to add to this, also citing a bit of info from Motor Trend. A source told us previously that the C8's low starting price of $59,995 would only last for the first model year, and since it's common practice for higher trim models to get production priority, it's unknown how many, if any, C8 Corvettes actually sold for under $60,000.
I knew it.
So you were
God
spot
damn it, I
on.
Smart
knew it.
man over there.
Spot on.
Especially
dumb as
because
I look.
they got bumped back too because of everything going on.
Right.
They
I've
had a
been
little
waiting
push.
for my C8 for 6 years. I got
Yeah.
the $59,000 one.
Yeah.
Saved up just enough.
Oh man.
What
My
else?
credit.
Oh,
I got
let's
just
see.
enough credit.
What else do we have for news?
If we're continuing our trend of just destroying Jalopnik as we speak on this
Oh,
podcast,
perfect. I got
So this is it,
I'm
100
destroying
episodes.
because it used to be good.
It used to be incredible.
great.
Jalopnik now.
It's changed hands. The whole ownership.
Well, and I
y-
think that's
that-
what this leads to. It's
that's
not it's
right,
not the
right.
writers, but if you get beyond the articles, it used to kind of stop. Now, if you get beyond the articles on Jalopnik, it's like it's just straight clickbait as far as you can scroll, and
Right.
that is real. That's like, I get it. I'm not going to have the same view as editors, etc. And then maybe that was a great car review, and I'm just an idiot. But when the bottom of your webpage is just straight clickbait and shitty ads, like it's like the AOL news feed when you get to the bottom of it. You know those web pages just like,
Yeah.
you won't believe what happened here.
Yeah.
It's that endlessly. It's like the free money guy on Midnight TV. The government's giving
guy
away
with-
free
The
money.
guy with the question marks.
Yeah,
suit?
that guy. That's what the bottom of Jalopnik is
Wait,
now.
you're not supposed to call that number and give me credit card info?
Dude, you might get free money. He's getting free money all the time. People watching this are giving me free money. But anyways, that's a real bummer. That's where you can notice that like it's corporately changed hands, and they're really doing all they can to make it not work right.
When I went to go read that article about the Lotus, I kept scrolling, and I got to the bottom where all that like clickbait stuff is.
Yeah.
And it says 20 worst car fads of all time, right? Did you see that one?
No.
And there was like one header picture, and it was that like pile of shit Subaru with like the 3 trillion degrees of camber.
Mm-hmm.
That
the
was
white
everywhere.
one? Yeah.
That was like the poster boy for the worst car trends of all time.
Well, hey,
Not far
they're
off.
not wrong.
Yeah,
They're
I think
not
that
wrong.
car's from Connecticut too, isn't
It
it?
is.
It is.
Yeah.
Connecticut car.
I used to see
Yeah,
that
yeah.
by my old office.
Very tight
CT
car.
represent.
Yeah.
CT in the house.
Bringing the heat.
I'm proud.
Are you
I'm proud.
of Connecticut or the car?
All.
All of the above. Gentlemen, I don't know. Are you concerned with how you smell?
Me? Not really.
Well-
Obviously not.
Yeah.
If you are, GM has filed for a trademark on Cadillac's name that would cover the use for candles, room fragrances, perfumes, colognes, and non-medicated soaps for personal use.
Here's
I'm
the
a
deal.
huge candle guy. If you give me a candle that smells like the inside of a brand new car,
Hold on. What
I'm
does
fucking
Smells like
in.
the
What-
plastic in a Corvette.
Yeah.
Sick.
what does
can't
the,
wait.
what does the inside of a Cadillac smell like? I, put some words into a hat here.
Sadness.
And I said, if you ever wanted to smell like
Buyer's
cigars, grass from your latest golf outing, and financial corruption, this is your chance.
Yeah.
Hey, we think Cadillac lost their way because they're not connected with a younger audience. What they're really doing is finding their way by connecting with the oldest audience.
Yeah.
You can get some fragrance now. Remember the cat you used to have, Grandma? It smells just like it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why does it smell
death.
like mothballs?
It's always
in
nice to
here?
jog the memory with a little bit of a
Yeah,
scent.
hey.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells like my
cat's
old
litter
Fleetwood.
box from Grandma who had 15 cats.
So yeah, just like there are
Nothing's going to pump up the CTSV boys like a nice candle.
I mean, I'm fucking amped for the candles, but hey.
It smells like tire smoke.
yeah.
I don't think
it's,
so.
I just thought that was very interesting.
GM really knocking it out of the park still.
That's
good
what
for them.
GM's working on.
It's good to see where their focus is at. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they already mastered all the sports sedans.
Right. C8
top of the
Corvette
market.
and Cadillac candles.
What's better than that?
Did anyone see that NASCAR is going to allow 5,000 fans into Talladega?
I did not see that. No.
Isn't that like 1/10 of what usually show up at Talladega?
Yeah, but
How many 40 racks though?
I
30
don't like
racks.
I don't like
40
NASCAR,
racks.
but you know how cool it would be one of those 5,000 fans to go to this?
Right. How is that
that'd be
determined?
something.
Is
Yeah,
that like
First come first. I have no idea.
There's no
Huh.
way. It's gotta
First
be
come first serve. I fucking wrestle each other in the mud. I don't fucking know, dude. I really don't. I don't know.
season ticket holders?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who slept with the most cousins?
might
I
be
fucking
like-
do not know.
Oh,
who has the most
boy.
teeth.
Yeah.
It could be, like a courtside at a Lakers game, same price. Like pay us a gazillion
Right,
dollars.
absurd.
We're gonna charge you enough that we actually filled the stands, but it only took 5,000 people.
Yeah.
That's how much they're gonna
Right.
charge.
I don't even know.
Which fair. Hey, you want to go? You got to pay to play.
Kyle, if you're still listening, please chime in on the chat. I don't know how much it costs to go to said NASCAR event.
I have no idea.
Yeah. that'd
With
be
that being
interesting to
said, I would love to go to a NASCAR event.
see. Go to what's it, Epping in New Hampshire?
I don't know.
They have them. Yeah.
I was thinking about one time I was going to drive to Delaware. What is it? Is it Dover Down? Not
Not
Dover
Epic.
Downs.
Yeah, it's Dover.
Dover? Yeah, Dover
Yeah.
Downs. Yeah, I wanted to do it one time in Delaware, but
I've sat in that traffic over the decades with
Yep.
H2O.
yeah, once I got caught in it.
Oh, it's like 5 times I've been caught in it.
I see some titties though, so
Oh, really?
yeah.
All I saw was RVs leaving. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
Yeah,
So let's see.
some mama hanging about there, you know.
Oh. Hey now.
New Hampshire Motor Speedway is where you can see NASCAR.
New Hampshire Motor
New
Speedway.
Hampshire Motor
Is it
Speedway.
Loudon?
Loudon, correct.
Loudon, yeah.
yes.
So there's drifting there. Shouts to Tubby. There's drifting there, and apparently it's supposed to be really good there.
Let's see. This is
I never made the trek.
a full throttle fall weekend, but I don't know if there's an actual NASCAR race scheduled around this. Oh wait, let's see. No, this just looks like checkered flag modified. So
How
I don't
was,
know if it's an actual.
All right, let's see. Limited number of guests, 5,000 be allowed in the front stretch grandstands for the Geico 500 NASCAR Cup Series. That's on the 21st, which is Father's Day. According to the track's website, a total of 44 RV camping spaces outside the track
Told you.
atop the Alabama Super Stretch will also be available for purchase. So I maybe
Only 44 camping spots?
I the way this reads, it seems like there's 44 camping spots in addition to the 5,000 people who can sit in the stands.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, right. So 5,000 people in the stands, 44 campers in the midway. If you will.
Yeah.
The gooch of the event.
Yeah. The gooch, yeah. So
they could have a real problem there because I've seen the fields and fields of RVs out there.
That's right.
Holy
Right.
moly.
well, they're limiting it to 44, so you better get there now.
44.
That's
44.
Curtis says it's going to be a bloodbath. Calling it now.
Curtis said it's gonna be a bloodbath.
I don't. That's the. Like, I don't,
He's absolutely right
Yeah,
too,
he's
man.
not wrong. So
They should do they should have everybody line up like a couple blocks out, do a shotgun start.
yeah.
First 5,000 people in win.
so much easier if you pay with cash versus a credit card.
Yeah. What do we got? Ford Volkswagen Alliance to include shared production of 8 million commercial vehicles.
Oh, with wait, is that the
Ford and VW?
Yes.
I just want a Volkswagen pickup truck.
What was
They made one, man. You can still get them.
There was a little bit to that article of what they were actually going to produce.
Yeah, it's
There was
all
one was going to be an EV.
Yeah,
One was another small truck.
there
or
was some quote unquote self-driving vehicle, which
Okay.
is the scariest shit in the world to me.
right with those.
Which I mean, I don't think Ford or Volkswagen need to be behind any sort of self-driving.
It's going to be in a Mustang brand.
Yeah. No, it all looks like it's part of their like transit that sort of
Yeah, but are we
commercial
going to get
trucking.
any cool Volkswagen stuff here, or is it Volkswagen going to get Ford
No.
stuff over there?
It just
We're
said,
not going to get cool
it said Europe
Volkswagen
and
things.
US. So no specification. There was like a little chart showing what vehicles would be made from who. So let me reference said chart.
Sounds like no promises.
Let's see.
My friend works at the VW commercial vehicle plant in Hanover, Germany. Shout out Milo.
Big shout.
Polo
So
GTI.
looks like Ford is going to build and engineer a medium pickup truck, which they already do, and a 1-ton cargo van, which they already do.
Yeah, put a Volkswagen logo on it.
Yeah,
Done.
which then Volkswagen will get. And then Volkswagen, it looks like they're going to make some sort of
Diesel
pickup truck.
engines.
Yeah, some other stuff.
This says VW says a city van,
Yeah.
Mhm.
modular electric drive platform,
Okay.
1-ton cargo van,
1 ton.
Okay, you're looking at it. Yeah.
medium pickup, and then another city, and then sell both of these companies, Ford and VW, medium pickup, 1-ton cargo van, city van, and an EV, and then same thing, 1-ton cargo van, medium pickup, and city van. So vans, EV, and medium duty pickup trucks.
I just want a Volkswagen pickup truck.
That's exciting.
Corey, are you with me? Like VW and Ford, those are your brands?
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. It's just so like these people teaming up, right? I mean, what could go wrong?
This is true. Right.
What could
Right.
go wrong?
Everything's going to be on the up and up. They're not
yeah.
going to lie or hide anything.
Yeah.
And they'll have
It's
the
going to be an
ability to-
F-150 with a Volkswagen diesel motor in it, basically.
Sort of.
Well, I mean, have you
Run
guys seen
forever
like the
and-
VW Anorak pickup truck? It's
Yeah.
it's a Honda
Yeah.
Ridgeline.
Yeah,
It
the
looks
Dodge
like
is-
Ridgeline,
if
so
I
tight.
hate a Honda Ridgeline, but the VW Anorak's totally awesome. No,
Yeah.
dude, same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
That's that like misguided brand loyalty there. Like
What?
where people say stuff like that, where it's
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
it's like a tunnel vision.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I hate the VW Phaeton, but I love the Bentley
Yeah.
Bolzon or whatever
Yeah.
that fucking thing was. The same thing.
What else
Spur. What was that thing?
do we have for news? Anything?
I went light on the news because I want to talk to these guys.
I was going to say a bit light on the news. too, yeah.
News. Let's see here. No, I'm out of news.
I have one thing that
I get some YouTube.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Put in
I got
news.
YouTube. I got YouTube.
We get YouTube.
Put
You
in
got
news
YouTube?
or YouTube. Let's do YouTube.
Young Ben, you got any YouTube over there?
No.
What'd you watch?
Ben, you have the YouTube app on your phone.
You watch YouTube all the time, man.
You don't want to know what he's watching.
Nickelodeon.
Let's hear your history.
Oh no.
What do you got? Come on.
It's mostly just car stuff.
All right. Well,
What's
What's
a
your-
car
what's
thing
your-
you
what's
did
the
you
last-
see any good car things recently?
Last 5. What's your last 5?
1,000 horsepower K swap Subaru STI all-wheel drive.
What else you got?
dude, it's right there in front of you.
I'm just
High energy.
not much. It's pretty much all. And then Tavares is rebuilding his 570 LT that he bought wrecked.
I don't know. It sounds like you're skipping a few here.
Yeah, I would say.
Young Ben, you gotta at least prepare something every podcast, man.
I'm not finding total honesty with you right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
No, I just think you should watch YouTube videos and bring up some good ones for us.
it might
That'd be easy.
Might be a bit of glossing over on happening in the other
This is
room
my
right now, but
first
that's
time
fine.
on the podcast,
That's
and I
fine.
brought a bunch of YouTube stuff because
Awesome.
I know.
Perfect.
Awesome. What do you got?
Scott, what do you
I
got,
just wanted
buddy?
so I'm not an old dude, but I only found YouTube maybe like 2 years ago.
No
I'm
Ben
at
Kim
the-
yet.
Astonishing.
Not found
Wait,
it, but
you've-
really got into all the
Okay.
automotive
Yeah.
content. Like, holy crap. And
That's
like,
fucking amazing.
it started with
buddy.
like detailing stuff, and
Yep.
Larry, Ammo NYC, like,
Big shout.
guy's super
Shouts to Larry.
nerd genius. I totally love it. But nowadays, I mean, there's so many amazing ones. You talked to Josh. You talked about the like 50-minute video of them building the exclusive Porsche.
Yes.
No noise.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just
AMSR, whatever.
ambient sound. That so right. It's like
whatever
I think
that phrase is.
I'll
I don't
make
know.
fun of that nerdy
BDSM.
ASMR shit or whatever. But
believe.
like, you give me a quiet factory while they're building this
There's
thing.
a whole nother channel called The Wheel Network, and it's just tons of those videos, and they're like 20 minutes.
Oh man,
Like there's one where they're building just an engine for 20 minutes.
that's like to
No
me, it's-
noise. All you hear is the factory.
the Wheel
It's
Network?
best. The Wheel Network.
If I worked in that factory, it'd be no
Big
noise but
fan.
me
Big
using
fan of the Wheel
profanity
Network.
constantly.
It seems like a relatively new channel too.
Man.
The
And then
Wheel.
Another channel I never heard you guys talk about. Maybe you did. Carfection with Henry Catchpole.
I have not
Carfection's
seen
really
that.
good.
Dude, Henry Catchpole is my boy. Anything he puts out. He did a Corvette, C7 Corvette, like the last one with crazy everything on it. And he test drove it. It's basically like, yeah, this is completely ridiculous. This is completely ridiculous. I see why you need to make a mid-engine car because this is over the top.
Yeah, yeah.
I suggest everyone listening go to Carfection, watch all of Henry Catchpole videos. Number one is called Manuals Matter. It's a 991.2 GT3 when they brought back the manual. And it's only like a 5-minute video, and he's just so eloquent. It's the best. Love it.
Look
And
at you, man.
I
are
don't know
and
how
you
I've never
guys-
brought
you
up
are
those videos.
bringing
Those
it.
videos are great. It used to be called something
Dude,
else. It wasn't
They're
Carfection.
films. There's an RS6 one, Audi RS6 Avant one. That's just, it's an amazing film. Even my wife, she's probably watched it 3 times because I watched it 10 times.
Yeah.
So, and she doesn't even complain that much.
So that's what I absolutely love about YouTube and how
yes, that's what I'm.
like people are just stepping their game up in the film wise because part of the old Top Gear, right? That was the allure. Well, obviously the 3 hosts, but then the way the stuff was shot, and even still the way the stuff is shot, has that look, and it's an cinematic adventure as much as it is entertaining and automotive related. But people are starting to adopt that and actually do it in that manner, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It makes a lot more work, but
I was just not going against you, but I was also going to say there's a bunch of people out there with just this dude
Just
and his
a-
camera,
right,
and it's
right.
still highly entertaining. I don't know why they like this guy. I watch all his videos. Hoovie's Garage, and he's
Hoovie.
just,
My friend
he's
likes
just-
Hoovie. He sends it
he's
to me a
just
lot.
self-deprecating, and I love it. He just makes
Young
he
Ben
goes,
likes Hoovie, right? Young Ben.
Yeah, he just makes a bunch of. He makes the buying decisions that you want to make, but you
you
can't.
know you shouldn't, but he
Yeah.
does it for you.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
always bad.
He
He
bought
goes
an
to the
Alpina
car wizard, and the
V7.
car wizard tells him how terrible the purchase was.
Yeah.
Car Wizard has his own channel, but I would not suggest watching it because Hoovie makes Car Wizard entertaining.
I mean,
Carfection.
even this is 5 months ago, and this headlining video is a tour of the dumbest car collection of any YouTuber.
Yes, I love the self-deprecation. Like everything goes wrong, it's the best.
That's amazing. Carfection was called
He just
X
bought
Car. If anybody used to watch X Car, yeah, it was
this
really
week
good.
he just bought a Plymouth Prowler just
Oh.
because.
Oh,
I saw,
man.
I saw the thumbnail. Yeah.
Wow, this is a solid wolf.
Yeah.
What about you, Brett? You watch any
No,
YouTube?
I don't. No,
Dude.
I don't.
Forget TV. It's on my TV. And
That's
the app
exactly.
now.
Yeah.
I could forget watching on the phone.
Yeah.
I go home, got the algorithm, knows what I want. and I
Yeah,
just
yeah. It figures it out for
all
you.
night long. Oh my God, it's tomorrow. I need to go to bed.
I
There's
was watching
right.
the Vin Wiki stuff for a little bit, but then
Yeah.
it just got, I don't know.
There's a couple of those I watched that
Yeah.
were pretty good.
The earlier
Like
stuff was
the I think there was like a 1320 related one. I can't remember what the hell it was. There was a few stories.
1320 I watch
Now-
constantly.
Right. I
Well-
started watching 1320 stuff recently too.
That's what's great about YouTube. Like, you just search out all the automotive ones, and you'll find Vin Wiki. Ed Bowling did a story on a car you like, and then you learn about that car or whatever. Like, and then I want to learn about this car. You type it in. Next thing you know, you're down this vortex.
That's what I call a rabbit hole, my friend.
The vortex, sucked into the vortex of a model. And next thing you know everything about it. And you're like, oh man, I love that car. Or, whoa, that thing's the biggest turd ever. I got to stay away.
It can be entertaining and educational, and you can choose whatever,
It's. I mean, I used to record DVR like every car thing that was on TV, and now I don't even watch any of it.
Right. It's and realistically, a lot of it's probably on YouTube as well.
Yeah. The only one I watch is that Dave Kindig. Those guys who work there.
Oh,
are
yeah.
such craftsmen. Bitchin' rides.
I was gonna say, what's the name of it?
I mean, the show's sometimes a little gimmicky, but you watch it enough, you see what the stuff the guys are doing, and you're like, how the hell did he just take that piece of metal and make that thing? And, I mean, granted, TV time, it took him 10 minutes, but still, it didn't take him a month. Holy crap, how did you make that thing out of metal?
Do you follow Chris Runge at all?
Yeah.
I might mispronounce that last name, but yeah, he's the same one. I follow him building shit out of metal.
His garage tour one. I was like, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
No, it's like a YouTube Jay Leno versus TV Jay Leno's garage. Like the YouTube one's so much better. The TV one, you can't even live with it.
Did you watch the Tesla one?
We talked
about
that.
Yeah.
Very
I
also like that
one.
Brett doesn't watch YouTube despite being like daily in the most YouTubeable business
I send
of
him
all
links
time.
and he doesn't even respond.
It's
English
so
Ben was
sick.
trying to get me onto that. I try making little videos. I can't. I'm a one-man team. I don't.
Right.
God. You posted pictures. I'm like, Jesus, man.
I've been trying to do the virtual stuff and doing
It's been
little
good.
clips.
You've been doing good.
There's just not enough hours.
Young
so
Ben,
much time.
Young Ben, you busy? You want to head to Connecticut, get some shit done?
There's no rocks out there. You'll be good.
Nice and flat.
It's clear.
Maybe.
It's a warehouse full of vintage Porsches.
Okay.
Jesus,
Sounds
man.
good, buddy.
One other guy, sorry. Do you guys ever mention, like this is for like supercars and everybody likes to dream once in a while, but Mr. JWW? Mr. JWW?
Oh, I've seen some Mr. JWW. I've seen that.
Shmee I had a funny moment with Corey about Shmee one time. I'm like, dude, I actually made it to one of his videos because he was just going over his collection. But I wanted to see like where does the dude like get his money and everything else. And like I text him like, oh, I made it to a Shmee video. One and done.
Mr.
The guy just
JWW
smiles
is
into the
cool shit.
camera and I just cringe. I'm like, oh God.
I just can't get past
He got
the
his teeth
introduction.
fixed.
I know, but
He got his fucking teeth fixed, which is funny because when he first started, he was like a true Englishman with just all fucked up teeth.
and now he's a TV guy with big old fake white choppers.
Yeah.
Big pearly whites.
But is he an American now? Because I thought there was a couple episodes that he was.
Yeah.
He might live here. I
yeah,
have
he
no fucking
might.
idea.
When he bought his Ford or something,
He was touring around America.
yeah,
right?
something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. At that rate, he probably has multiple.
But I didn't watch that
Maybe
video. I
gotta get those
swear.
teeth fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the states, you got to get them
Walking
fixed
around
up.
like that.
So there is a cool. Oh, and do you have any more?
No, but
Okay.
the Mr. JWW is kind of entertaining if you like those cars. I don't know, just it's weird. You
He's
find
one of the
people-
least rambunctious of the supercar guys, I think.
yes,
The least annoying
yes, out
supercar
of all
guy.
those supercar bozos, he not.
I mean, still
annoying
probably
me
going to wear a
all the way.
Lamborghini shirt, but he's not going to be that annoying.
Not as offensive or abrasive as
True.
the
Yeah,
term.
abrasive. I guess is a good play.
But anyone who doesn't watch YouTube, if you're into cars and you're not all over YouTube all the
There's
time, Brett
endless
Sloan,
content.
How? I mean, it's so good.
You watch Power
whatever
Nation?
you want.
When do you watch it? When?
I watched Power Nation when I was like 18 years old.
Yeah,
dude.
but now it's
now
yeah.
it's on YouTube. I
yeah.
know,
Now
but,
it's
like,
it's all on YouTube.
So you're watching this instead of TV at night? Is that what you're doing?
hell yeah.
See, I try to tell my wife that.
I'm watching Gone in 60 Seconds.
What do you
or
watch on
YouTube.
TV that's so good?
I'm not. I'm on the computer. Just
Oh.
like futzing around on like I like
Yeah.
Procreate. I don't
Okay.
know if you-
Yeah.
since I'm
Yeah,
always
yeah,
drawing
yeah.
at night.
Yeah.
That's how
What?
I kind of relax.
You can actually.
Procreating with Amy?
It's a family podcast, man. Come on.
Come on.
sorry.
Come
Yeah,
on.
I was talking
Come
about
on.
fucking cousins earlier, so
We're not that bad, you know. We've already lost all our NASCAR listeners.
Yeah. And we might have a
no,
lawsuit,
Kyle's still there.
lawsuit in the works from Jalopnik, but.
Hey man, we're just telling the truth,
I
buddy.
know,
I
it's
hope they
just-
fix it.
It's just the obvious. So I watched a video called "Just Joshin" by Josh Hill, who is apparently a.
Is this a Josh thing?
No.
All
I don't even know how. It's in my algorithm. Maybe that took over. But this dude, Just Joshin, is basically behind the scenes stuff that was shot or takes that didn't make it into this dude's edit. This dude is a dirt bike rider, unbelievable dirt bike rider, and. In this video, he's riding an electric dirt bike, and it just made me go, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, they're supposed to be ridiculous.
That's a use that you can use it. You couldn't ever take a two-stroke to the city streets in gap, building to building or something. Well, you could, but it'd be loud as fuck. It would just cause a stir. However, you do it with an electric bike, and you're in and you're out. and
That's-
you have the instantaneous power, like
like
using the,
unauthorized gnarly stuff. You're saying?
yeah,
sick.
So like
Backflip
jumping,
heel kicker illegal.
right? Exactly, like jumping, a grass hill over
Yeah,
a fence into a skate park and then back out the other way, doing the same thing.
I
Like
support that.
it's unbelievably rad. And then he takes the electric bike into a closed down water park. And it's the same deal. And it's just, one of those big like ear funnel looking slides that you kind of go back and forth. He just kind of does an up and down and then just loops the whole thing. And the noise this thing makes is rad as hell. And then obviously when it lands, it's just this big loud clunk because it's a battery and an electric motor with some suspension. But it was awesome. I'm still like, I need to find out more about these things.
Those things are real. I believe electric dirt bikes are really expensive.
I imagine
So I definitely looked into them. Like they did the top gear with them, and I was like, wow,
You
I
should
really
hope
want
that
one of those
Tesla
things.
makes one, so the stock goes up even more.
But it's supposed to make
Well,
an ATV, right?
The ATV with the Cybertruck.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Four
why not dirt
wheels
bike,
when you
2
can have
wheels
two?
only.
Yeah, I'd
When
much
do you
prefer
take the
the
kids'
two.
power wheels out? What's wrong with
Oh,
you?
That's true. I gotta put a bigger. I gotta do that 36 volt.
Just buy the Harley version of the Power Wheels, and it'll just up that voltage.
I'm ready.
do it.
I'm
Yeah.
ready. Has no suspension, just like my Power Wheels.
That's all I had for YouTube besides our video.
What do you got?
I saw Terrell's Classic Workshop on the Ferrardino.
Oh my god,
It was a really cool car. I just like the fact that they call it the chairs and flares setup.
Yes.
So it's got the sport Daytona seats, and it's got the wheel arch flares. Awesome. They were shimming the valves in the video. I thought that was really cool. I've done that on my M3. It's a great time. So I don't know. Thought it was cool.
It's beautiful. Black, perfect color for that.
Right drive, all the
Oh.
options.
Beautiful car.
It was just like
No
17
Ferrari
minutes of
badges
him
on it?
talking.
you guys turned me on to Harry's Garage. Like, I never knew about that.
Oh, Harry's Garage
Yeah.
is
I was
awesome.
like, oh, let me type this in. I mean, I really couldn't get through that many episodes. He wasn't my guy, but the
Did you try
the
Terrell's
Lancia one,
Classic?
actually, they're better because, again, the crazy detail, like, oh, this is how I'm going to feeler gauge my valves,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you guys turned me on to Harry's, which then Tyrell,
Terrell's,
whatever.
yeah.
Like, my algorithm, I never picked up Harry.
Have you seen the Bad Obsession stuff? Project Binky?
No, but my brother Kirk does, but I haven't got into it.
Okay.
I've
It's-
discussed it with
Project
Corey, but
Binky. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's one that like.
but it sounds like you guys been watching for 6 years without no
Oh,
payoff.
I think-
Absolutely.
Coming
yeah.
up on
Come
8.
on, bro.
I was gonna say I think they've been making it for
Even
8 years.
Star Wars paid off after so long.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
holy moly.
No, we're paying off. We're paying off. We've got a
Okay,
drivetrain.
okay.
Or we've got a car at paint. You've been there.
I know. I built cars faster than those dudes.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Holy moly. But
I think we all have at this point.
Yeah. What else I got? I have Chris Harris drives a Ferrari 250 LM, a Mini Cooper S, and an Alfa GTAR.
Is that like one of the compilation things they put
Yeah.
out? I didn't see that one.
Awesome video, but that led me to Mini versus Alpha at Goodwood. And this Mini and this Alpha are just fucking whipping around this track like crazy. And the Mini is so far up the Alpha's ass that it's literally pushing it along, like coming down like the back straight.
GP?
What's that?
Is it a GP?
It's an old like classic.
okay.
It's an old classic Mini. And this thing, he's driving it, and I'm doing things with my hands no one else can see, but like it's up on 2 wheels. It's like in a 4-wheel slide around a turn. Like this guy
Right,
is
so
wheeling
these
the shit
boys
out
are
of this
getting
car.
it, yeah.
Awesome video. Just Mini versus Alpha at Goodwood. It's the announcers make it because they're all in on it, so they're like having at it. That was definitely worth watching. What else do I got? You got anything?
Nah, man, that's all I got.
The only thing I have is Cletus, who I stopped watching for a while.
I've been watching him a little bit.
Did you watch his cheap car battle?
No, I saw him like he blew up Ruby, fixed it, blew it up again.
So best car under $1,500, but it's like a 45-minute long video, so that takes a little while to get through. About 25 minutes in, check it out.
Worth it so far?
He's funny. He's fun. I get a kick out of him.
I do as well.
Yeah,
I forget I did have.
That's a
another
Florida man.
yeah. That's the Florida man if I ever met one,
Yeah,
which
sure,
I
man.
haven't. But
Florida. Yes.
Big shout.
Video
Lots of love.
from autoclassics.com. I had this under some news.
yeah,
1989 Mustang GT hits the dyno.
Yeah.
So a Fox body Mustang with 173,000 miles on the thing was dynoed.
Are we
So
taking guesses here? Let's do
we
an
can
over-under.
take guesses.
I've already
here.
read it.
What's,
I'm
what's factory
geez.
horse?
Factory
Does-
figures is a 1989 Mustang GT with 225 horsepowers. Now,
Okay, and this is what kind of dyno? Mustang dyno?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. It's wheel
I don't know
horsepower?
dyno specs.
It's
It's
wheel
wheel
horsepower.
horsepower. Now
Okay.
this thing,
173.
Its internals are stock, but it has,
Chuck, I
but
can't-
dare I say, full bolt on.
FBO.
It's got I don't know if it
Stage
said
one or
headers,
two?
but it's got exhaust. It's got a larger mass airflow. What else was there? Obviously an intake.
Is there
So
any other pictures?
very, very small.
So it's fully
bolt-on stuff.
modified. I'm still at 173.
Right there. What's that one?
It's a stock intake manifold.
Scott's
Yeah.
a Mustang owner, so I got to hear this.
No, I'm just.
And
I was gonna
actually
say,
stock headers,
My number
too,
was
so.
179 the whole
No
time. so
way. Do 179.
I'm 179. Brett, what's it gonna be?
112.
Wow. I love that.
You're going under,
That's
like
not
Price
full
is Right
bolt on. That's
style?
full broken.
That's my guy.
It lost it. It lost the power.
What we
Josh,
going
play it
Price
on him.
Price is Right rules? Like you can't go over, or what?
Let's go.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. The dyno run was performed in fourth gear, which is a 1-to-1 gear ratio, and showed a peak output of 228.69
No fucking
horsepower
way.
I win.
No way. That's
I
adjusted.
win.
That's
At-
adjusted.
at
That's
approximately
bullshit.
4,800 RPMs.
No, that's
and
bullshit.
That was times 2, right?
292.
Dude,
Right,
that's
that-
total
that-
BS.
yeah,
That's
two
3
runs.
horsepower over stock.
That is,
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
way.
So-
It has to be full stage 3. Stage 3. It's got to be a stage 3 Mustang.
That's got to be stage 3.
Stage 3.
It has the saline body kit.
That's
Yep,
it. You
yep.
didn't tell us that.
That's
Yep.
better.
I
aero.
expected
No.
GT40
better flow.
Better
Better flow.
like intake manifold, but no, it's a stock intake manifold.
But
I read it.
if-
I was laughing. I was like, "There's no way it's
If
possible."
you are interested, that's autoclassics.com/news, and it's 1989 Fox Body Mustang with 173,000 miles hits the dyno.
Late model
pretty
Resto
good.
did it.
It's pretty good.
So
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a funny little video.
White
and that's
too. Oh.
it for my
Ooh,
YouTubes.
I like. Oh, white. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this thing's like.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
the car.
Every car looks better in white. in
The
my
car
opinion.
brings it.
for
I
sure.
like. I was literally watching said video, and I'm just like, man, I don't want to, rain on Corey's parade here, but I really fucking like these
Dude,
things. Like
that
these
was the
things, I just,
Mustang, yeah.
I just picture it. Like I could
Foxes,
make
yeah.
something like that fucking rad.
Yeah, it is. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
High school, the car, the guy in high school. He has a Fox body GT convertible
Nah.
red with white
Nah,
top,
he had
white
a-
interior.
he had an IROC.
He was the man, and I was like, I want to be that guy.
What
my
kind of
God.
haircut?
Something 90s. I don't remember. I don't even know about the car. I don't remember his name, what he looked like, but I don't know the
Fuck
car.
him. You don't need him anyway.
Exactly.
This is the car.
Now where we're going.
What else? Any other YouTubers? Or you want to talk to these boys and berate them?
I would
with some
talk to them.
questions?
Yeah, I have just endless questions.
Okay. All right. Gentlemen, and feel free.
You
Anything
gotta do the sound.
wanna,
You gotta do the sound.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Anything you want to bring up, we can talk about as
Oh
well.
my
So
God, I forgot to do the time for a video sound.
let's get
Can
into.
I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
Time for a
yeah, yeah.
And
video.
this was requested
That's
by
for when I
Tobias.
missed it.
How long have we been on so far?
1 hour and 22 minutes.
Exactly 0.0 BMW talk, and I'm loving it.
Oh man.
I don't know. You guys with these E model, F model with numbers. I know there's a thing called an E30 M3, and there's a bunch of M3s. I don't know what anything else is. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? E's FC69, 39, 54, S5. I
Come
don't
on,
frickin'
that's
know.
like me with Mercedes. I don't know anything about anything, but all the other models I know.
Same with Mercedes. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I don't think
barely-
anyone does.
I know.
something,
I
It's
know
something.
W,
very
it's
little.
W 3 numbers.
10W30 oil. I don't know what's going on.
Hopefully Brett can make up for it
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
with intense Porsche.
Heavy
talk.
on the Porsche talk. I know we spout a lot of shit about the Porsches, but
As long as it's not BMW talk.
I'm just proud everybody's saying it 2 syllables tonight. That's all.
I'm trying. I'm really trying.
I really got to try hard, buddy.
We'll get into our. It's the main topic. Main topic.
I love the Josh Alien voice.
That's just
at
the
end.
voice inside my head. That's what's happening all the time. Gentlemen, thank you for coming to hang out for a little while.
What's up, guys?
What is going on?
Can we intro this guy?
Yeah,
These
yeah,
guys?
actually.
You're gonna have to because you deleted me off the thing.
I
Yeah,
gotta
on our
figure.
second podcast, Brett Sloan.
I gotta
This might
figure
be
that
my
out.
first appearance.
It was just brought
Chuck
to my
to the
attention
weeds.
today that literally the first 2 episodes, so that would mean you and Chris Surse, are missing from the catalog on our players. So I have to figure out what the hell's happening with that. If worst comes to worst, I'm just going to re-put them out, and we're going to put out 3 podcasts tomorrow.
Woo!
So
Awesome.
that'll be cool. So there's plenty for people to listen to. But yeah, we'll get that back up there. So very early on in our revival life, if you will, as things were kind of developing, I have a friend, Mr. Brett Sloan, and I really, really wanted to get him in the magazine and talk to him on the podcast about what he does. So, Brett, can you kind of summarize for the people what is your daily life?
So the daily life, I buy and sell air-cooled Porsches and collectible water-cooled stuff. So like the GT3s and turbos. And at this point, I have a small little shop in Fairfield. And I'm appointment only. I do a little advertising on the interwebs and social media. But for the most part, we're by, I just have the repetition from what I had with my father in the past and kind of spread from there. So we're going on, Sloan brand's going on for almost 40 years now.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yep.
And to anybody listening that hadn't listened to that podcast with Brett and I, and if you can't find, I will have it up there again by tomorrow. So it's definitely going to be one you want to listen to because that is where Brett and I get into the history of Sloan Motors.
Yeah, and when you were there, that was like right when I was kind of going off on my own.
Right, that was
right in the beginning.
Yeah, that was very shortly after you decided to, keep things going and just get it all reestablished. I know even at that time, I think you were just getting done with like insurance stuff and business related stuff with the city and all that sort of stuff. So it was very early on. And I mean, that's like 2 years ago now.
At least. Oh no, it has almost 3, I think, at this point.
It might be pushing it because we might have done that before I did that before I released anything. So I had kind of a small catalog of stuff beforehand. But
it was good to like kind of, because I never really said my thoughts out loud and kind of re-listening to the podcast because I can't do that anymore right now since it's off. But
Josh wasn't a big fan of the thoughts.
No, he hated it.
No, I wasn't big into it.
All right, I get it.
We got to do that over. Come in again.
Yeah. Hey, can we recreate this entire thing? Thankfully, I saved those files.
In all seriousness, thank you for the opportunity to come back up.
Yeah, no way, man.
It's
a pleasure. We've been wanting to have you guys in. It just makes sense because we want to just hang out and find out what's happening. For one, I mean, obviously the COVID stuff, that's one thing if that had any impact on you, but two, just a check-in. Like how did things progress after, let's say, that last time I was there? Yeah. It wasn't really uncertain. You just had to get things back in motion again, build momentum again, right?
Exactly. It was building the momentum that was hard and reconnecting with a lot of clients that I because I took about a year off after my father's passing.
Yep.
So I had to reconnect with everybody, let everybody know I'm still in business. It was a process. And then I think after about 2 years, I finally kind of got back to where I was before, got back a lot of cars that we sold 10, 15 years ago. And then, then this happened.
Yep.
And the thing is, back in 2008, when everything kind of shit the bed back then with the economy, we saw a big uptick because people were putting money into hard assets and taking it out of properties. And so I in the back of my mind, I'm always a worrier. So I just figured, all right, things are going to get, it's going to get bad. So I saved everything. I had about 3 months rent saved up and ready to, if I didn't make a single sale, like at least I can keep the lights on.
Yep.
And to my surprise, it kind of did the same thing. People just got scared and pulled money out of the stock market, especially when it took a huge hit.
Yep.
I had guys that were taking 40% of their portfolio out of the market.
So that was that whole not crash. I guess crash. That was probably 2 weeks into this whole thing coming about. Because I'd say the first week was all right. We're going to shut down.
Yeah.
And then actually no, it was probably right around the same time. So it was within a 2 week span of craziness. And then your phone just started ringing.
Exactly. I kind of had a heads up that things were gonna. I have a couple clients from overseas, and they were telling me that things were going crazy over there, and they just expected that wave to come over.
I was going to say because they've seen it right a couple weeks, if not more than a month before us.
Yeah. No, I was definitely getting that kind of like just keep. That's when I start saving things and just kind of like, all right, I got to kind of curb everything and put things away.
Yep.
And so then there was an uptick. I would say probably after a month, people started, realizing like, well, there was one thing that we didn't have in 2008. Obviously this virus, and people are just realizing that life is short. Mm-hmm. So like, let's get that car I've always wanted.
Yep.
So I got a lot of that, which is fantastic, and they were using them too. It wasn't strictly just for an investment. They wanted to,
get
live.
back,
they wanted
get
to drive,
back to what we hope. That's how we feel, but we understand that not everybody.
And
feels
you
the
guys
same
have
way.
mentioned this before. Is like the one thing we could do is drive around. Gas is cheap, but,
right?
And the roads are clear. You can go cross country a couple times, as we all know.
Yeah,
break some records.
Beat a record or two.
So yeah, I mean that was
asterisks.
So yeah, no, that was it was a blessing in disguise because my business is, knock on wood, is keeping there,
right,
keeping going.
And another thing, thankfully, is it's just you there,
right?
So short of some adjustments, if somebody's actually going to come there, but you can make a lot, or you can make a lot of things happen just via phone and email and stuff, right?
Exactly.
So is that,
It's always been an appointment-only business.
Yep.
I would really, I in the beginning I didn't know how to showcase the cars, and then English Ben came down right before all this stuff happened, and he was kind of getting on my case to make little videos and trying to showcase cars. And
Yep.
so shout out to him because I started doing that.
Show.
And I just had, I stockpiled a bunch of stuff, and then I made like a virtual showroom skin to put on top of it in the beginning, and just
Yep.
kind of promote this. Like, no, I'm still here. I'm still coming here every day. So like, if you guys got questions, let me know. Cars are coming in and out. I was lucky enough to keep the doors open without having any issues from the local police and stuff like that. They were cool with it. And I have a shop next door. The mechanics were open as well because
Yep.
they're essential. So that was it. And I started doing virtual car shows on the weekends. There was a group of dealers headed up by Todd over at udrive.com. And he created this. It was awesome. It was like on Saturday mornings, you get anywhere between 40 to 50 people online. It was like a Zoom thing, and everybody would log in and show off their car, and everybody had a couple minutes to kind of talk about each car. And it was great to kind of connect with people. you know, when they're kind of off. I mean, I'm by myself all day long.
right. So
it came a scene.
right. And especially now, you're heavily by yourself to begin with when things were normal, if you will. But now nobody's out and about, so
Exactly.
it's just even more. It escalated it.
Yeah, no. So it was good to kind of see people too.
Yep.
You're watching the videos, and so that was it. And then I'm continuing to do that, and I think I've learned that these little videos, people love that kind of stuff.
It's another perspective.
Yeah, you get to see cars 360 instead of all the static images you put on Instagram and on the website. So I'm going to continue to do that. And I honestly didn't think that people would have the time. And I don't think they really did have the time to be this time last year to watch videos on each car. And when something lands on the website, they want it now.
Yep.
Or now people are demanding can you take outside photos and videos, and it's kind of changed my whole outlook of how to kind of market these cars. So it's been good.
What is when you get a buyer, what's like the first thing that they say? Do they have a car in mind most of the time?
No.
Okay.
They have like, especially now, because like I said earlier, like people kind of they're buying that dream car.
Yep.
So they're like, I like this era, whether it's the 80s or 90s. Scott actually witnessed a conversation on the phone when I was driving up here where this guy really wants an 80s car, but he's putting full weight into a G50 transmission, which is this later model from 87, 89, which is a hydraulically assisted clutch. But there's no reason to pay that much of a premium if you haven't driven something earlier, which is a 915 transmission. So there's a lot of, people read into stuff that's on the internet and they don't really know. They're just kind of regurgitating what they're reading. And
I now know the full history of Porsche transmissions because he explained it to this guy. Like, dude, it's not this. You don't need that. This is great. 915, 901. He goes, everything. And at the end of the call, he's like, yeah, he still wants a G50.
I was trying to save the guy
I was
15,
gonna say,
20
you're
grand.
just trying
'cause
to
it's-
help him.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly. And just people just.
I want a black G50. I want a black car with G50.
I get it. I get it. I mean, I'm more than happy to find that for him, but it's at the same time, it's like there's other things out there. And people just don't have they're inexperienced. They just,
Right. Not
not a lot of
realizing
people
how happy he could be with if he just listened, if you will.
Right. So, I mean,
What was his appeal? Like, what did he?
G50 is like the big dog online, man.
It's easier to drive. I mean, there's definitely a difference between an early transmission versus a G50, depending on where you are. Like if you're downtown, if you're in an urban environment, sure, you want that ease of having a hydraulic assisted clutch.
Mm-hmm.
But a 915 box, if it's all tuned up and everything is ready to rock and roll, it's a great transmission. It's a little funky. It's a little notchy in cold weather. Reverse can be kind of funky again if it's cold, but once everything gets up to temp, like anything, it's going to be fine.
And I was going to say, you would think in some cases that's kind of appealing.
It sounds like G50 is the lows of Porsche transmission.
G50s of a skirt.
If you would.
Damn.
That's what you should have told, son.
Told him to lift his skirt and get a 915.
Get a 915, boy.
Let me make this conversation real simple.
The guy's buying a classic car, though. Like,
Yeah, I don't want
I gotta
hydraulic.
have the best classic
No.
car transmission out. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, but no, to his point, his wife was going to drive it. It was a first classic car they had. They wanted it to be
Okay. All the
easy
way.
to live
Skirts.
with.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said it, not me.
Well,
So-
yeah, that's fine. You're the salesman.
Listen,
here, we're not.
if the wife's gonna drive it, man, there's your answer.
I
You don't
get
want to get her a notchy
You can get a
transmission.
Tiptronic 964 if he really wants to.
Get that tip.
No
Dude,
comment.
Brad-
There's not. I only have one automatic in the shop right now. It's a PDK GT3 RS, and that's it. I'm not taking any automatics.
I tried to convince him to let's drive that here, but he wouldn't do
No
it.
Lizard Kings. No.
No GT cars allowed.
Uh,
Tell me it was a green one.
It was.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
Sorry, boys.
I
You
listen
can't
to
put
Brett.
those miles on it.
I
you
listen
know?
to Brett work the phone like, oh, what a salesman! I love this guy. Like, oh my god.
I'm on the I'm on the phone all day long. It starts in the morning, it goes all night, and
it can't be easy.
it's exhausting. You know,
Yeah.
but I love it. I love what I do. So it's if you catch me in the right mood, I'll be on the phone with you for much longer than I've answered all your questions and then some.
By the end of that conversation, I was like, I'll take any transmission. Oh my god.
Where
Sounds
do I
so
sign? You
good.
need a check?
But I'm not trying to be salesy. I'm just trying to a lot of people are just reading into things, and you got to kind of guide them a little bit.
But like
I was
you
gonna
said,
say-
you're trying to save the guy $15,000. I mean, most
There's no-
sales guys like, yeah, you want to play
He
more
didn't-
money?
he
Cool.
pulled that out at the
My-
end. He tried to go through every other thing before he dropped. Like, bro, you're dumping way extra money than you need.
But let me ask you a question. This is go back to what you originally asked, Josh. My first question is, have you driven what you want?
Yes.
Right.
And if they say no, and I'm like, well, why do you want this? And then they start telling me about all the stuff they've read. What? Okay,
Yeah.
I get it, but like, drive them because you'll be surprised. I have so many people that come to the shop looking for car A and then fall in love with B. You know, they just don't know, and that's the beauty of what I have. I like to have an example of every model just so you can choose. Instead of just kind of like there's a lot of guys that just kind of have this tunnel vision of this is all you're gonna get. And that's all they represent. I mean, I do only represent Porsches. I don't try to go out to other brands, but at the same time, I try to have the entire Porsche lineage.
Right. And you
know?
can provide
damn,
example.
I could go to
Again,
that
somebody who
shop.
comes in with nothing specific, you can show them the whole catalog, if you will.
Exactly.
And another part of it is that, sure, you're a salesman, if you will, but I hate to even use that term because you're really just educating people more, and that's what they go to you for, is to be, I need to speak to somebody who's more familiar with this than I am.
Mhm.
And,
And the cars sell themselves, and I vet everything out, and
Yep.
it's so I got this question earlier today, I forgot but I take in maybe if I look at 5 cars, only like 2 or 3 of them come in.
Okay.
I turn back a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, everybody kind of knows the language now, what I'm looking for, all the little buzzwords, and then it's all bullshit. Most of the time, it's people just kind of know what gets me excited, and then over pump stuff up.
Yeah.
And then people tell me things are original paint. There's paint measuring tools. I get it, and there's excellent body shops out there that can, fake that stuff. But you can just tell by your eye. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to be around these cars for 40 years.
Yep.
I was there one day when he took a car, and it was a brown 911, of course. And, I'm like, oh, this thing looks pretty sweet, pretty cherry. He's like, yeah, it's supposed to be all original. 30 seconds later, he's like, look at this. This is terrible. What is this? What is this? This is not original. This is thin, but this guy just wasted so much of my time. He shipped it here. Get it out of my shop.
Freaking awesome, dude.
He was full hot.
And the worst part is I saw that on another dealer's site.
Of course you did.
Represented as being all original.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I try to, I try to be as honest and transparent as I possibly can with everything. It's just that's the way my father did it, and that's the way I'm going to do it.
Right,
you know?
right.
And again, these cars sell themselves. So,
Right, because you don't need to, worry about foot traffic coming in the door.
Yeah.
When you have people calling you, you know what the reason is.
Right. And at the end of the day, this business has got my last name attached to it, and
Right.
I'm representing it.
And you want to do what's right by the
Yep.
customer, and,
Yep.
and ultimately, make sure they're happy. If they're dead set on a G50,
Yeah, he's gonna get that G50.
Yeah.
let it work out as it is.
Yep. So, yeah, and that's kind of why, all these web, the online auctions and stuff. I mean, I would personally want to buy a car from somebody that knows the stuff, and you can, if you have an issue down the road, at least you can go back to that person.
Right.
I think there's a level of comfort, and I think I'm getting a lot of that business as well. There's people who are just sick of, buying stuff that's misrepresented, whether it's at auctions or different websites or whatever. I'm just saying in general.
$50,000 Civic SIs.
Oh my God.
No, but in general, it would be very easy to misrepresent a car on auction, whether it be
Everything
on
looks-
purpose or not. But like
Yeah.
you said, this guy shipped something, and maybe he thought it was original, and you see it, and you're just like, this is bullshit.
I was
No,
just gonna
that's an
say,
excellent point. No, I unfortunately, I have to give people a lot of bad news.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They buy cars and they've been told something else, and
Right. This
it's
is
a very tough call.
Yeah.
And most of the time, people are like, I prove everything. I show them paint charts and paint numbers, and because I have this little meter that measures the thickness of the paint, and I show examples of what it should be with another car in the shop, and I just make a list of what's wrong with them. Like, you have to understand, it's not that your car is worthless, and but we can't ask premium pricing if it's not that. So there's a deduction if it's not what it was, you know, or what was explained to me.
And that conversation, I'm assuming, takes place with people who are looking to almost turn that car or sit on it for profit eventually.
Exactly.
And it's just
Brett loves auction websites that sells cars, and he loves people who buys Porsches for investments. He loves them.
Oh man, I gotta be the guy that's just sitting there getting your side piece stuff. You know what I mean? The stuff you're like, nah, it's not good for me. Chuck's right here, be like, man, I got $15,000, man.
Wingman at the
I could be your wingman at the buys, you know.
Tesla stock, man.
Listen, man, Brett might not take it, but I got $10,000. It's looking mighty nice right now.
You know, you're gonna have to ship it all the way back to you.
Oh man,
or
I could fix that brown paint up myself.
Got those Chuck dollars. But no, but I like to source stuff that doesn't have to be questioned, obviously, you know. But or you know, in the reverse is that, or the opposite is that you know, I've had cars that a guy thinks that there might be some issues, or maybe it's not, you know, maybe it's not up to your standards, but you know, I ask him if it has some original paintwork and stuff like that. They're like, Brett, I bought the car 15 years ago. I have no idea. Maybe does. I never painted it, but I don't know. I'm the fourth owner. I have no idea.
Right.
I had a car that just came in like that. The guy owned the car for 12 years. He had no idea. And the car was all original, and we agreed to a number prior to the car coming in. I'm like, no, man, this car is worth a lot more because it's a Survivor. And he was, you know, it was an awesome day for him.
Pleasantly surprised. That's awesome.
You know, another 15 grand in his pocket.
Yeah, like owning Tesla stock.
You can get that G50 now.
Hey, upgrade to the G50 you always wanted.
So I kind of one thing I wanted to ask was, how do you feel about the new Porsches?
Big. They're really
huge.
I think, you know, I the tech isn't. I haven't driven a new one, so I honestly don't want to. I can't. No, I haven't.
I thought Amy was already complaining about the test drive and the GT3 RS there, bud.
Yeah, but that's not a new 911.
You're talking
like 992.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean that would be actually the newest newest Porsche I've driven.
So
GT3
RS.
So
that was a total letdown, or what?
I'll get into that. So that's a 991.2.
Okay, I was going to say, is there a 0.5 or just 0.2?
0.2.
Okay,
so it's the second generation of the 991s.
Okay.
Facelift in 991, right?
Okay.
Kind of middle of the production run.
When I win the lottery, I'm getting one of those.
Yeah, I would also like to win that lottery and get that car.
Yeah.
Should have brought it here.
If I win the lottery, I want to win.
Oh, you brought it here, man.
Chuck.
I would listen. You put me on an affirm plan, buddy. I got you.
Yes.
Woodside credit.
Yeah, let me get that Woodside credit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But I love the tech. You know, my daily driver's got a hell of a lot of tech to it. I like that kind of stuff. But when I drive, you know, my personal car, you guys have featured it in the magazine before, is a 1969 911. That's it for me, man.
Yeah.
I don't even like I'm not gonna say I don't like the later stuff, but for me, I like the very analog stuff. The beginning, you know, it's smaller, it's lighter, it's
smaller. It's in comparison. Well, now it's like I don't want to blame the 911T for being small. It's the 992 is really big.
It's huge.
So it's just like seeing the difference of these things. It's like, no, go back to that.
But I think it's actually lighter than the last 911. I think, I don't know,
Is
they
it
made it
lighter?
bigger, but
I'd
I think
assume.
I read that. Yeah, it got a little bit lighter.
Yeah, they just shaved a little on the Gillette, you know, drive selector.
I know people that have them and love them better than the last generation. I just haven't had a chance. In fact, one of my clients has one. I got to hit him up to let me.
I'm sure they're unbelievable. Matter of fact, a lot of the reviewers that we like have just raved about it and said this is like.
I can't imagine putting out a bad product.
Yeah.
I'm concerned. I don't know about the all electric stuff. I'm concerned.
I was just going to ask your opinion on that stuff.
I don't know. I drove my first Tesla. Shout out to Chuck's wallet.
Good show.
I was impressed.
on?
It was. I think you guys have kind of talked about this before. It was kind of like going from a flip phone to an iPhone.
Right.
Like it just didn't. It was something completely new experience to me. Like it didn't feel like, you know, driving anything else. Like it was. And I was having a tough time with the guy that was in the car with me. He's like, you don't have to hit the brake and releasing the gas,
right,
and it doesn't. I couldn't get the footwork was hard for me. Everything else was fine, but the foot. So I'm assuming that's the same thing with the Porsche. With the
no, Porsche doesn't have the one foot drive, one leg driving or
No.
one pedal driving.
Yeah,
They
it coasts.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
They had a whole.
Then I would probably like it a lot more then.
Yeah,
30
So
pages.
it
That
seems
was
a
what I
lot
was-
more. Just because the Tesla seems unnatural to a certain extent. It's just not a natural. Like usually in any car,
Right.
take your foot off the gas, you're going to coast.
Boy, so let's raise that stock price.
The
Famed analog Porsche man
Tesla-
praises
the
Tesla.
Tesla-
Don't
Yeah.
don't buy Tesla, buy Porsche.
The
is what-
Tesla uses the regen to charge your batteries, and Porsche said, "No, we're going to coast because we can actually save more battery by coasting." I don't
Yeah,
know, but there was this
we
literally
have
30-page article.
higher
about it.
voltage.
I
and-
think you
and
can
better
actually turn
batteries.
it on and off on the Porsche.
Actually, you're correct. 100%
Porsche.
correct. Yes,
And you
on the
can't,
Porsche,
you
How many
can't
times
on the
have I said
Tesla.
it?
No.
Yes, that
Take a
is
drink.
100%
That's vodka.
true.
I have a different drinking game, real quick, to interrupt Porsche.
Yeah.
Andy, I don't want to. Andrew Preunger, the head of the GT division of the new cars. I heard a thing with him recently, and he basically just laid slay to a couple of guys about it's 911, it's 993, it's 964, it's 991. He's like, it's not 991, and they're like, what are you saying? He's like, do you call it a 911? No, it's a 911.
I'll
That's
get
why
that.
it's a
A 993.
64,
Right, the-
993.
What's that term? The cadence of it is
I
incorrect.
guess.
I get it. I hear people say
Preunger. I don't know. But
I'll
he's the
I'll
head of their
change my life
GT
up then.
division, and he was.
We got to get him on
an
the
audio
horn.
show.
We got to get him on
Get
the
him on
Just
the
like
horn.
suddenly popped up on social media all over the place. Like his
Yeah.
Instagram never used it. Now he uses it every day.
Yeah.
But he says you're supposed to say it like that. So that was gonna have my Diet Coke drinking game every time somebody said it wrong. Take a
Right,
swig
right.
of-
I'll take you on that.
So, have you got? So you do at times help people find stuff.
All the time.
Have you had to any requests for the Taycan?
Never. I don't think I ever will.
Yeah.
Okay,
So would you even
okay.
take something like that on?
No,
I mean,
I don't. I honestly don't really do too much. The only new car I'm hunting down right now for a client is a Speedster, new Speedster.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh.
those are cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Those are
Yeah.
the two we've seen at.
yeah, Josh and I.
Strobles.
Yeah.
There's
Actually,
plenty-
yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'm in
mentioned-
it, dude. I like
Yeah.
that.
Those
I
are
think
cool.
that and the new Cayman Spider. You know I think those are pretty cool. The little
Do they want that like special
Um,
edition Speedster?
what's that?
The special edition Speedster? It's like the
The
silver with the
Heritage
white
one,
meatball.
the
Yeah,
Heritage-
yeah.
He's actually a dream client because he's like, I don't care, whatever it is, it is.
Find one.
Yeah, he just doesn't really want a loud color. And of course, I found him a loud color like right away.
Yeah.
So
Immediately
of
available.
course, yeah. But yeah, he's cool with. He really actually does want a Heritage Edition. He doesn't care if it's graphics or not.
I
but
could have sworn I've seen a couple on some auction websites.
Mm.
anyway, back to what we were discussing earlier.
So what else do you want to get into? Is there anything you
What do you guys want to come down and drive?
Oh, I want to come down and drive everything.
Everything. I was going to say.
I'll
can
be
we
there tomorrow.
Can we schedule a month?
Do you have
Well,
guys come in for a 911, like an SC, and be like, you know what, the 991.5 GT3 is the one for me?
Sure. Yeah. No, I've had people.
pretty wild.
I've had people that had a $50,000 budget and walked out with a $150,000 car.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Solid day.
Yeah.
It was a solid day.
What happened to the Moonstone?
Oh, Moonstone's got a good send off. It I brought it to the bridge last, which is like kind of like the end of the year show. Big, it's awesome event.
Yep.
Invite only at the Bridgehampton, the old Bridgehampton Raceway, and I had it there on the grass. And a client that I actually, it wasn't a client yet. I just talked to him a few times on the phone. He was there for the event, and he saw it there on the grass, and he waited until I actually came back to the car. I was like throwing my gear in there and stuff like that. So he's like, "Is this, are you Brad?" And I introduced myself to him. He's like, "Man, I've been bugging you about this car for a while now." And he's like, I needed to see it in person. I just couldn't get that color. Like, I just couldn't figure it out on the net. I sent him a bunch of photos,
Yeah.
inside out, inside the shop, outside. I just never could capture. I think everybody in this room has seen it besides him.
Yes.
That's my
Which is
favorite
so funny.
goddamn one, man. I love that car so much.
I don't know why.
Oh,
I don't know why you don't
so
come down.
good.
There's field trips down to the shop all day long.
I know.
It had a brown interior, right?
I had a chocolate brown
Hot
interior.
brown.
Literally
interior.
half the people that work in my company just stop at your shop every time they're in Connecticut. It's just like, what the hell? I've never been there.
And so he bought the car, and so it was all original, one owner car, and it ended up in California. And then I'm friendly with the guy that's doing some service. It was I bought it. He bought it as is.
Yep.
So there was a little bit of service work that had to be done to it. So the next thing I see is the engine out of the car with a huge turbo,
Oh,
Oh boy.
huge intercooler,
yes.
My man.
and I'm assuming he's got to do cams on the car as well. So that thing's gonna be like over 400 horsepower.
So what you're
fire
saying?
breathing.
What you're saying is when you get it back, it's going to be modified and
Yes.
thus less money.
The guy
I
took it in
know.
the shop for spark plugs, and now
Yeah, that sounds like a solid Chuck move. While I'm in here.
Yeah, that's the biggest while I'm in there. Yeah.
Depending on how far he went into it, like if he, I don't know. I mean, it could have just been turbo and cams, and I'm assuming, knowing the talent that he had fixing the motor, I'm assuming that it's done to a caliber where it can be put back to stock.
Right.
I would hope. So, but if not, it's still original car, mechanic, besides the
So I mean, for that particular client, it's safe to say he's into the cars, because like
he's actually a younger guy. He's around our age and just wanted. I mean, listen, a 79 930 from that era is not fast. It's like
right.
It's like 282 horsepower.
Yeah.
I mean, it's considering a Camry can I mean, it's really it's a weird power delivery because it's like a light switch either on or off. So it's exciting to drive, but it's not. They always the Widowmaker and all that. I mean, it's just not the case.
Yeah.
Is it faster than a Fox Body Mustang?
Technically, according to the dyno sheets, yes.
Yeah.
What were those numbers again?
228 point something.
Yeah.
You're glowing over there. You're proud. Man.
Yeah, I'm fucking damn proud.
Maybe that Porsche turbo's not running so good in the.
Right. Suddenly,
when the Moonstone comes back, we'll have a little race.
Yeah. How much does it weigh?
That's a good question. I think around 3.
Okay.
That's gonna be a good race.
Yeah. No, but
of course, gonna have the fridge.
Yeah.
Quick 100 shot.
I got a question for you.
Oh, please, yeah.
What's your favorite car you've sold since you've kind of went out on your own in this new shop?
Oh, that's a strong
Why
question.
can't you send me these questions ahead of time?
What do you mean?
It's gotta be.
It's
We
not
can't
organic.
think of them.
Can I give you like 3?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been hustling over.
And then I'll pick my favorite.
I would. I mean, obviously, I'm not even gonna count this as a 3, but the Moonstone is definitely one of my favorite.
Yep.
Man, I like. I had this really cool painted sample British Racing Green, brand new 911, which I didn't. At that point, was the first turbo 911 I've driven. They know how they're all turbo now.
Yep.
And I was impressed by that. And I just thought it was kind of cool the way it was optioned. I had a painted sample Mercedes blue slant nose, which I think you saw the last time you were there.
Yes.
It was an 89. They made they made less than 40 cars that year. It was super, and obviously only one in that color combination, and went to a really big collector. And he's really he's happy to have that car in there. And then just trying to think of the other. What would be number 1? I want something big over here.
How about Big Red you brought down to that meet?
Oh man,
God damn, that car was cool.
That thing was sick.
You didn't sell that one technically.
That was a roof,
No,
right?
that went back. No, that one, and it's getting refreshed too. He wanted to change the color and a few other things.
I follow that
car is
gentleman.
wild.
Yeah.
The wheels were like, I was like, wait a minute.
Dude,
These are real BBS Motorsport wheels just completely coated brown?
Yep.
Wow.
You
I've
will.
also watched Brett not be scared to get on that car. Oh, boy.
Again, this is a family podcast.
Oh,
We keep
whoops.
talking about.
Sorry.
All right.
We won't tell anybody around here.
And then I just had a roof RGT. That car's sick.
You
You had a roof
recently
RGT?
just got that,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that already gone?
Yeah.
Oh,
damn.
man, that was only like a month, right?
Yeah,
Month,
but
2
I'll get that car's still available. It's one of these, that's one of the guys. He's like, it's still available if the offers
s-
come through.
Right, okay.
So yeah,
So
that's the
someone
thing.
buys it, but then they're like, if someone else
Of
wants
course, everybody's the ones to make
it, I
some
guess
money.
yeah,
Come
everything
on,
has a
man.
price. Okay.
Dude, that's not how I work.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm wasting money all over the place.
Right. I'm at a loss as soon as I sit
Yeah,
in
if
the
somebody
driver's
comes back double, tell them to take a hike.
Brett,
This thing's mine.
how many times do you sell a car 2 years later? Somebody asks for that exact car you sold, and you call up the old guy. Hey, buddy, want to sell this thing? I got a guy on the hook.
Yeah, that happens a lot. That
That's
happens a lot.
wild,
Yeah,
right.
no,
They
it
just
happens a
know.
lot.
Easy money,
Yep.
brother.
Yep. And then the thing is, like,
There's
I'm
always
always
more Porsches.
I'm religious about photocopying all the documentation, records, and stuff like that. Just if anybody ever lost anything within the traveling, and I'm like, here we go. This is everything. This is all the whole history and everything.
Right.
Here's your
So it's-
filing
yep,
cabinet. I'm
here
going
you
to
go.
put it in the frunk.
That happens
Yeah.
a lot. It happens a lot.
Tell me a little about these Lufttechnik cars.
Lufttechnik is down in Virginia. That's Robert's shop.
No.
Telefunken. I got
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry.
I got a couple of
The
hot
lingo's
rod-
a little tough.
No, I love hot rod stuff, even though I always represented like the original low mileage. I mean, that was always our bread and butter. I love hot rods. So I've been messing around with a couple builders that are local. I've got so there's, like you said, Telefunken Motorsports, and his cars are based off of 964s, and he backdates them. Actually sold both of them this week.
No
The
way.
yellow
really?
one?
I had a guy come in last Friday, couldn't decide whether to buy the orange Cabriolet or the white.
Like the chalk one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's like,
yeah.
The chalk one with like the enamel, not the enamel, the hammered kind of.
He's like, I should just buy both. And I'm like, that's a damn good.
That's a great idea for you.
Best idea ever. Yeah. So that's it. And but yeah, so that
I'm in pain over here. That chalk one, like that if it was you, like come down and take one for a ride, that'd be it. No questions asked.
And Scott drove.
Guess who got to take one for?
How was it?
It was one of. Let me think. It was probably the first 911 I got to drive and like get on.
Really?
And he's like, "Get on it! Come on, go! You keep shifting early. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Dude, is that odometer right? Is it like 700 miles?" Like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. Just hammer it." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't even know."
You gotta break it in.
Oh, I was scared as could be, but it was pretty badass.
Yeah, Scott's got a tough job. I always
And then he calls. Here's another quick Brett story. It's like a Monday. What are you doing this week? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, you got to work? I was like, yeah, I got to work on Saturday. He's like, oh, can you get off? I need a favor. I'm like, I think he needs a ride. I don't know. He's like, yeah, what do you need? He goes, I need you to drive this car to New York City with us for this event. I go, what car is that? And he's like, oh, this yellow RSR project, 911, completely redone, amazing car. And I'm like, man, you really tug my arm
put
here.
me on that favor list.
I guess I'll have to be there.
Yeah.
And I got to drive that all the way to New York City, and it was the most amazing weather day. We left at crack of dawn. We're cruising down Henry Hudson with the river on the side. And then on the way home, the guy who owns the car, builds the car, says, hey, man, you take my 912 for half the way. I'm going to take the RSR project. And then I'm getting to drive a 912 in New York City traffic. And he's like, it might seem it's going to stall, but it's not going to stall. Oh, it was the best experience ever.
That's awesome.
Can we convert you from Volkswagens to Porsches?
Well, we're working on that, but it's not going so good.
First attempt's been rough.
Yeah.
I was going to say, yes. I'd like to try to get into that a little bit at some point very soon.
Brett is like the non-typical Porsche owner. Him and my friend Josh Brown. They both let me drive their cars, be stupid in their cars, and here I am. I own one now. But Brett's been like, you guys say, oh, I want to come down and drive everything. Brett literally is like, what do you want to drive?
Right.
And like, I just got to drive all these cars. I'm like, dude, it's amazing.
You just got
Kid in a candy store.
I was gonna say you got to experience the juice, and now you're. There it
He
is.
drank
that
the
was it.
Kool-Aid.
You took a sip, and here we are.
Where do you see Sloan Motors in 5 years?
So when we first talked about it, I was all about scaling back and kind of keeping it. Because when my dad passed, we had a 20,000 square foot place, over 100 cars, 5, 6 employees. I mean, it was big. And like when we first met, I was like, I'm going to scale it back. But now I'm starting to get the rhythm back. I don't know. Maybe I'll buy a building, go a little bit bigger, start doing some storage, start doing some other stuff. I got a couple investors that see have been watching my growth, and they're down. So
I support this 100%.
Yeah,
agreed.
For sure.
I would like to do that. So I haven't outgrown my spot. I really like where I am. I mean, you saw it. You were down. You got. I mean,
I'm a big fan of the spot.
except
Chuck,
for
how's the spot look?
Except for Chuck.
I just want to see the new spot.
Chuck, you've never been, right?
No, man. I honestly,
busy.
I
It's
feel
too
like I
busy.
should just go down there.
It's
the
just an
next day.
ongoing joke. It's just.
It's just, I want to go to this
Chuck, I
damn
go there
shop
all
so
the time.
bad, dude.
I was gonna say we're gonna wrap this up in about an hour and a half or so you can just head on down
Dude,
there.
I'll just go straight down there. No, I gotta come. I didn't even need an excuse. I just gotta go down there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you need to. You absolutely need to.
And they closed the border to my in my defense, but now it's open again, so I gotta go down there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
COVID
they
closed the
probably
border. I was
did.
about to go down there.
Right, that's exactly why you didn't risk it.
And then I was going to go down there with my old man. My old man bailed day
Actually,
of. He was like, what the hell?
Dude, that was such a sweet car. He should have scooped that
Dude,
up.
I
And
know,
I see
I
that
know.
guy. He actually he's local to me. I see that car quite often.
Another one that I'm curious of, what happened to the Ruby Stone?
That ended up at Arizona.
Okay.
With a big collector.
Arizona?
Yep.
Okay.
Wow, those
Yeah.
seats.
Oh,
was a
those
sweet
things were
car.
That
bananas.
better be garage.
Yeah.
You got
The Carrera RS, Josh?
Was it a Carrera?
Was it
RS?
a
Yeah,
RS,
yeah.
wasn't
the-
Was
the
it?
Ruby
Yeah,
Stone.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
right,
Ruby
because it was
The
Stone.
just
964.
yeah
Carrera
with the
RS.
best looking
The
color
tricolor?
scheme and the tricolor seats.
Yup.
Josh,
like-
have you seen the seats? You
Yeah.
and I would not fit in the car.
Oh yeah, no way. No, that's when I make an investment. I have to
Chuck-
just
Chuck
just
might
stand
not
on
fit
the
in those
side
I
of it.
probably won't
Yeah.
fit in the seats.
I got in. I was real
Holy
snug.
Whew.
Yeah.
That thing is narrow.
Yeah. No, I'll have to get the double wides if I'm gonna.
Yeah, you have to
I
get the
mean,
big boy seat.
He's like, open the door, check it out. I'm like, I think Brett might have said, oh, Scott, get in. I go, no, bro. No, bro. Look at that. Like,
Well, I've actually.
it's like Japanese fit seats.
I'm
Like,
like, I'm
they're
50
like,
pounds soaking wet, and I don't fit in it. So it's like,
holy moly.
Well, I've actually one of my most memorable supercar incidents happened at Brett's location when he let me sit in the Carrera GT, And I don't know if you've seen Carrera, up close and personal, but the door sill on said Carrera GT, not only is it outfitted with carbon fiber, it's about 8.5 to 9 inches wide.
Oh boy!
And you sit, with your legs fairly straight. And I'm a very svelte guy, if you will. So I'm trying to climb out of this thing, and I'm just worried that I'm gonna just drag ass cheeks across carbon fiber. And I'm just like
stud belt.
Yeah, exactly.
4-row.
Yeah, exactly. We're
4-row stud belt.
My dead Kennedy's belt.
You get the studded wristband to match.
He's got his ammo shell belt on.
In the background, like, oh my god!
Oh, no,
I threw towels down. I threw towels down.
Wallet chain and everything.
I was gonna say, I don't even think he knew what was the stress that was going on in my chest.
That's amazing.
As I was trying.
Josh was nearing a heart attack.
Yeah. So, I've supercars. Yeah.
Supercars.
Speaking of, what do you got?
That RSR, the yellow car, it's another hot rodder builder Brett deals with. He sells his cars, whatnot. So I'm looking at that car. I'm thinking, oh, here we go. I'm gonna sit sort of in the seat all the way to New York. That thing's got American-sized seats.
American seats.
Yes, sir.
And I was loving it.
The car's comfortable, isn't it?
So,
yeah.
Speaking of the Japanese stuff, how do you feel about all these cars over there? There's tons.
finding the
There's
cars.
Skittles of 964.
Yeah. No, and there's a lot of cars that come over here from over there. That especially the RS is like all that forbidden fruit that we didn't get.
Yep.
Yeah, that comes over there from
It's just wild colors.
Yep.
A lot of it's the Tiptronic stuff.
Yep, and you got to remember, like when those cars are new, their economy is a lot stronger than what we had going on here.
Right,
so
right.
like a lot of those cars ended up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they are very meticulous owners. The one pet peeve is that they paint a lot of the cars. If they have like one stone chip, they'll paint the whole.
Yeah.
I should say,
Yeah.
we may know from experience with Chuck's
I was
R32.
5 layers deep before my last paint job.
They're notorious for that, but that's it.
So it's a positive and a negative because one thing I found is their sell sheets, when they mark everything off, they're very, very honest and like they scrutinize.
Yeah, they
which
do.
is great.
Yeah,
but at the same time, like you said, something could have been repainted. So yeah, of course the paint's beautiful, but
that and because sometimes they keep the history of the cars because they feel like it's private information.
Yeah.
So that's another kind of.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Depending on the car or depending on the owner, but that's very common.
We've found some really cool cars to sell over there, but they won't sell them to Americans because they don't want them over here.
Yep.
They want to hold on to them. Those are ones not on like the
They're
auction
gonna break
sites.
all our seats.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Wreck all our
I've listened to their
Thanks,
podcast.
Scott.
They're just gonna fucking ruin everything.
Yeah, it's incredible
those
the
guys.
colors. Like they were not bashful with their colors at all. Like
no, it was a great time when those cars were coming out. They were doing well. The economy was strong. They were
Cocaine, hell of a drug.
Cocaine everywhere.
Yeah.
Weren't they all brought over by like one dealer? What's the name? And it has like a sticker on the back window.
Oh, yeah, it starts with an M. Oh man, put me on the
Gotta
spot.
have a sticker in the back window of the
same thing with the
importing
Mercedes.
dealer.
Yeah.
Oh, the Japanese Mercedes, same thing.
Man, it starts with an M, but I can't remember it right now.
Young
Yeah,
Ben,
Giannis,
why are you
thank
not
you.
researching that?
Young Ben doesn't have research.
Oh,
What do you mean? He's got a
He's
cellular
got his phone.
device.
that's what he should
Yeah,
be
but
doing.
what am I supposed to be looking up from that?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
What was I supposed to be researching then?
Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thanks for being here, young Ben.
I would if I could.
I
have,
tried to
like-
bring you in, young Ben, but you blew it. You blew
Josh,
it.
can you get this kid a Mac Pro?
yeah,
Jesus, all you gotta do is spend a
seriously.
couple G's.
Yeah, 10 to be exact.
Do you get a lot of phone calls about people wanting to bring these over, or
The opposite. Getting the cars from here and bringing them back over there, because especially
America.
yeah?
well, if you think about it, especially in New England, these cars weren't driven year round because of the weather, so they're in better condition than they are out there. So
Right,
that's
right.
very
Yeah.
common. For sure. A lot of my cars went back to Germany. A lot.
Germany,
So-
but any going back to Japan?
I
I don't think you gotta have
No,
a lot
I
of
don't-
money to go back.
I sent the car to Australia recently. That car's coming back. It was a U.S.
Coming
car.
back?
Coming back.
You
87
don't want it?
turbo.
Return?
Return to sender. They
refused
just-
upon
Yeah.
delivery.
What's the restocking fee on that?
Well, he bought the car almost 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
And he actually came out here to meet me. It was crazy, but he was in California, and he's like, I'll just come out to
okay.
New York and
Yeah,
spend
yeah.
it.
I'm here. It's just the
It was wild.
This gentleman just have a car built by Benton, by any chance?
It's possible.
Australian gentleman?
There's not to
Corey, can you believe there's more than one Australian who likes
No. But
Porsches?
there's a particular gentleman who's from Australia who is a big Porsche guy and he's constantly back and forth building Porsches in California, and like he's got quite the collection.
It's possible. Yeah, he's a big Porsche collection.
Right, you take him back? So when I can't afford my first payment,
right.
yeah, let me get that turbo.
I know what you're packing over here. I'm in the heart of it right now.
2 payments in, be like, hey man, you want that car back?
Everybody knows your Tesla stock now.
Yeah, because I'll tell you who wants
You
it.
tell you how much you paid
The
for it and
bank.
everything. Looking at all the equipment here. There's millions of dollars of stuff in here.
It's all Josh, baby. It's all Josh.
How is the Porsche repo business? I was going to ask, while Corey's looking that up, is there a, not that we want to say this, or put this info out there, but is there like an untapped country, if you will?
Whoa.
Wait, come on, man.
That's
top
I
secret.
mean, is it? I don't want to know where,
I think
but
there's no hidden secret, but I think like Canada. I mean, there's some deals because where our dollar is compared to theirs. You can, it can be kind of tricky to get the cars in. I mean, it's just paperwork,
right.
But there's some deals to be made there for sure. Yeah, and a lot of the cars were U.S. cars originally, and they just ended up over there.
Okay.
So in that case, it's even easier to get the cars back over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one. And then the thing is, like with the internet, everybody knows what everything is worth.
Right.
now.
It's very
the
It's a
internet
different-
has shrunken the world
For sure.
of everything.
So
Right.
yeah, I mean, I remember cars that I remember buying a Turbo S from somebody, and they just read the Kelly Blue Book, and it was like $100 grand. The car's worth like $250.
Yeah.
And it's like
You
and
got
they're
a
like,
deal, brother.
No, they were like, that's what we want, So
I was going to say
There
the
you go.
likelihood.
I've
That's
been
what I
asking
want.
Brett for a cheap air cooled for years now. He just hasn't come through for me. I don't know what's going on.
Same.
sell me
I
one of those
told you-
Mark. Sell me one of those Mark IIs.
Oh, well, okay. Maybe we'll talk.
We
Yeah,
do a
yeah.
little horse trading over here.
I just asked you if you would take trades earlier, and you said no.
I was on air.
Oh, okay.
We get an Australian listener said Corey's lying. There's 8 of us maximum over here.
I didn't say there was a lot
Big
of them.
shout
I
to
said there
Ryan
was
Marsh.
one specific gentleman that I have in mind.
That
and I
poor
was
Benton, that place burned down. Or the shop
unfortunately
next door
beautiful. I was able to
Ugh.
go there last year. Incredible facility. This
You
guy,
like tour
John
it?
is a solid dude.
what's up?
You got to like tour it or whatever. See the
He
place.
put on a block party for everyone going to
Oh,
Luft last
man.
year. Full food, full drink, free, run of the
Classy
shop
event.
wherever the fuck you
Yeah,
want.
John's a solid guy. He's
He-
unbelievable.
He made some video with some other guy. Full debut of that. There was champagne. Like this guy went all out, and I was crushed to see that his fucking shop burnt down,
His shop didn't catch on fire. It was like the next unit
Yeah.
over caught on
which
fire.
is also his.
It was his that caught?
Yeah, like the
Oh.
unit next to it. That's his stuff
Well,
too.
It wasn't even like all the cars got burned. It was all the parts for all the cars in the shop.
Yeah.
Oh,
got
man.
burned.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Luft was supposed to be East Coast, right? That got canned.
postponed.
As
November.
of right now, it's still on. It's still on November 1st.
November.
You need a crew of guys to drive a bunch of Porsches down there.
Get in line, buddy.
I mean, I'm already driving down, so
Yeah.
Are you seriously?
yeah, 964.
All right, man.
Yep. I
How
mean,
about you?
whether
You gonna
Chris
come with
wants to
us?
go or not, I'm
we
going.
can,
You need a passenger, buddy?
as long as it's
I
not
don't
a
have to drive.
As long as it's not
I
a
think
Carrera
the whole
GT, I'm in.
show- I think the whole show should go in 1964, including Young Ben.
Well,
Young Ben would be the most comfortable, except he's tall.
he's really
I've
tall.
already been stuffed in the back of a Porsche before.
Yeah, 964, right?
Chuck,
Yeah,
remember when we stuffed
Yeah.
Tobias in the back of your GT?
Oh, my GTR. Yeah, and we had to stop.
After 50 minutes,
The back
everybody
of the
goes, I
car's-
can't take
there's
it anymore.
nothing-
Go back.
The back of the car is not good. With the stock seats, it was all right, but
yeah,
I
I
felt
don't know.
bad for
Things
Tobias.
I'll send it to you
I don't
later.
know
This
why he
isn't
ever
important.
agreed
now.
to do it in the first place. but
No,
anyways.
should have just stayed in the lawn. You know, beautiful lawn.
To keep on the same path here, but kind of change gears at the same time. Scott, you've
Hi. I'm a crazy Volkswagen person.
I was going to say you're,
all
you're
Doesn't
Volkswagen
have to be
all the
Volkswagen,
time.
Just crazy in general.
I love Mark IIs.
I was going to say
I like
what
Mark
what
1s.
generation in particular are you quite
92 and down until you get to air cooled, and I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know the first thing about it. So basically, water cooled up until 92. Everything newer than that is parts, swap parts.
Wait, so you're saying like a Mark III, you just use it for
Garbaggio rust box. That's right. Up. Corey's got
I
answers.
found him. I don't want to blow up his spot. I don't know if that's him. Okay.
Up, and
All
we've
right.
proven that there's more than one Australian who
There
likes
are in
Porsches.
fact 8.
We-
Yeah.
I was going to say we
That's
heard 8,
impressive.
might be 9.
Yeah, that's impressive. But yeah, the car that he built, it was a Polo engine, nothing to do with the Polo Volkswagen, Polo engine 911.
Do you know anything about that motor?
I learned when I was there last year.
That's a trick motor, man.
Yeah,
It's they take a 911 motor, 6 cylinders, and they chop off 2 cylinders and make a 4-banger.
Yeah.
So it's when they can twin plug it, they can do all this stuff. So it's like it can be over 150 horsepower.
The
But
car
then
in
I do it.
pictures
It's
looks
expensive stuff too.
stunning. The car in person blew any sort of picture you could ever take of it away.
Yeah.
It just like black paint,
That happened to me.
absolutely like like a mirror finish. All the chrome is redone, retrimmed. It's such a classic
Oh,
car.
when a 356 is done right,
Yeah.
and it's like an outlaw like that,
Yeah.
it's badass.
Yeah, those
It
things
takes, the,
are
beautiful car.
it takes the cute right out of it too when it's black, and
Yeah.
you know they're awesome.
So, Scott,
Back to
what's
Scott.
Back to
what's
my bad.
Volkswagens.
No, no
what's
worries.
currently going on in your world? What are you working on,
I have
project
lots
wise?
of cars. I'm very fortunate. I've had many of them for many, many years. So people just think I went and bought these cars, but I've had them for like 20 years and 15 years and stuff.
He's a legend.
Can we
He is.
can
He's
we
the-
get into some of those?
He's the unspoken
Yeah,
legend
sure.
of Volkswagen world. He's
Okay.
the
Are you
Are you gonna
anti-Toby.
announce what you got?
I was going to say because
So I'm a Volkswagen. Well, Brett's here. So yeah, I finally I delve into the Porsche world. Got an okay deal from a friend. Everybody probably knows.
Okay deal.
Okay, it was a fair price. We went back and forth on some stuff, and it's not a collector one. It's better than a driver, but
You're downplaying it. It's an important card to the lineage.
oh yeah. And the more, just like YouTube, I didn't know much about them. I watched 50,000 YouTube videos about 996 GT3s.
Yeah.
And I love GT3s. My friend Josh Brown. He has 997 one, and he let me drive it, and I just laughed because it's so over the top, and I'm like, this is how it comes? He's like, yeah, totally, dude. I'm like, oh my God, what is the clutch pedal? You can barely hold it down for a light cycle. He's like, yeah, it's awesome. And I'm like, oh my God. And it's, it's all lightweight, so I really want a 991.2 GT3, but out of my price range.
I got this car that just came in.
I know.
It's got your name on it, man. I got a guy that'll take your current
Well,
one.
I asked Brett for trades. He said no. But
I mean, I'm thinking we can pull things together here at some point.
Anyway, so I got
Yeah, put
this
me on a
car.
payment plan.
It seems like our powers combined.
Yeah.
I got this car, PDI. Everything's pretty good, no problems. Some maybe possible. We went back and forth. It's all good. Take delivery of the car. I'm checking this. He had some yellow laminates in the headlights, and he liked it. I'm like, oh, it's the
I
ugliest thing
fucking
ever.
hated it.
Right. And I pulled them off, the stickers. One of them, no problem. The other one looks like the headlights are ruined. I don't know what happened. So I've owned the car for months. COVID, I can't get it registered, but got it insured. So I'm like, here we go. I'm taking out for a test drive. I don't care. I got no headlights in the car, no front blinkers. Okay. I had to lower the car back down because it's a GT3. It like comes on coilovers. Like blew my mind. Like, wait a minute, it just comes on
Right
coilovers?
there.
Like
Yeah.
suspension? She's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's stock. I'm like, wow. Anyways. So I'm all stoked and go for my first drive and telling my wife, all right, I'm going to go. Wish me luck. And I'm just joking around, And
I'm a different man, baby. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
so I got a bum plate on the car. I got no registration. I got no headlights. I got no turn signals, but I'm going for a ride.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
This
my
is
boy.
it.
He lives
Yeah.
at the top of his mountain. I'm like, yo, Jay, I'm coming by. And he's like, okay. So I'm out driving, and it's a blast. This thing is, I don't know the difference between a 996, 997, because this thing is just amazing piece of machinery, Oh, it's got a roof exhaust on it.
Ugh.
Sounds ridiculous. You're not sneaking up on nobody. My wife texts me, I can still hear you. I already left 5 minutes ago. But anyways, I'm flying. I get all my buddy's house, and he's like, oh, and I'm like electric, like, oh, dude, this thing is so sick, bro. And he's like, where's the headlights? Blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, don't worry.
Shut
about
up
it.
about the headlights.
yeah.
I was like, the plate ain't good either. So I go to leave, and I'm leaving, and I'm going, and I feel a little, and it like stumbles. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, here we go, no problem. And I get down to the stoplight, and I'm like, let me jump on the highway here to get home. It's getting dark. I got no headlights. It stalls at the headlight. At the stoplight. So I start the thing, starts right back up. Okay, no problem. I get on the highway, cruising along, and then next thing you know, I'm on the side of the highway, okay? I'm sitting there, and I'm like, oh, F. So the car, there's no tow hook. I knew it didn't have a tow hook. I ordered the tow hook. I'm waiting in the tow hook. So there's no tow hook. The car is literally 1.5 inches from the ground. It has a Euro cup lip spoiler. The thing's on the ground. So I'm like, oh, this is so sweet. So I call my wife, go out in the garage, grab all the wood. I'm telling her about the wood, this and that, because how are we going to get this on the tow truck? I got AAA. Call AAA. I'm on the side of a state highway.
Yeah.
So she pulls up behind me, waiting on tow truck. This is right prime time COVID, right? Like the message from AAA is like, you better get your own damn ride because you're not going with our guy. And I'm like, oh, whatever. So Stady pulls up. I'm like, oh, here we go, right? But he was like, oh, you guys stay in your car, move your car, get it off to the side of the road a little more to me and my wife as I'm waiting for the tow truck. And I'm like, oh my God, if he looks at the plate, what if he walks around front? Oh, I'm going to jail here. This is a terrible night ever. The Stady was super cool. He laid back, kept his lights on to keep people away from us. Tow truck guy came, and he was the totally best tow truck guy ever. He was totally into like, we got to figure this out, bro. We can't mess anything up. And we got 30 blocks of wood. He had wood. Everything it took to get the car onto the thing. So I'm actually standing on the cable, the winch cable, as it's pulling it on. So like changing the like fulcrum or whatever so it doesn't hit the bumper.
Just to keep it down, right?
Correct. So get it home. The guy's super cool. He pretty much unloaded it into my garage. My wife's getting him snacks and drinks. I'm like, you go, babe. Thanks. And get in the garage. So like the next day I'm checking stuff. We mentioned Robert of Left Technic in Richmond, Virginia. He's a super good dude. I'm like, Robert, oh, this, that, the other. Oh, it's a fuel pump, this, that. So I call previous owner guy, and he's like, yeah, dude, I just had all that replaced. I was like, oh, sweet. So in the end, there was no gas in it. But the reason there was no gas in it
There you go.
is because the fuel pump was just bouncing around in the bottom of the fuel tank, in turn jammed the sender, so it looked like I had plenty of gas. But so take it all apart, whatever. I work on cars nonstop, but take it all apart. Okay, I could get it back together, order some parts, get the parts, they're wrong. Order another part for this headlight to finish the headlight project, go to snap it in. It breaks. Like every single thing I touch, no bueno.
It sounds like the
You've been
Polo.
christened. This is it, man.
Sounds like me.
Like it's just fighting me. So now I have like some interior parts to fix up, and I'm like, if I touch this, the whole car is just gonna like explode. The entire dash is gonna, this part's gonna fly everywhere. So that is my Porsche experience so far, and it has not been great.
Dude, it's time to sell that thing at a huge loss.
No way. No way.
It's time to get out of that thing,
I'm gonna
man. Out from
trade
under
up.
it, bro.
I'm trading up. But no, I haven't given up on it yet, but man, it's got me beat down right now. So
You
It
gotta
took me
trade
5
in,
years
trade
to fall
up.
in love with my car, man. I had
It's-
tons of heartache beforehand.
It's always
You'll be
darkest
right. You'll
before
be
the
right.
dawn.
What?
You know? It's always
Yep.
darkest before
You're
the
gonna love it even
dawn.
more.
I know, but
Love
again,
finds a way.
the price of this car compared to say an air cooled that like Brett sells all the time, this car's like 3 times as fast and was an amazing performance machine. Where like I love a classic car experience and putting down the highway, but I got plenty of Volkswagen Mark IIs and Mark I's for that.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I want to
This
go
is-
fast, and I only got to go fast for like 15 minutes.
This is this is a machine,
Yes.
as Clarkson would say. So what about the old, junky stuff that you just
I
mentioned?
love them so much. So I'm very fortunate. I bought a house. I rebuilt the whole house over 3 years. I more than doubled the price of the value of the house, so I could borrow against it a little bit. And I built my dream garage. No joke. You can look me up on the gram.
Google Earth, you can look at it.
No, you can't see anything from Google Earth.
Right. R411YE is my handle on Instagram, whatever. But I built my dream garage, and I proceeded to fill it with the most worthless car collection I've ever seen. And I mean filled it. Like it's this whole thing, and I got lifts just to stuff it with Mark 1s and Mark II Volkswagens, which is hilarious. to
Scott
me.
glows.
It's my
when he's
heaven. It's
inside
my
of
heaven
the
when it
I
goes.
love my garage. It is my dream garage. I'm not gonna be like, hey, check me. No, I was very fortunate. I worked very hard on my house. I was able to get that money. I designed my dream garage, and I get to have my dream garage. I'm super fortunate, and I love it. But filled with just hilarious cars that are worth like, people probably might see the garage sometimes in the street in the winter, and they're probably like, oh man, I wonder what kind of cars are in there. Amazing vehicles.
All Mark ones,
Like,
babe.
what is that? A rabbit or something? Is that a GTI? Is that a Volkswagen pickup truck? What the hell is that? What is that thing? So, but my favorite Volkswagen is a Rally Golf.
That's what I was going to ask if
And-
you had a favorite.
By far the favorite. People put out videos about them, and I'm like, you're wrong, you idiot. You don't know what you're doing. There's a small knit community of Rally Golf owners in the U.S. Anybody who owns one, I'm going to give them all the free advice, whatever they want, because the car is a great car. I mean, it's the same exact vein as like an E30 M3, but it's worth nowhere near as much as some of these E30 M3s. But I mean, it's a box flared, all-wheel drive, supercharged 4-cylinder Mark II Golf.
Yours is the first one I ever saw, man. Really, in real life, when we went for a ride in it, that thing is. That thing
and the
is
headliner
cool
fell down on
as
your
hell.
head. Yes.
Yeah, it was an old Volkswagen. I
Yeah,
expect
yeah.
that.
Expect to happen.
Yeah.
It was only 115 degrees that day.
Dude, that thing is sweet.
No air
though.
conditioning
That
in
thing is
rally
sweet.
golfs.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah, you
But
accept
I love rally golfs. I have a project one that's like a full build.
Full
stage
bolt on.
82.
Yeah,
right.
I'm going to say it's a stage 19 because I've owned it for 19 years.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I was going
Toying
to
with
ask
it.
about not the project one, but the other one. How long have you owned that?
You know, I think it's like 14 years too.
Wow. Okay.
Because when I really started getting heavy into modifying the first one, I'm like a crackhead. I was like, you know what? I got to get a stock one. There's only 5,000 made. I better get another.
I need a reference point. Yeah.
And gray is my favorite color. The only option really is the power car seats. It was a gray with power car, and just made it happen
It's the one.
financially. They didn't have a Woodside credit back then. They had personal loans.
Oh man, that's a rate.
Interest
I
rate
wish
might
I
be
could-
better on the personal.
Probably, but I couldn't put it on a firm, or else I would have. But
It's not marketed as well though. The personal loan.
How many personal loans can I get exactly?
you can get a lot in a row because if you pay one off, they're like, "Oh man, this guy paid off his personal
Let's give him
unsecured
another one."
personal loan. Give him another one."
Let's
I got a
have
lot
at
of
it.
cars that way.
You have another new acquisition as well. I don't know if we want to talk about that.
Can we talk about that?
So I had a Mark IV R32.
Yep.
I fixed it all up. Well, I had a
Shout out to
Real-
Dobbins.
Correct.
Charles Dobbins.
I had
yeah.
a Ford Focus RS. We can get into that some other time.
Oh,
but
wow.
I didn't know
what-
you had that.
I'm a Ford Focus. I'm a
Okay,
I'm
you
a
did-
rally guy.
and you-
WRC,
Yeah.
anything rally. I love it all.
And you did say earlier you're a Ford and Volkswagen guy.
Yeah.
So okay, that
Ford
makes
VW
sense.
guy. So Ford's coming out with that SOB. I stormed the dealership. Yo, you got a markup on one of those? You got a markup? What's your allocation? It took 3 dealers. Ended up some like literally stripper lady sold me the car. She made a joke, and I'm not kidding, about my deposit in singles. I'm not kidding. But anyways, they were not selling it at markup, so I bought it. Whatever, got the exact one. I loved it. Didn't drive it that much. The seats are the worst seats ever known to man.
I've heard. I haven't
Yeah,
had the
they're supposed to
sit.
be
They
really
are
bad.
the worst ever.
They're
I mean,
cars, though. How can that be?
they
No?
so are all my Volkswagens ever cars.
It seems like they're built for a very specific shape
the
person.
bolsters in my armpit. I'm like, what's going on here? Anyways, I digress. So after a couple of years, I got to get out of the Ford. I got into a hole. I got no debt. I have to have no debt, and I got really focused. I was like, I got to get rid of this car. So I found this dealer who's selling it like an R32. So I call him up. I'm going to trade in a Focus RS for an R32. But anyways, so I call him up, and they're like, oh, no, the thing's a turd. We got to wholesale it. And I'm like, perfect, bro. I'll be there tomorrow. So I go up there. I shoot him a crazy low price. He doesn't even flinch. I'm like, I am in. I'm getting this car for nothing. So I get the car. It's a complete turd, just like they said. Oh, like crazy stuff. So we like make the deal. It's like, hey, buddy, you take any trade-ins? He's like, oh, what do you got? I go, I got a 2016 Ford Focus RS with like 8,000 miles on. He's like, oh, is that the real fast one? I go, yeah. He goes, oh, I could be interested. Send me info. So in the end, I traded in a Ford Focus RS, got a Mark IV R32, and some cash.
I was going to say, so they
There
gave
we
you
go.
money. Yeah.
Correct. So I fixed up the R32. I got a shop in my house, same garage. I love working on cars. Actually, it's like a tie between driving and working on them. I love working on them. Fixed one all up, sell it to Sammy Dobbins. He wants it. Give him a fine price on it. I'm not trying to make a ton of money, but now I get this money burning a hole in my pocket.
Best color one, in my opinion, the blue.
Oh, the blue.
Yeah. I wanted a blue one. Had to be blue. My brother had one and I drove it. And I was like, oh, I see why everybody likes these Mark IV 32s.
Wonder if it's my old blue one. Was it supercharged and all kind of hacked up?
No. It was all hacked up, of course, but I put it all.
I
back
did
to
take the
nice.
blower off.
Yeah.
If it was just
There
hacked
was
up, could have
no
been mine.
blower remnants, let's say that.
All right.
So anyway, so I sold that. So just like many of you, I imagine, listen to this, I'm, daydreaming on the interwebs, looking at cars, Auto Trader. And like I said earlier, I love Fox Body Mustang. But, bro, when they came out with that SN95, I
Yep.
was like, oh, my God, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
bad.
And then they came out with a Cobra, and it finally had a new motor, and it was finally faster than a Camaro, and I was all into it right out of high school, whatnot. So, shop the internet. Oh, a white Cobra? 96? How much is that? Oh, okay. Let me see here. I don't know. Within like 36 hours, I owned a white 96 Cobra. And I literally, it has hand-painted pinstripes on it because some old-timer owned it, and it sat forever.
Hell yeah.
And I took delivery of it, and I literally tried to put it in my garage on my little Volkswagen. So I'm like, this car is gigantic. It's taking up the whole garage. And then I literally said, I go, what did I do? What am I doing?
You're missing the best part.
Which part?
The hood.
Oh, yeah. Well, hand-painted pinstripes. And not just pinstripes. We're talking the pinstripe to the big curly Q.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
Where
yeah.
it puts
Oh,
them on
little
the C
pubes on
panels.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a hand-painted Cobra on the hood.
I don't know if I
way.
took a picture of it
And
while I
it's
was there,
kind
but
of- It's kind of like cartoonish because it's hand-painted, but...
It's just as it should be.
Oh, it's so BA. I love it. Oh, my God. But guess what? I took it out for the first run and it started overheating. So things are going great with that car too.
Yeah.
It's a
And I
legacy
also
of greatness.
noticed American car. To put the pedal to the floor in a Mustang Cobra, it's about 16 inches of travel of the pedal. I had no idea.
That's for accuracy.
I haven't owned an American car in like forever, and I was like, "Yo, this thing should be faster." And I'm like, "Where's full throttle? Holy Jesus! What the? How much?" And like I had to like move the seat so my stumpy little leg could get it all the way to the pedal to the metal. But yeah, so I've expanded my collection from Volkswagens to a Ford Mustang Cobra. Still not sure why I bought it. Even my wife is like, "What's up with that?" And the Porsche, I've always wanted one. It's a good car, but I can actually, detail it up, make it nicer, fix this, fix that. It's a hot car, and I like fixing up cars.
Yeah.
Like the R32, I bought it, took forever to fix it up, drove it around for 6 months. I was like, okay, next.
Gotta fix something else
Fuck,
up.
I wish I knew you were selling that thing.
Well, Sam came with Brett to hang out one day, and Sam was all over it, and he never gave up. And then
Respectable.
That one day it hits. I'm like, oh, okay, here you go.
Yeah.
I guess I could have charged him more, according to all of you guys here. But,
Yeah.
and he did. Was like, okay, that's good. He didn't argue about the
didn't
price,
flinch.
but whatever. I don't care. It's about the experience, working on them, driving them,
And it's in another good home.
whatever. Yeah, and
Right,
it's got a good
right.
home. The car's not perfect by far, but whatever.
No, it's enough for
Looks
somebody
great
to
in
sink their
pictures.
teeth into.
Yep.
What so the rally project? What status is that?
Rally Project is.
We should send Ben.
I got to check it out.
Oh yeah,
It's
we can do that.
While we wait for that. While
Yeah,
we get
yeah,
into
yeah.
the rally project.
Oh.
We're gonna send young Ben to
Pause?
get shawarma boys.
No, we're okay
Oh.
to keep going. Do you want shawarma?
Can I get cheese on it?
We can
Plain with cheese shawarma pocket. I dare
Do
you
you
to
just want a
order it.
calzone?
No, I want a plain with queso shawarma in a pocket.
I don't think they have
They don't have
queso.
They don't have
So-
queso, man.
No?
No.
Tell me
no.
put
Well,
some
no,
of the
they
mozzarella
have
from the
cheese. They
calzone
have
in it.
cheese for calzones.
I'm actually really not that hungry, but whatever.
You're out.
What are you doing, Brett?
You're my ride home.
Oh, that's right. The SEMA build. Yours.
Oh, we still
we
got
did- we
questions,
still-
baby.
I was gonna say, we
You
still got
guys
questions.
got plenty.
This
I'll
is
be
gonna
here
be
before we're
100th
on.
Yeah.
episode. I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
Yeah,
Come on,
we
boys.
gotta keep this going.
I can go all night, baby.
Yeah, that's fine.
You guys you gonna hit Ben with the list?
Yeah. Let me.
Make sure they give me peppers this time. I didn't get peppers last time.
Yeah. Lay it on the fucking law over there.
I want American pickles,
Yeah.
no hot sauce. That's it. That's all the mods I got.
There's foreign pickles?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Foreign pickles.
Wow.
I like the foreign pickles.
Wow.
Yeah, big fan of the foreign pickle.
He
You
sure
know?
does. He sure
Once you get a
does.
taste, you can't turn away.
I eat
Exactly.
like an 8-year-old. So
Do
basically,
you want chicken fingers and curly fries?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
chicken
have you
nuggies?
seen the death rate of 8-year-olds?
Is
It's
that-
very low. That's why I eat like an 8-year-old.
I mean, we can get you chicken fingers and curly fries. They have
I
killer
just-
curly
I
fries.
was gonna say I just added that to the list. Chicken
You-
fingers with fries.
There we go.
That's what you're getting, Josh?
No. I figured we can get that.
Let me,
for
let me
you.
get this shawarma.
Okay.
Yeah, the legendary.
Hey, get some
Yeah.
curly fries in there.
Yeah, fries inside.
Young Ben.
Yeah.
This is all you. Here, take this order and figure it out.
God bless.
I'm gonna screenshot what we got last time. So that would be 1, 2.
Yeah,
To all our
three,
listeners, I'm just going to apologize in advance right now.
4.
Nah, they can go through the
Fine.
Nah,
experience
we're doing.
with us.
Man, it's 100 episodes. We got to get our shawarma order right.
This
We
is
got
why
to
I
get
drove
very
2
right.
hours, man.
I was
Hell
here for
yeah, gotta
double
get this man
digits.
some shawarma.
Now I'm here for triple digits.
Triple digits.
Josh, I dare you. Order me a shawarma, whatever, and
It's
tell
got
them, put some
sauce.
cheese in it.
We can't even.
No,
No,
you don't
do
have
it.
the
They'll put
balls?
cheese in it.
No, we can't even explain that.
No, Ben has to explain it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
get
that'll
me
be
a
Ben.
pepperoni and cheese calzone.
Is that what you want?
Sure.
Pepperoni and cheese calzone for the 8-year-old, please.
Let me.
We're getting curly fries too.
I stole that joke from Warren Buffett. I'm not kidding.
Really?
Yes.
Doesn't he eat bologna sandwiches only?
He eats like an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
He looks like an 8-year-old.
I just want to be like
I
Warren
bet that
Buffett.
guy's got GT3s all over the
I
place.
wonder how
Pepperoni,
much
cheese.
Tesla stock Warren owns.
Calzone.
All.
All right, young Ben, I'm sending you this text. This should be it.
All right, so Rally Project. What color is the Rally Project?
It's green, but I'll have to get painted white.
It's green. Thought it was blue. So
No.
Colorblind.
Rally Golf's only came.
terribly colorblind.
Rally Golf's only came in green, blue, black, and red. Green, blue, black, red. Yep, that's it.
Talk
And gray.
about, talk about the heart. Talk
And
about the
gray.
heart.
So yeah, I put a 3.6 liter out of a Passat in it like forever ago. Still hasn't finished the project. It's all stripped out, raced out, motorsport, big fat brakes, front back, everything.
High boy shifter.
He's gonna need
Of
one
course.
of those knobs, man.
Yep. VW
Yeah.
Motorsport
He's gotta get the guy
shifter.
Hit
knob.
up Dennis at FF
Dennis
Metalworks.
FF Metalworks.
Sorry, guys. I got to go
Shouts.
with the OEM VW Motorsport golf ball shift now.
Oh, is
Sorry,
that-
guys.
Golf
Oh,
ball
okay.
or the leather wrapped motorsport guy?
I got both.
You got. I know. Listen, I didn't
There's
question
no
if you got
surprise.
both.
I
Yeah.
haven't decided yet.
Yeah. I really
Um,
want just to have the actual like leather wrap like motorsport guy. I always wanted one.
You got a dozen of them, Scott.
I might have more than
was gonna say.
one.
Yeah.
They
I always
also came
wanted
with a
one.
He
full
actually
shift
uses them
boot,
as golf
all
balls. He's
leather.
out there.
Yeah.
He's just
No,
shagging them in the
no, no,
backyard.
No.
You know, some people have like affinity for like collecting steering wheels for their cars, all different ones.
I collect VW Motorsport stuff.
It's always been shift knobs for me. I've always been like, oh, this is cool. Like, and I've never collected them. I just like, I like looking at knobs. I mean, who the fuck doesn't? But
Knob kind of guy.
yeah.
Hey, they're out there.
So, all right. So 3.6 out of a Passat.
Yep, but still the Rally Golf came with a synchro all-wheel drive system. It can't hold a ton of horsepower, but you should be able to hold the 300 or so that has. A lot of guys convert it to Haldex, but they don't understand. The Haldex weighs so much.
Yeah.
The added weight in the back, even the transmission alone is like 20 pounds heavier than the one that's in there. And this car, like a GT3, it's meant, I want it to be super lightweight. My
Yeah.
boy Franz hooked me up with some carbon parts.
Shouts to Franz.
Big
Yep.
shouts to France.
Oh, the guy's a genius. He's one of my idols. But anyways, to lightweight build, yes, it has a polished aluminum roll cage. I don't care what you think. Roll bar, not a roll cage. I don't care. Yes, I know if I'm gonna crash in it, it might crack, take my head off, and that's fine. I'll be dead. That's fine. That's
Yeah.
what I wanted to do.
You go out in a blaze of glory.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly.
At the very least, it's mounted to something versus the ones that we've seen that are floating
This
roll bars.
it currently is floating, but I'm redoing the headliner.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm all stripped out.
Big big anchors,
The what?
the big anchors, the brakes.
Yes, big brakes. I love big brakes. The European guys, been over to Europe, and I'm just like, yeah, these guys are just.
So I'm glad you said that. Can you try to express the difference between U.S. interior game and European interior game?
Interior of the cars?
Yes.
Why just the interior? Their whole game.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not
that's
just.
the-
Okay, look, this is a perfect, here we go, Fox body analogy. Here in America, how many dudes are dumping 6 figures on a Fox body, making it amazing and hot rod or whatever? It's like Camaro or Fox body,
two.
right? No. But Americans will dump a ton of money
Yeah.
into a Mustang or Camaro. Over
Right.
there, they don't have a Mustang Camaro. They have a billion Golfs. And dudes dump tons of money in it. They got no problem. And everything's better over there. The first time I went there, I remember getting to see Big Ron Heiser's Mark 1.
You actually get to see Big Ron's car?
Dude, we posted pictures for him. It was hilarious. But anyways,
Ah.
but when you walk up to it, you're like, yeah, I'm going to find some flaws. This thing's, internet, whatever. Nah, bro.
Flawless.
No.
Flawless.
Big Ron's car was Big Ron's car for a reason.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The first Worthy I went to, 0.0 clunkers. Like, every car is better than our cars. Like, oh, man, they do it good. They do it right. Love it.
When I went to go build up my Mark 1, I was like, that was kind of what, like, the caliber was. Dude, I can't even express to you, like, looking over what they do compared to, like, what we do here and, like, the money it takes and the time it takes.
You think the competition's not here? Like people just don't care about that?
No.
It's a-
There's such fewer.
It's a 80s economy car. Who's
Yeah.
dumping how much money into it? My buddy, fellow rally golf fan, he's bolting the spoiler on in the back. It goes in the window. It's a special one in a rally golf. He's like, Scott, this one side is like 1/8 of an inch higher than the other side. It's not touching the body. Dude, I can't get, there's like, no, it just get figured out. I go, bro, it's an 80s economy car.
Yeah.
It's the same crap spoiler pretty much as the other ones. They didn't care. They slapped it together. Dude, come on. But over there, I mean, I am a detail guy. Like, one of the reasons my project car is not done is because I'm obsessed with details, and you just can't stop obsessing to finish things. I mean, shave bay, this and that. Like, you're going to go nuts, literally mental health issues on shaving my bay in my car there. But I couldn't find, like, I'm looking at gaskets. I'm looking at rubbers. I'm looking, like, edges of fenders and, like, the shave bay cars, whatever. Oh, my God. Unreal.
Do you think your Callaway would hold out over there?
Well, Callaway's kind of original. So, yes. And when they came here, they gave it an award. So, what does that tell you? But,
Humble brag. Huh?
yeah. But that's original. But these, wow, like, I don't know if our body shops cost twice as much as theirs or what, but their body work is amazing.
Right, something that takes it.
Oh, my God. Every Mark 1 is on 17s and ditch finder wheels. 165, 35, 17.
Shouts.
Or 185. I ponied up and bought some Euro tires, 185, 35, 17s for my Callaway Mark II. Just looks like there's no tires in the car. It's great.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they get Nankang in the sidewall. There isn't enough sidewall to get the name on there. But no, Europe is great. It might be different now because I see a lot of the videos and it almost looks H2O-ish, like too many people, too many attention whores, this and that. But 5 years ago there, the people are so good. And you're like, you're American, you came over here for the show. Oh, let me show you my car. And they're not, like most people here were like not going to show how truly they are enthused to see a car because that's not cool, man. It's not
They
cool.
don't want, yeah.
Everybody over there is super enthused. They don't care. And I love it. I love all those people.
Yeah.
They're so good. And I don't know. They're like, oh, you crazy person, come over here. Oh, this, that, the other. And going for rides and cars. Oh, get in, get in. We ended up like making some friend of some guy who just jumped in our van. Oh, man, it's wild. But their cars over there, the Mark 1s, Mark 2s, I mean, that's what I'm looking at because, rest is garbage. But they're freaking so amazing. Like, you can't find a Mark 1 with original paint. You ain't going to find a Mark 2 with original paint unless it's some crazy classic. Oh, love it.
What is your favorite part about Volkswagens?
I mean, initially started was like going to Waterfest like 97 or something like that. I was like, oh, wow, look at this whole show just of Volkswagens. This is pretty cool. Club H2O, H2O.
Club H2O.
Right. This was a freaking before the internet, mail in.
Yeah.
Mail, there was like this camaraderie when I was younger. I was totally into it. But just, I mean, for me, really, it was about the VR6 motor and the Mark II. Like, my first build was a VR6 Mark II. And for anybody out there who's had one, like, it's so fun. It's ridiculous. Not ridiculous, but I guess it is ridiculous. And it's a blast. Like, if that doesn't get you hooked into Volkswagens, I don't know what it is. The noise, the torque, the pull, everything. Totally love those. I mean, that's what got me hooked. And we're just going from there.
What, I mean...
And PVW.
Right.
I mean, shout out to Elliot, everybody.
Yeah.
Friends with all those dudes, known them forever, had cars in there numerous times. It's like just a great piece of media. Josh talks about safe print. Buy an episode of, buy issues of PVW.
Yes.
Subscribe to PVW because those dudes are about to be out of a job. It's literally down to 2 people now.
Yeah.
Elliot and the ad lady.
Yep.
So,
and it's, I mean, I just, Dave
that magazine
Dave
every
went
month.
to a different spot and just, I think they unfortunately traded hands, right? They were.
It's on Kelsey now
It
instead
was
of.
Unity before.
Yep.
Yeah. It's, whatever you can do, buy PVW magazines.
Yep.
Yeah. You just should.
Had a subscription forever. Have every have every issue there is all in a collection.
I want to get.
Crazy person.
Do you have them in binders too?
Of course, IKEA, bro.
Binders
Man.
with
We
By
got
the year,
we're
it
gonna
works.
chat off air. There's some I want to get Elliot on the podcast. Bad.
Call him up.
I should actually. I don't know if
I
I,
just hope
I
he's-
probably
ring
have
his
three-
telly.
Tell him to be on. He
Ring
needs
him
to
on
be
the
on
old
at his
telephone.
nighttime and tell him like, dude, call me when you're like a couple beers in, because he'll get real Elliot, and he's totally awesome guy. You don't want Corpo Elliot.
What is a Volkswagen you want to own, haven't owned, would like to own?
Only one would be Golf Limited,
Golf Limited, okay.
which is a 1 of 71 4-door Mark II 16 valve G60. They only made 71 of them. That's why it's called a limited. They made the car and gave them to executives. Then eventually they sold them. But again, pricing is stupid, and I'm not stupid, so I could
Have you
spend money on
seen some trade hands?
Oh, yeah. And I've seen him in real life and stuff. And it's one of those things like I just wanted to collect it, but it's too much money to not enjoy. But God forbid if it was original, something happened to it.
Right.
Yeah.
You're effed. It has all these one-of-a-kind parts on it.
What
so.
how much money are we talking here?
There's one for sale for like $100,000.
Oh, Jesus.
Right. And that's a joke. But there was one on an auction website. So I was like, here we go. I'm bored. Here we go. Let me start typing up. It was at like $49,000, $49.99, whatever. So I was like, I'll give you $50,000 for it. And then they're like, oh no, it's an auction site, whatever. It's like, I'm bidding $50,000. They're like, no, and that car's still for sale, whatever. So who knows? But win the lotto, I'm buying my Singer Porsche.
Yeah.
I'm buying my 991.2 GT3 RS, and I'll pay $100 grand for a golf limit. I don't give a shit.
What do you think is going to happen to that Mark 1, Mark 2 market?
Well, parts are drying up. Even the aftermarket parts you can get now. Corey's having a buying parts from overseas, whatnot. The parts you get are not always great, man. Like there's a company remade the arches. They're not that good quality. And it's supposedly factory stampings, this, that, the other, and they're El Garbaggio.
The whole factory stamping, factory tooling thing is such a
Who
crock.
knows? Like they just came out with like the whole bunch of people 3D printing. Literally, there's a badge in the back for Rally Golf. It says Rally Golf. It's one piece.
Yep.
And people are 3D printing them. People were making them out of fiberglass. So Volkswagen Classic put out a whole thing. Yeah, we fired up the press. We made a whole bunch of them. We're only going to sell them for $30. And like my boy got one. I'm like, that looks just as much of a garbage as the 3D printed of the fiberglass one. Who cares? Like, whatever. So parts dry up, and there's a loft in my garage, and there's a lot of parts there. And
I get a few questions after.
I collect all the trim pieces. Like I'm not collecting fuel pumps or crap like that. I'm collecting all these little trim pieces that I know are gone. And when people build a Mark II, oh man, look at this thing, and just walk up, you're like, yeah, you're missing 1 through 18 pieces here. This isn't right. And I don't really say it to their face. I guess I could, but you know, there's so many little trim bits that people just don't know about. And that's one of the things I love the most, because I've been into them so long. Like say 20 years from now, a real old fart, and they got like, you know, the stock Mark II show. I hope to show up as a judge and just annihilate some guy's car. Just be like, you're missing all these clips, you idiot. This goes here. Nope, that's wrong. Blah, blah, blah.
That's
blah,
the
blah.
long-term plan.
That's the long-term plan.
You're really holding out.
I am.
Yeah.
Never give up on the Mark IIs. Oh, I love them so much.
What kind of shit do you have on display here? What is this?
Yes. What
is
is this clip here? This clip doesn't go here. Where'd you get that clip? Some shitty rusty Mark III? Get it out of here.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I know. The Chuck, when they went after Chuck with the Mark II.
Oh, man.
My God.
Yeah, I get
One of my
immediate response from
favorite
Scott.
Oh
guys
yeah,
of all
yeah.
time.
There's I just I mean,
These Mark III guys are thirsty.
they're right. They're gonna be, but there's no.
Mark II crew, support me. Let's take down those Mark III guys. Mark I and Mark II guys, unite.
Mark I,
Take down everybody else.
I still have to scratch the Mark I itch. The
Well,
Polo,
I
it's
got a
cool, but like, I mean, I've always wanted like Mark I is gonna be the one.
Mark I's great, but if you lower it too much, it becomes useless. Ask me how I know.
You drove it back from New York that time, though.
Dude, oh my God. Me and my brother caught air. The oil pan made us catch air. Like, it was so wild. He got hit in the face with the rearview mirror. I got hit in the face with the Bluetooth speaker as we launched. Literally seemed like a 4-inch curb on like 87 out in New Jersey, 287. We went flying through the air. Oil pump. Get to Connecticut. Hit more stuff, and finally the oil pan at the oil pump started leaking, and that was that. But I have that's my 79 Rabbit GTI. That's super low mileage, kind of a barn find. Still smells like rat pit or mouse droppings and mouse pee in there. Like everybody see the car, like, oh man, that thing's so hot. Yeah, until you smell it, bro. Or you drive it on an 80-degree day, and the whole opposite side, the side of the headliner you can't see is just full of rat piss and droppings, and it
just suddenly
stinks. It's baking up there. But anyways, so I also got a Rabbit GTI project. Not a project. It's kind of like a lipstick flip that I just beat the guy down. Eventually sold it to me.
Just beat him into submission.
Yeah, but I'm gonna build that one kind of tuner style, all the right period correct mods, and not lower it too much.
The funny thing about the car Scott was just talking about is I've had this poster that came in a magazine, calendar. Shout out to Sam Dobbins. Forever, right? And it's been on like my bedroom wall. Like it's at my office. Like I've had it forever, right? Like years before I ever met Scott, and it's just been there. And then I went and I saw the car. Like holy shit, that's the car! Like I've had it forever. Like just holding on to it, and it's just this perfect white Mark I, man. It's just
that car is proof. Like. Don't lower your car. Don't modify it too stupid because you'll never drive it. And I don't remember the last time I drove it. I definitely start it and pull it in out of the garage, but I never drive it because it's too low. But shit, when you pull it on the drive, you look at it like, oh, dang.
There she is.
This thing looks hot.
Yeah.
I'm not touching it.
So I walked in the garage, the first thing I looked for was like, oh, shit, I got to see this car.
So what's next, dare I say? I know, let's say the Porsche is the flavor of the month.
I've got to finish my long-term rally golf project. I mean, I remember, I still, like you guys probably have vivid memories of like your favorite cars you drove. And the last time I drove it was with the Viterbi Motorsport shifter, completely stripped out, no heater box, no nothing. one race seat in it, and it was just a regular NA 12 valve VR6 with just like not even cams, but like a chip or whatever. And the thing ripped, and it was pretty much like a stock VR in there, but it was so lightweight, all-wheel drive. I was driving it real stupid, and I'm like, this thing is totally awesome. I got the Beautiful Motorsport shifter. You know, it seems like you're banging gears, like it's all high. It's totally awesome. And I'm thinking, shit, I got to finish this car. This car is 125 more horsepower more than that one. Christ, I got to do this. And I got to do it. But, you know, adulting. It takes so much time.
Right, yeah.
Goddamn adulting.
Is it safe to say VR6 your favorite Volkswagen motor?
Of course. Have you ever heard one?
Oh, yeah.
You live under a rock? I mean, it's like the polar opposite of a Subaru Impreza. Basically the exact opposite. I mean, Porsche exhaust sounds very different. Sounds good too, though.
Yeah. Can learn to love that too.
Oh yes.
Yeah, certainly. Love that.
Let's want to get into some questions, and there's a lot. I'm sure there's questions involving both you guys as we kind of.
I got one specifically for
filter
Brett
through.
from Rick V Dub.
Yes.
What do you think of 914s?
Love them.
Love
them. Yep, especially six bangers.
So much.
I love them.
I would not even
Nope,
mean
nope.
the 914 6. Like the 914 like normal. I fucking love it.
I think they're great cars, and they're definitely coming up. I've sold a couple in the last couple of years, and they're
sucks. I can't get my money right before to get it. Like
I mean, there's some out there. I mean, there's a project next door that the guy scooped up for like $4,500, and it's a pretty clean car. It's
really?
Last year. You want to get one?
We're talking my language now.
Yeah, yeah. No, I love them.
There we go. From the man himself.
We can do these rapid fire to the, we want to answer the question, but
Yeah, we'll go as fast as we can until Shawarma gets here.
keep
As slow as we
moving.
can until Shawarma gets here.
Alexis Mattis 11 is a
Alexis
944 non-turbo worth the purchase?
You know what? I think first of all, they're 50-50 weight distribution. They're fun to drive. So obviously you add a turbo to anything, it's going to be more fun, but it doesn't mean it's still a great car to drive. I mean, it's not, did she ask if it was worthless?
It's worth the purchase.
Worth the price. Yeah, no, definitely. If you find a clean one, absolutely.
It's worth whatever you want to pay for it. I use that saying all the time. Oh, Scott, how much was that Mark 1? How much is that Mark 2? It was worth what I wanted to pay for it, so shut up.
Right.
There
Make
you
it
go.
happen.
I
Yeah.
think like
Mind
with
your
all,
business.
with all these
Shut
little
up,
cars,
that's what.
with like 914s and 944s, I know it's not a 911, but it's still built by Porsche. So
Right.
they're still great cars,
Yeah.
Let's see. Dent Patrol. Any entry-level
Dent
Porsches? Any entry-level
928.
Porsches. Is it worth buying a 996 or just save for something else?
Want me to answer
Unless
that?
it's a GT3.
I was just gonna say.
I
yeah.
was going to say yes.
Go ahead.
I mean, how could you not like it? There's super cheap ones out there.
Like you just said,
You
it's
could
still a
get
Porsche.
into it. Oh my, it'd be the best.
Yeah, there's a
How could you
couple
not?
things there's an intermittent shaft bearing you gotta take care
Yes.
of if it's not a GT3, if it's not a turbo. But if you can buy a super clean turbo now with like a original sticker for over $130,000 for like around $40,000, yeah,
Holy
exactly.
shit.
And I'm talking I'm not talking about a car with like 100,000 miles on it. I'm talking
Right.
something with less than 50.
Yep.
Wow.
The 996 hate is strong, which
Because
brings
it's
the price
stupid
down.
headlights.
Yep.
But dude, it's still an amazing
Yeah.
Porsche.
It's a Porsche.
Yeah,
My
Porsche
car,
sleeping.
my 996 GT3 has terrible headlights. It's not much different than a 997.
Yeah, but you can't see that when you're driving around and embarrassing
Right.
people.
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
I even drive mine around without them. Who cares?
I was just gonna say.
That's how you fix it. Just take them out.
Just drive it in the daytime. That's all. Let's see. Gavin Dowse, most expensive Porsche gear. He just writes, saw the exhaust speaker once and was appalled.
Oh man, I know it's crazy. Yeah, Porsche design and Porsche have
Right.
put their,
Okay. So
slapped
he's
their name
just
on.
talking about
Yeah,
Just
it's just unbelievable. I don't get
The
hooked up on
apparel.
Yeah, I don't get hooked
apparel
on
Oh,
that.
and,
puppy
the-
vests.
and just there's like a website, Porsche Gear. I think it might be
Yeah,
something
well,
like that.
yeah, and they farm stuff out to the Porsche design, which is kind of like separate.
Oh, that's
but-
what I was saying.
yeah.
Porsche design.
Yeah,
That's what
I
it
don't
was.
buy it.
I
It
mean,
was a
the,
cell phone. Oh my
oh.
God, who made the cell phone?
Oh,
Is it
Jesus.
Nokia?
Nokia. Hello.
Was it Nokia?
Europe-
No, it was
it's
very
Europe.
recent smartphone.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
What was it, like $25,000?
BlackBerry.
yes. Rod was pushing
For
it
real?
for a while. Yeah.
Oh,
Sure, was it a
man.
Vertu?
I mean,
No,
there's.
I'm gonna look it up.
Speaking of Porsche merchandise, they auction signs on the car websites now. Like, hey, you could buy a Porsche dealership sign in this Porsche auction website.
Wow. They just took them back and now
Yep.
flipping them.
Repo.
Sasquatch 16 valve.
Sasquatch.
When will the
16
bubble
valve.
pop so us normals can
here we
afford
go.
something other than a beat 996? 996 hate. All right.
I'll take this one, Brett. It's happening soon, boys. Get ready.
Well, I'll say
No,
this:
I
there's
have no idea.
definitely there's no bubble. Listen, they're not making the cars anymore. They're done, right? There are no more air cool. This is it.
Yeah.
So the supply and the demand, come on.
It's only gonna.
Yeah. But with that said, there has been a correction happening, and it's currently happening. I mean, especially like C2Ss, C4Ss, which were like, you know, over $100,000 with cars with miles. Those have come down significantly.
Yeah.
And there's a correction. Will it go down to like, you know, half off? No, forget about it. But it's definitely there. This is the time to buy it now because they're only going to go up.
Yeah.
Chuck, I've been waiting for years. The bubble has not burst.
Still waiting,
dang
buddy.
it.
Don't worry.
Yeah, we've been talking about
Waiting
this for
for
15 years.
years.
I need that
Right.
Tesla
You know?
stock to split. You know what I mean?
And I'll
Let's
tell you,
see.
just to add on that, the reason why they're not is because they don't need much. They don't need much to keep them happy. You know, they're not needy cars in terms of maintenance and getting them. You know, so it's like to have like a little sports car like that and to be able to use it whenever you want without
Right.
like, you know, crazy costs when you need to fix something. You
I
know?
disagree.
Should have bought without cooling.
I'm just playing.
That's because of water cooled.
It's all that cooling, man. It's
Oh,
a
the
water
water- we're not
pumper.
talking
Yeah,
about
but it's
that.
an air-cooled motor with some extra jackets with some water going through
That's
it.
why
So
it's
it's kind of a...
yeah.
Yeah, just some
Yeah,
ports.
you keep it over there.
It was
Uh,
Huawei Mate 20 Porsche design.
Huawei,
phone.
that's what it was.
Yeah, you can buy one now for $3,200.
Good
Sounds like a deal.
So yeah, that's-
price.
makes sense. 860 GO, 860
860
Go.
Go.
Just writes, congrats on 100, my dudes. Thank you very much.
Hell
Yeah, thanks,
Hell
man.
Thank
yeah.
you very much.
Not from stock. Porsche has
Not
had some
from
rare
stock.
colors over the years. Favorite one?
Moonstone.
Yeah, Moonstone for
that's
sure.
good.
This one's like genuinely rare.
Yeah, and it's just a color that you can't appreciate until you see it in person, and it's like a freaking unicorn when you
Yeah,
see it.
it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
a crazy
Right,
looking
Chuck?
color.
It's a unicorn when I see it in
Carrera
pictures.
white.
Yeah.
We've somehow already answered a lot of these questions because I'm not kidding. The amount of questions that revolve around a 996 is just like it's
Truly astonishing.
thoughts on the 996 and its unfortunate styling. Like it's just all of them are like that.
Put 997 headlights
If
in
you're
it.
only
Everybody
buying
knows.
a Porsche for the styling, you're an idiot. Sorry, I'm just
fucking
gonna
up.
say it. You're a
Yeah,
fucking
throw it out
dope.
there.
not the
Throw it out there.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna swear you're a fucking dope. Hello, it's a Porsche.
Honestly, a 996 twin turbo is probably one of your best bang for your bucks.
Yeah.
The stickers on those cars, you can't even believe what you can buy them for what they were originally, and they're well built. I mean, they don't really have that many issues with them,
Yeah.
and you can steal them. I mean, especially get an X50 power package at 450 horsepower.
Woo!
That's the play.
Does that
That's stock.
does that have a G50 transmission?
Yeah, only if it has a G50, buddy.
I know. I need it's very specific. Let's see. 4LLEN, also known as Alan.
Alan.
What's the best Porsche and why is it the 944?
We just said it, man. The handling.
Tyler, say what? Big congratulations
say
on 100
what?
episodes. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir.
Let's see. If I, Tyler, say what again? If I were to be looking at a 996 C4S, what are some things to look into?
That intermittent shaft bearing.
Look,
It's gotta
just
be done.
Google IMS bearing
Yeah.
and start reading and learning.
Yeah, there's
And
some
don't buy it.
and you got to
No
also
way, if it's done by a reputable shop.
Yeah,
you're
if somebody
good.
did it.
Whoa. So if you do it, there's a bunch of different kits. So you
Correct.
get a
What
cheap,
kit was
yeah.
used
You
to
got to
do it.
figure out what kit it is.
True.
Yeah.
Right, because that matters on just kit reliability itself. Like how
Correct.
well, okay.
Got to be
Yeah,
built to
and they're-
factory quality.
Your motor
Um,
could be a boat anchor if it doesn't go.
I mean,
good.
they're
Right.
literally guaranteed for certain miles. So you can get one you're gonna have the issue within. I don't know. It's not a car usually. I don't really do that kind of
Yeah,
kit.
yeah.
But there's kits out there that are better than the next, and there's obviously a price tag associated with that.
Let's see. Doug Dimma, Doug Dimma.
This is one of
Yeah, I
my
know,
favorite
I know,
parts
I
of
know.
the show when
Doug
Josh
Yeah, what's going on?
tries to read people's names.
Yeah,
on
best part.
Instagram. It's so
I
good.
fast forward just to this part.
It's perfect. Happy 100, fellas. Congrats on the momentum you guys have gained. Keep charging hard. We certainly will.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you very much.
SL Own Motors. All right.
FF Metalworks has a couple questions, and I just wanted to say thank
Yes.
you to FF Metalworks, and that's Dennis. Truly, he's doing some behind-the-scenes stuff to help us out that if it all, I mean, again, we truly just appreciate his support and help regardless if it all pans out or not.
Yeah, thanks,
But
buddy.
he's really a huge supporter of us and the show and everything we have going on here. So truly, man, thank you.
I never met you, but thanks for the support.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big thanks.
And keep pumping out them knobs.
T's and P's.
FF Metalworks, how much does Made in the USA influence your purchases?
Not enough.
Seeing I use eBay a lot, not much at all.
I just bought a Ford Mustang Cobra. Go America.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's not a.
I mean, I see
wish
stuff
it
made in
was.
the U.S. I mean, it depends what it is, right? If I see stuff made in the States, I'm like, oh, it's probably
That's
pretty
an
decent.
interesting question because I was just listening to a UFC podcast and a gentleman brought this up, and there's a website specifically for this that shows you everything that you can buy that's actually made in the USA. So like if you're looking for something, you can go to this website
right,
and look for that style product, but from someone who makes it in the USA.
Yeah.
Don't know the website, but
it's interesting how many people don't realize what is made in the USA, like Teslas, for instance.
Yeah.
That's the funniest one.
Goddamn European
There's
companies.
no way
companies.
American can make a super technical car like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's-
What, bro?
Unbelievable. Elon Musk may be an alien, but you know, he is
also
building an
South
American car
African.
brand.
yeah, his address is
Yeah, I was gonna say he's
in the
not.
United
I mean,
States.
he's an American
not,
citizen.
but at
Hey,
the very
counts.
least.
Count it.
Let's see. Relum Nivik
Ellum Nivik.
just writes, never forget, hashtag the great VW meme war. Congrats on
Oh,
100.
thank God.
Yes.
Thank you again.
Scott's firing it
Mark
back
1,
up.
Mark 2, unite.
Sasquatch 16 valve. Why does
Sasquatch.
everyone hate the 996?
It's the headlights, buddy, in the IMS barrel.
Ian K. Shouts
Ian
to
K.
Ian. Why do I have the sudden urge for a Cayman?
Because that would be a
I
smart buy.
like
Yeah, they're great
those
cars.
things.
Especially
Yeah.
get a GT4.
I like those things a lot.
There's a boxer for sale in the other room.
Yes, I got a boxer ready to go.
Yeah, original paint.
One owner, original paint. It's
what-
big money. It's six
It's the
figures.
right color.
It's
Yeah.
6 figures.
It's the
Brett,
right
Brett
color.
assures me it's worth 6 figures. So,
I thought we agreed to 7.
oh man, we go with
Wow.
7.
Yeah. Well, that's
Shit, I might trade that in.
That's the
7 asking, but
I
we'll
got a
see.
question. What happened with these Cayman GT4s?
The new ones?
Yeah.
I don't know the whole story. I don't know.
It seems as if they were all bought up
Yeah, and then nobody's taking them.
and then they're nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
I didn't know. Well, you know a lot of collectors. You know a lot of people. I didn't
Yeah.
know if you've seen them sitting in collections or.
I don't know. And then I knew a lot of people when they first launched the website so you can buy them. They were buying them for sticker too. I was like, oh, that's weird.
Mhm.
You think they'd be all marked up like the last ones were crazy, you know?
Matter of fact, that
It's very
reminds me.
strange.
Yeah.
We have to talk off air again about certain videos that we've all seen because Brett may know said location. Because I was just going to make a
Oh,
joke.
okay.
I was just going to make a joke about that certain guy unloading everything because he bought every GT4. But Brett may know more
Okay.
about him.
Oh wow,
I drive cool cars.
I drive cool cars.
My actual question is, what is better, 911, 964, or 993, and why?
Well, the 9.
I mean, wow.
911, man.
Wow.
Let's we're gonna restart this whole podcast.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that's a bit of a we did say speed round, but
I think that the 993 is just the best polished air-cooled Porsche they made, right? I mean, that's the end of the series. They got all the kinks out. It's got functional air conditioning and power steering and ABS, and it's the most livable one. You can daily drive that one without any issues. But I'm always about the early stuff. Both of my cars are under. They're both have a 68 and a 69.
Yeah.
I like the early stuff personally.
I was going to say that's a question that really comes
a
down to
taste,
preference
yeah.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Personal
it's not
preference
as
and-
simple as just this is the best one. Period.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't mean it because there's plenty of people who like the 996. There is there's some out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's
guys,
see.
I bought them new. I'm like, shit. Stuck with this thing forever.
Oh darn! Hardcore again. Happy 100th,
Hardcore.
guys. Cheers to 100 more. You guys are the only good thing about 2020. Well, thank you
thanks,
very much,
buddy.
man. It again,
It's a high stick to measure against.
we'll aim for 1,000. That's Mr. Josh Pelletier. Again, congrats. Awesome work. Thank you, sir. Same from Ronan H21.
Thanks, Josh.
Congrats on 100 episodes.
Thank you, Ronan. Speaking of crazy European cars,
Yeah.
that guy's
Ronan
wrecks
and
everybody.
Connor. Shouts to them boys.
both those guys.
He also writes, what's the goal by the time you get to 200? No real specific goal, maybe.
What about world domination?
World domination.
Well, we can't say it on the mic.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Right.
we want to
Sorry.
keep this secret. S14 OCP.
That's what we're seeing.
How many revives could a revival motoring revive if revival motoring could revive motoring? We'll give that a shot.
Yeah, we'll give it a go. Thank you. Shout, buddy.
Let's see. Last couple here. TDs, why are old Porsches always considered dream cars? That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a real good question. I think depending on the demographic, it's kind of stuff they grew up, kids grew up with. Depending on depending on each year.
I'm gonna put this out here.
Go on.
Scholastic Book Fair,
Mm-hmm.
right? I vividly remember you could buy posters there,
Yeah.
and there was the red Ferrari,
Yeah. White
there was
Countach.
the white Countach,
Had
and
it,
then there
had it.
was had
the white Countach.
and then there was always a Porsche poster.
Yeah.
So like you end up with these things on the wall,
damn, I should have got the Porsche poster. I would have bought in before the madness, and I could be loaded right
Yeah.
now.
Well,
Same, dude,
one of my,
same.
one of my favorite things is when you get these guys that couldn't afford the cars when they were new,
Yeah.
and now the kids are out of college and mortgages are paid for, and now they're getting the car that they
Yeah.
it
And I was
turned
going to
out.
say it's kind of a
You listening? You
That's why I
listening?
got a Mustang Cobra. Look at me now. Like, what the hell am I doing?
What's up?
yeah. The pinnacle car was a
An
Mustang Cobra.
SN95 Mustang
Well,
Cobra.
there is the
Boy.
Golf Limited, but let me go with this Cobra.
With a cartoon painted snake on the hood.
Yeah, dude, it came with the snake. That's a big option.
I mean, that's one of one. That's one of
it's a
one.
big option.
Hey, it's Diogo.
Hey, it's Diogo.
Chuck, what's the song of the week?
Song of the week?
Yeah, do you have a song of the week?
Come on, shut down that YouTube last time. Copyright. Here we go.
Yeah, let me play it. No, I'm trying to think what's the song of the week. Ah, man, I've been on the same song forever. Oh boy. I've been listening to a lot of Public Enemy lately. Thought it was appropriate.
Yeah,
Appropriate.
fitting.
Yep. And it's just hard and wonderful. So
Yep. I
I'm
mean,
really into it.
I kind of kicked up the
It takes a nation of millions. Is what I've been
Dude.
into.
the rage
so
game
good.
again.
Remember, you could call into MTV and get them to play your video?
Yeah.
I would call all the time and request Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. by
Yes.
Public Enemy, and guess what? They never played it.
They wouldn't play
I
it.
watched for thousands of hours, and they never played my Public Enemy Black Steel. What
Yeah,
the
right.
hell?
And
Yeah,
where are
right.
they now? Is MTV even a thing anymore?
It's,
don't know.
I think it's just reality television.
Okay. Yeah, I honestly don't even know. I couldn't tell you the
Like
last time I've
Rogaine
ever
ads.
even seen something on MTV. So
Just
You guys
reruns
need a
of,
podcast.
yeah,
Fly us out.
yeah.
the Jersey Shore reruns.
Yeah.
Right, that's true. It's the Jersey Shore
Just
channel.
cast
That's it.
reunions of
Yeah.
Jersey Shore and real world.
35. I don't
That's
know.
still a thing?
I don't know about
It's
that.
fun. Seriously, guys, when was the last time you remember turning on that channel? Does it still
I don't have
exist?
cable.
I legit can't like
Yeah, I don't have cable, so
the
I
last
don't-
time. I'm sure I
Holy
had
moly.
previous or after the fact, but the last thing I remember where like dare I say appointment TV, if you will, is like fucking when Carson Daly was still on. It was like I'd get home from high school or middle school and just put that on for whatever the stupid show was.
Just to get a glimpse
T-
of Carson.
just
I got
something,
you.
TRL.
I got you, buddy.
TRL.
TRL, that's it. TRL, that's
Yeah.
it.
I
Yeah.
need
Total
no
Request
doubt to
Live?
win.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what it stood for?
I believe so.
Total
What
Request
was it?
Live.
Yeah.
Oh, so
MTV
yeah,
nerd.
yeah. And Beavis and Butthead. That's about it. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I think that's it, gentlemen.
That's all we got?
I
Longest
think,
episode.
I
No.
think so.
Doubt it.
I hope
No.
Well, I mean, we did a 7-hour podcast. That was a little
That
bit
one doesn't
different.
count so well.
This is probably pushing it. This is
certainly up
definitely got
there.
to be close to it. Truly, but actually, do we have anything else? Let's see. Questions.
I want
what
to come
we're
back
into?
on just to talk about the Nürburgring.
Oh, fuck
Okay.
yeah, hell
Just
yeah.
for your
Just go now. Let's
episode-
make it the longest one.
No.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
would say we
also,
could,
how
but-
many hours has it been, Josh?
We're
26.
301.
0.0 BMW mentions except when I brought it up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I did it, Tobias. We win.
Yeah.
And you did it so naturally.
Yeah,
too.
you did a
Yes.
nice job.
Just took it all completely out of our heads.
You're fucked next time you come
Great
on.
job.
Yeah, yeah. It's going to be a
Yeah.
BMW engine
Well,
code
I was gonna say-
episode.
There's a lot of BMWs at the Nürburgring, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I was going to say episode number 101, just every generation of BMW.
BMW engine codes with
E's,
Scott.
F's, N's,
Yeah.
S's with numbers. I don't know what's
Yeah,
going
they went
on.
From front
they've
to
gone
back.
too far. It used to be easy. Now they have other letters. I can't get it.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
turn this off. Stop it.
Yeah.
No time.
I mean, the G's, the F10s.
Oh,
the
what?
Fs,
A G? I
F80.
don't remember. Wow.
Yeah.
Get that G
E90,
body?
E92. Oh, yeah.
Like a Monte Carlo G body? What are you
Yeah,
talking
uh,
about?
I wish.
Gentlemen, thank you for
Yeah,
trekking.
thank you guys so
and
much.
coming
you
to hang
guys.
out. It's truly been a pleasure. We want to have you guys on whenever you want. Seriously, we're
We come
close
as a
enough.
team?
So
We're here every Wednesday.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Have to
would
be
like
a
to
team.
thank Brett again. Hey, what are you doing on Wednesday? You want to come with me? I don't want to go alone.
That's awesome.
Literally, that's how this happened.
Yeah.
Thanks for the ride up.
You've been lurking in the shadows too long. Everybody had to know.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
who's really
awesome,
running the
it's
show?
Awesome, man. Thank you. Truly appreciate it for you to come hang out.
Thanks for bringing the SEMA car.
Oh
Yes,
my
SEMA
God.
Yeah,
car. We didn't
thanks
even
for
talk
bringing
to
the
that.
SEMA car.
We need another.
So we need another podcast.
We need
Talk
another,
about the SEMA
another
car.
3 hours. But no, that's going to do it for us for now. Again, thank you everybody who supported us through this whole ordeal to get us, up to 100. And we're not going anywhere. We hope it's only going to get better and grow from here. So again, truly, thank you. And that's going to do it for us. That's at Chuck Who,
Hey.
at Corey.si, at Sloan Motors on Instagram. At R4LLYE.
R411YE.
Yeah.
I'm at Revival_Josh. Young Ben's going to get shawarma.
Thanks
See
for
ya.
listening.
Later, guys.